Rock. Okay, we got action, baby. Hello, Miss Jackson. All right, I'm ready. Come on, you ready? All right, you ready? All I gotta do is hit record, right? Oh, yeah, it's working. All right, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I do want to get straight in with Latto because she caught me off guard. Because at first, I'm not. At first, I honestly kind of thought it was like first listen. I was like, I was a little disappointed, and only reason why I was a little disappointed is just off the strength of because I had expectations, and when I would say I had expectations, just because going leading into from since put it on the floor, she been rapping, like she kind of really kind of linked away from like doing the singy songs. Like, of course, she had the jump with J-Lo or whatever the case may be, but she realistically just haven't had no like crazy type of girl type of songs real quick. I mean, I guess you could kind of say like Big Mama is a girl song. So when originally listening to it, I'm looking for, of course, she got Put It On the Floor. She got Sunday Service on it, but those is like bonus tracks. So just off my first listen, I'm looking for realistically, I'm looking for like the Grinch Joan. I'm looking for like her freestyles that she been putting out. I'm just looking for like super aggressive rap. But then I had to kind of remember, I'm like, bro, this is a girl. She making an album for girls. But so then I go, when I kind of take out that I'm looking for just like songs that add to my gym playlist, let me just listen to this as a album where it's like, all right, cool. You may only have one or two songs for the gym playlist. This is actually just a rap album or a album that's made from a female rapper made for women. So you can't really just sit here and be like, I'm looking for the super aggressive stuff. And then and what kind of even helped the, I guess, change my chain of thought on it. I watched the interview she did with Ebro before I even listened to the album for the second time. So I listened to it and she was kind of even explaining it like towards the end, like when she had a jump, it was her and Meg called Squeeze Me. Then she had a song that was called it's a jump with her and Sierra. What's the name of the song with her and Sierra? The jump with her and Sierra is Good to You. So it's like in that little sequence, it go to kind of like the pop route. But before it even get to that, she got like she maybe got like three songs that go kind of like back to back on some like R&B type of vibes. Like it kind of made me point, like when I'm thinking of it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a date vibe. Like this vibe, you realistically, if you was going out on dates, you could kind of just really kind of let this play. The jump with her and Coco Jones, the jump with her and Honcho. So I'm going back to listen to it. And then when I go back to listen to it and I kind of take out my expectations, I'm like, oh, this album is flawless. This may literally realistically be the best female album I've heard in a long time. Like, and I only almost want to say it's probably since Cardi's evading the privacy or whatever the Cardi album was called. And the difference is, of course, Cardi jump was a lot of singles, like hits. So on this Latto jump, I'm not really looking for the hits because she got the, I mean, she showed you, hey, I made hits in the last year and a half from, like I said, from Put It On the Floor, from Sunday Service, but I'm not putting these on a project because it doesn't go in sync. When we talking about how people complain about the skits not lining up and it's not going hand to hand with the actual project. So this project literally from beginning to end, the only thing I could sit here and kind of critique realistically, because if you, for people who like me, where I'm just literally just like, damn, I really want to hear just the super crazy rapping aggressive Latto. To me, she should have started off the album with the shout outs to me, because that's the last song before it gets to, you know, Put It On the Floor and all the like the remixes and stuff. So before it gets to that, but it come in when I'm listening to that shout outs to me, it literally just sound like a Drake song. She could have literally, and I know that Joe got mad at Meek for calling his jump 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. or whatever it was in Philly, but she could have realistically named this 5 a.m. in Clayco, and I would not have been mad because I'm listening to it. I'm talking about the rap pattern, the beat selection, and I heard Ebro, he said it sounded like a Jay-Z joke. So when I even listened to it again after I heard him say that, I'm like, okay, I get where you can get the Jay-Z beat selection from, but we talking about actual rap scheme. I was like, this literally sound, and I'm not trying to discredit Latto, but this is bigging her up how good I feel like it sounds. This literally sound like a Drake pen verse where he told, like, literally penned this. It was like, rap it just like this. And I'm talking about, I have never heard, like, it's a lot of rappers who be trying to do the shit. 21 Savage did it on the on her Lost jump when he did the what did he do? 7 p.m. in Clay, I mean in Kirkwood or wherever he from. He did his version of it, and it sucked. It didn't sound like a Drake joint. This literally sound like a 5 a.m., 5 p.m. or whatever number, date, time you want to put it on. It sound like a Drake joint. I'm talking about from beginning to end. That girl smoked that song, and I was like, oh, Nicki and Drake really may not like each other. Like, I know everybody trying to sit here and throw the glimpse of, oh, Wayne and Drake probably got some type of smoke. Cool, we'll get to that a little bit later in the episode. But I'm talking about when I heard this and she was sitting here saying it don't matter if it's old or whatever. I can't remember the line, but it was something like she was like, I don't care if it's the old head or the youngest, something. Don't let your lap dog off the leash, your old face. And she was just throwing crazy bars all over the place. And I'm just like, and the way she was doing it, it was just so smooth. It was so well executed. And I was like, dog, and I'm listening to how the songs just go flowing and from end to end. But then, like, even to say she started off with the Georgia Peach joint, and I'm not mad at that because she had a bar in that joint. She said, she was like, NBA niggas go, what she say? NBA niggas go Iverson for my sister. They be skipping practice. When we sit in courtside, they be passing. Oh, I'm like, bro, when she said that Iverson bar, and that's why I like Latto, and this is why realistically, I don't respect when of course, and I always sit here and I got to catch myself. The Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk are not hip hop blogs. So I can't get mad and trying to look for a real hip hop dialogue on a conversation about Latto's album, because I know I'm not going to get it there, because right there, they just for the gossip. They hear whatever women they're going to hate. Excuse me, they're going to hate. So it's not like realistically, they're not even going to give it an honest ear. And like I said, even for me, my very first listen, because I'm looking for Latto, like, dog, I've heard her rap on that Grinch song with her and Lil Tyler, like she just blacked out. I heard her rap on the Alyssa song. She blacked out. Like, she really been going on that tear. Since Put It on the Floor, she's been rapping her high pass off. Like, I'm telling you, bro, she been rapping so crazy. So I was kind of just, me personally, I'm looking for that. But then I sit here and say, hey, cool, you already got them type of songs on your gym playlist. Allow this girl to actually put a real project together and show her versatility. And I get it. I understand people will sit here and love to throw, Rap City in the mix and sit here and say stuff like, let's be clear. I love Rap City. Yes, she can rap her behind off, but let's be clear. That's the case where it's kind of like, for men can't really dictate women's what women like, because realistically, yeah, Rap City can rap great. Charlamagne could keep bigging her up, but nobody don't care because he cannot dictate culture for what women like. And that's why I was listening to it, and I'm really like, because me and the homegirl, man, we share a bunch of like super aggressive drill rapping girls. Like, we share a lot of those type of girls. So when she was telling me like, I hear what you don't like, but I love this from her because I'm a girl. I can really get into my vibe and I can take some of these bars. I can really enjoy this song. I can really get into my girly bag when I'm listening to it. So that's why I had to go back and listen to it again with fresh ears and just give it an honest. And I'm like, bro, from beginning to end, like, still, when I'm talking about from what she got, how many songs was she got? She got 17 songs on here. Only 2 songs that I actually skip every time is the H&M joint. I hate that song and I don't like the Liquor song. But outside of that, so them 2 out of 17, bro, that album to me is literally flawless. Like, I'm talking about just the way the sequence in it, the way it flow from song to song. I'm talking about bars, punchlines, and I'm talking about not even crazy punchlines like some Wayne Cassidy type punchlines, but even that line of just like, you kind of, I'm putting in my real life, but I'm doing it still where a dude could have had this bar. A dude could have rapped that same verse where it's like, niggas, NBA niggas be skipped out of niggas. Hold time, let me slow down. NBA niggas be like Allen Iverson over my sister. I know I'm screwing the bar, but when she said they be skipping practice, I'm like, bro, you have to actually understand who Allen Iverson is, and that whole, we talking about practice. So when she said NBA niggas be pulling the Allen Iverson to be skipping practice over my sister, I said, oh my God, dog, this girl just literally just going crazy. But that shout outs to me, she even had more crazy. I'm talking about just the flow, the cadence. I swear to God, I wish she just would have named that joint 5 a.m. and Clayco.
No nigga should never repeat that line.
Why not?
As a rap line, say nigga skipping practice to deal with my sister. She can get it off because yes, that's she's a female. But no nigga as a rapper can say, oh yeah, nigga skipping NBA players skipping practice to deal with my sister. I'm gonna judge you very well.
I mean, nigga, if your sister bad, she bad.
No, nigga, and you a nigga, you like, oh, I'm okay with that. Nigga's just coming up, no.
She ain't saying, I mean, nigga, her sister bad. So I mean, I get it. That bar made sense. Like when I'm thinking about her sister.
Yes, for her, for a female. Yes, that is absolutely right. For a female. But for you to say, yeah, a nigga can rap that. No, a nigga cannot rap that verse.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you might, because you may judge him off the way he is conducting with his sister. Cool, but I don't care. It's still, when I'm talking about, when I say, I mean, female, it's a bar where it's not like,
it is, as a female, yes.
It's a bar of like, I'm talking about high level rapping. Like, I'm like, that took time. That's not like, and I get it and I understand. I think, and the sad thing is, this project is so good. I know for a fact for a lot of women, it's gonna go under the radar because than her first one. Hell yeah. Because I'm talking about just off of rapping wise, like if you're talking about which one probably had more catchier songs, like just talking like chanty songs, she probably had more chantier, catchier songs on the last project. Because what she had on there, she had whatever the junk she sampled, Saucy Santana. She had the junk with her and Lil Wayne. She had the junk. Of course, the big single was Big Energy. But we talking about I'm talking about like the way it actually sounded, actually way the project made me felt. Like I had no feeling off of that 7-7 project. I'm like, all right, it's cool, it's a good project. It was good songs on there. But I'm talking about this project. I'm actually listening to it. Like when I heard that song with her and Coco Jones, I'm like, this is a song that make you want to go on a date. And I'm talking about like when we talk about music to give you feelings and make you want to go do stuff, like that Coco Jones song literally be like, dog, I would not mind going on a date during the fall and you just, like you got the windows cracked a little bit, there's with nice little breeze, you can just kind of ride and you can vibe out. Like that is what that album actually did. Like, bro, this, I swear to God, like even when she got into that joke with her and Tizo Touchdown, I'm not, and the crazy thing is I'm not really super familiar with him. I done heard people talk about him. Of course, he was on the Drake jump, but that song with him and Drake wasn't as tough as this song with her and Tizo Touchdown. Like if you compare, like, so for me, this is my second time actually getting into him. Oh, I was like, okay, now I see what's the hype about him. Like even for Kendrick to use him in a bar or whatever the case may be, or Drake to have him like on the first song of his album, now I understand it, because to me, this Latto song with Tizo Touchdown is 100 times better than the Drake joke. And I think what Drake had him on Virginia Beach or something, like, dog, that was tight to me. Even listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you how much I was impressed with this Latto project. I listened to the 3 Drake songs, but how I normally would have digested, pause, no homo. The way I normally would have digested 3 brand new Drake songs. Oh, I would have been playing them jokes all weekend because they still are good Drake songs. Even the song for her, and that's why I was like, because I can't help myself, I go look at the comments and I'm like, bro, y'all so late to this. You're not going to understand how big of a deal Latto is. And realistically, to me, if I'm Latto, I wouldn't even rush to go on tour yet. I would come back with one more project to solidify myself to where I'm really at. Because though she is I'm talking about an elite rapper, I'm comparing this album to, you can compare to whatever dude, woman, I don't care. This to me is the best album I've heard from beginning to end, where actually the songs sound good, something I would actually listen to over and over. Like, and I've caught myself, like I said, after I gave her that honest listen, like I'm outside, I'm working out, so I'm really kind of just in my groove, and I'm listening to it and really listening to what she's saying and how the music go. I'm like, bro, I can put this against whatever other projects that came out this year. And we talking about women-wise, like, bro, this is literally, I have not heard an album better than this since that Cardi album. And I don't care. You can put it up against Nicki. You can put it Ice Spice, JT, Meg Thee Stallion. Anyway, and let's be clear, Meg got more bops. Glorilla got more bops. We talking about club songs, catchy songs. Yes, they have more catchier songs on their projects, but we talking about a actual better body of work, because after those, and it's not no shade to Glow, but after you get tired of those songs, by the time the October come, I even see Glow tweeting it all the time. Hey, I'm working on new music, because by the time October come, I don't care about 7 p.m. Friday or whatever the case may be. We're not even listening to Glow no more. That song was humongous this year. So that's why I'm saying it's not a knock to it, but we're talking about music that can actually give you a vibe of music that you can actually listen to for some time, where it don't matter because it's not a hit. So it's not something you're going to get tired of. It's not something, and that's something realistically, when she was on it, she was doing an interview with Ebro. That's something that she kind of talked about. It was like the labels kind of trying to push artists to just make catchy songs for TikTok and for the reels. But realistically, some of those songs, it make them die out faster. Will it catch a buzz? Will people say, "Oh, you hot? She the hottest thing smoking"? Yeah, but then how long will you actually listen to that song? Like, when the last time you actually listened to Get It Sexy? Think about how big those songs was, but because you play them so much all over social media, you get tired of them songs. Because I even looking at Chris Brown, and I just be like, damn, when he be performing, like some of them, like he not even performing Sexy Can I? He not performing all those like super crazy big songs that's going OD viral. Like when he really in his pocket, we talking about touring, you in there like the deep album cut songs, and like that joint with her and Coco Jones. I'm talking about even the joint with her and Meg. Was I a little mad because it was a pop song? No, because I even heard her again sitting here saying like, I can't just completely run away from the crowd that I built on from Big Energy. So, but I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh my God, that back and forth, like we talking about just realistically. And I heard it even on Joe Budden, and that clip is going viral when they were sitting here saying that Latto easily is a top 3 rapper. And it depends on who you put in the 3, but Joe's like, you top 2 kind of period. It's like, okay, it's Nicki and Latto, and you can kind of rotate whoever you feel like the third person is. And I agree with him, because of course, I don't never want to come off as disrespectful, because I feel like every woman, like if we're gonna compare them to Nicki, you still got to have a monster verse. You can't, like, I can't discredit you. Yeah, I can sit here and say, did Latto put out a better project? Yes, but I can't sit here and be like, is she a better rapper than Nicki Minaj right now? No, because you got to still have a verse that sound like Monster. Like that Monster verse put Nicki Minaj like in the top 10. You can put her in men, women, whoever, however you want to dress it up. So that verse alone, if you don't have one of them on your resume, it's a little bit harder, and it may be hard for other rappers to get one, because when the next time Jay-Z gonna actually give a female a verse? Or you're gonna see a Kanye, Jay-Z like that. The stars align so well for Nicki Minaj, where it's like it's gonna be hard for people to dethrone her. But I can sit here and argue like that back and forth. Like, this is a pop song, and I'm talking about the back and forth with Latto and Meg. I was just like, we talking about rapping, like catchy and fun. I would need a Meg and Glow project, but we talking about just rapping. I would love to hear more songs of Latto and Meg just rapping, because that's what they really do very well. And I understand, because you sit here to compete and still keep the attention of social media, you got to kind of dumb yourself down and play around with the Sexy Reds and the Glorrillas. And I'm not trying to belittle or discredit what Glow and Sexy Red do, but we got to kind of still, and I think because, excuse me, everybody likes to bunch it in when we talk about women rappers. Everybody kind of love to bunch them in all together, where making it seem like, oh, they just all female rappers. But no, you wouldn't compare Soulja Boy to Jay-Z. You wouldn't compare Soulja Boy to Wayne. And that's not, like I say, that's not a knock the Glow, or that's not a knock the Sexy Red, but you just make catchy songs. They fun. He's not really saying nothing. It's just like, I'm gonna say a crazy bar, I'm gonna say something wild, I'm gonna make a crazy sound effect. Like, even I heard the Glorilla song which she put out with Boss Man Richie this weekend, and it's just like some like, how many times everybody done that stupid clap or whatever the case may be. Like, all right, bro, we done heard the same clap a million times. This is, like I say, it's like literally like some Soulja Boy. If you don't, or you want to give it a little bit more credit, okay, let's say Glorilla is the female version of Waka-Flocka, but I'm not comparing Waka-Flocka to G. I'm not even comparing Waka to Jeezy. It's all street music, yeah, but it's a difference on what we talking about, on how we are dissecting that music. So when I have to give Latto her credit, because I understand how much people just really want to hate on her. But if you sitting here telling me this was a bad project, I don't even want to talk music to you, because you're not even being serious. And I sit here and told y'all, I thought Ice Spice had a hell of a bunch of catchy, stupid, fun songs. Yeah, I add them to my gym place. They stupid, they catchy, they fun. But is it a better project? We talking about a solid album from beginning to end? Hell no. But is it a bunch of catchy songs that I can add to my gym playlist and I'm tired, I need a little energy booster? Absolutely. But we talking about absolute bodies of work when we sit here critiquing artists. Can you actually rap? Can you actually make songs flow into each other? It's no comparison.
But then that's my question. I kind of, even with you saying that, is like, yeah, I can add to your gym playlist. But then if you saying you don't go on dates, so then how can you really appreciate certain projects if you don't be in those vibes? And that's why I say, when you was like, well, damn, is it a club banger or that? If you're not going to the club, like sometimes the album or it's just music, it's artwork. So if I can make that for you riding in the car, late night, whatever, shorting, you know what I'm saying? That's a perfect album for you. I'm not trying to make radio hits or even club bangers. I'm trying to make a vibe. I'm trying to set the vibe for you.
Yeah, of course. But that's why I said you have to listen to it, and you have to give it a honest listen. I don't have to go on a date to Nicki and say, oh, I can feel what this listen to. Like, I can still listen to Giveon. I ain't dealing with no heartbreak, but I understand the moment that I felt when I was actually really getting into Giveon music. So yeah, I get it. I'm, like I said, you can listen to it, but so I said the very first listen, that's why I said at the first time I listened, I was disappointed because I was looking for a different version of Latto. But then when I was like, all right, cool, you already got that version of Latto. You already got, these still are very new songs, like the junk with her and Lil Tyler, that Grinch song, that literally just came out during Christmas time. It's not even Christmas again. So it's still, you talking about a couple months old. So it's like, realistically, yeah, I can sit here and compare it and kind of critique it as it is. Like, dog, she put out a great body of work. I don't care what nobody say. Like, and I've listened to a lot of female rappers. That to me was the best female Joan I'd heard in a long time. And we comparing off of what I've heard this year, like, no, this was literally a well put together album, a very well put together album. So, and like I told y'all, even with Future, like, dog, I like the Future stuff, but it was cool. But he even know that it ain't hit like it was supposed to hit, because that's why he keep flirting around now with mixtape Pluto on the way. Because he can know it. Like, it's cool. Like, sometimes I think a lot of us can't be honest with our favorite artists and be like, oh, they just kind of let us down a little bit. Even the same way when we critiquing basketball or whatever the case may be, what we talking about, like, you got to just be able to be real and be like, all right, this was cool, but this still wasn't their best performance I ever seen. That's even just like when we can tie this in a second, we can get ready to go into Steph Curry. Like,
is he getting shut down?
Who?
Future.
I've seen him on tour. Like, I haven't seen people there, but I've seen like footages of him. Like,
well, I know he coming here this weekend. When is he in Toronto?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was in Toronto. I don't know. I ain't looked at his dates. I haven't looked. I just seen Baby J from Atlanta. She posted a jump of him at a concert, but I haven't, like I said, I ain't looked at it. But like I said, if you haven't listened to that new Latto project, please go check it out. I promise you, I swear to God, you will not be let down. Like that girl, she did her big one on that one. I ain't gonna hold you. Like oh my God, dog. I was proud of her. Like for somebody, and shout outs to the Digital Thug, because he sit here and literally I guess like the very first day when people was like tweeting about it and sit here like breaking down bars, like when she was dissing and saying Latto, he's like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give you your credit because you are somebody who, like, whatever you like, you're gonna stand firm on it, even if you are a couple years maybe ahead of actually being right about what you like. You like what you like. And he was saying, like, with Latto, you've been saying that you thought Latto was one of the best female rappers out, and some people may have not even appreciated that or heard what I was listening to at that time. And then literally, like, when you see other people on Twitter like kind of just breaking down bars, and we ain't talking about songs, you talking about bars from a rapper. Hey, I'm a rapper, let's break down bars. Let's not sit here and say, oh, what's the best song I can make a TikTok to? Like, let's talk about some bars. Let's, like, did you catch this line? Like, even when she had that little line about she's talking about ice ain't nothing but melted water, I was like, oh my God, this girl's going so crazy, dog. But yeah, let's get into Noah Lyles. Let's get into Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards. If you are living under a rock, the U.S. women and men won the gold. It was close games for both. They both played the French teams for the women and the men, and this was 61 games straight for the women. This is their 8th consecutive gold medal. Yeah. That's all I can sit here and say. Like, both of them games was outrageous, but I'm not gonna lie. As somebody who is a absolute Steph Curry hater, I can admit it, bro. I love LeBron James, so Nick, I hate everything about Steph Curry. All the night and all of that. But when you can root for him and he on your team, like, bro, I understand how Golden State Warriors fans feel. Like, that's no better feeling, bro. Him hitting that night and he on your team. Oh my God, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was some of the best basketball I've actually got to enjoy in a long time. And I'm not gonna lie, Steph Curry definitely brought a lot of joy to my heart. But I want to sit here.
There will never be another one like him.
Yeah, it's not. And you know the crazy thing is, and I just
like, this might be the last Olympics that it will be. And that's why I say I think a lot of people, even just when you criticize a lot of shit that's going on and people say that, you gotta appreciate what you got in front of you. LeBron's not going to play in another Olympics. Steph Curry's not going to play in another Olympics. Kevin Durant's not going to play in another Olympics. You got to appreciate for what it is right now.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I think Kevin Durant may just off of the strength
4 years later.
He ain't gonna be. I mean, that's what it depends. I don't necessarily. The way Kevin Durant kind of be like on Twitter, like he loved basketball. The way he loved basketball, he may will himself out to just to be like, I'm gonna be the old head.
Yeah, but willing himself out. But I feel like I don't think even keeping yourself in that type of shape. LeBron, yes, he is one of the one and only. At 39, you talking about Kevin Durant 4 years? He will be the same age.
That's what I said.
If not even older.
Yeah, what he 35 now?
36,
yeah, you know, he 30. I think he's like 35. Yeah, 36.
Curry, 36. Like, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't see them 4 years later in top shape. No, I don't see it. LeBron is a freak of nature. He's kept his body up. He's put that money. He invested it well. I don't see none of them 4 years later competing the same way they're competing right now. So you got to appreciate it. And as much as people hate and show, got all this with Jason Tatum, I'm like, you gotta. And then
I'm not gonna lie to you, the Jason Tatum stuff was corny though. Like, and it's completely clear.
But here's my question though, right? I'm pretty sure on the women's side, it's players that didn't get played.
Of course,
nobody talk about that.
But no, because the difference is, I think people. The crazy thing is, if I'm being honest with you, women who watch, or even men or women who watch the WNBA basketball, that purity of watching that style of basketball, you actually are a fan of basketball. It's not. I'm an actual. No, let's be clear. I'm not saying people not fans of players, but you can see. Like I told y'all before, I'm a diehard Andrew Reese fan, but I can see physically. I can look and say she's not strong enough to play in that game today. 4 years from now, if she takes care of her body and puts on 15, 20 pounds, the way she play basketball now, absolutely she'll be ready to play in LA in 2028. But today, in today's time, what is the day? August 11th or August 12th, whenever this come out, she's not ready. She wasn't ready, and she kept tweeting that, like, bro, stop tagging me in these posts. Let these women have their fun. I don't want no parts of this conversation. Allow me to enjoy what I'm watching, and when it becomes my time, it will become my time. And I think that's the difference between. Like, I'm watching Alyssa Thomas. I talked about her last week to play for the Connecticut Sun. Like, bro, she's so physically strong. But if you watch WNBA games, that's how she plays. She dip her shoulder, and you either gonna get ran over or you gonna get out of her way. But a lot of women in the FIBA, like, that's how they play. Like, when they played, what team was that they played?
Nigeria.
Not Nigeria. It was one of the it started with a B, I think.
Brazil?
Not Brazil. What is not Barbados? Barcelona. I think it was Barcelona. Was it Barcelona? Or it might have been A. It might have been. I can't remember, but it was the game Argentina, that's what it was. It was a super physical game. Like that game was physical as hell. So it's just like, so if you watching those games and you're honest with it, like even with Sabrina Ionescu, like bro, she can shoot, but she was fluid out there on defense. Defense ain't her real strong suit, so you could not be mad. Or even Drew Lloyd, like some of those players are great offensive players, but if they don't need offense, like I can go to Asia Wilson and I can go to Stewie. I don't need offense. I need people who I can get out here and play defense. Like they called Chelsea Gray the point guard. She didn't play because she's old, dog. She moved slow as hell.
But then that's why I feel like that's why even with the whole Jason Tatum situation, I feel like some people you just gotta appreciate. Dog, shout out to fucking Devin Booker, like for him to be humble and don't say a word and play the role. Like sometimes you just gotta accept the role that you are given. It's not always about you. You accept, dog. He was really pretty much the unsung hero.
Oh, for sure. But guess what though?
Shit, like he don't have the big numbers or all the stats, but he did a lot of shit in the game that saved them games that they was close.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I agree with you. I totally agree. And listen to what I'm telling you. My boss of people. No. We not spoiled. Niggas just got to listen. And I say this all the time. And I think sometimes when I say it, people probably be thinking that I'm never telling y'all, hey, let me be your Lord and Savior. I want to replace Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. No, but I'm telling you, you are an adult, dog. You, especially in this day and age, I understand the importance of ESPN and all of those sports networks before we actually had access to get. I'm not going to shout out. I hate when people do it. I'm not shouting out that app. But you got to figure it out where you can watch sports on your own time. Though. You can watch it on you can move around and do whatever. I was still watching them games working all weekend. And shout outs to the dude Noah Eagle. My only critique with him that I hate that he didn't do, he never kept announcing the score. So I'm like, even certain times when I can't look at my phone, I gotta hurry up and try to glance at my phone just to see what the score is. Because that's the only thing I hate that he didn't do. Like he didn't never sit here and keep like for people who, and of course, I mean he's doing it on TV, so he's thinking, they never telling the story because of course of his radio, play by play when it's radio they do it. But he still did a great job. Like him and D Wade did an amazing job. He did an amazing job when he did it with the women, and I would keep sitting here saying that. But my only thing of it is, though, we have to start watching these games and stop allowing them to gas us up because they kept telling you, oh, the Joker the best player. Like, listen to what thing about it. They told if we going off of just the shit that if I'm repeating exactly what ESPN and Fox Sports been telling you, they've been telling you the Joker, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic was the best players in the goddamn planet. That's what they've been repeating for like at least the last 2 or 3 years. Duck and Giannis got put out early. Luka didn't even make the goddamn joke. His team didn't even. You can't tell me niggas is the best players in the world, and they cannot sit here and even get their teams
But then that's when you got to go back to what Noah Lyles said when he said, "Well, how can you say you the world champs of the world?" But when you have those players and they playing with their countries, and when they playing in the NBA, it's totally different players. Luka, Giannis, Joker. When they're playing in the NBA, they are them. On their teams, their respective teams that they are on.
Yeah, for sure.
They are them. When they're in their countries, they're not them because you're playing with your country players.
Yeah, but I feel like, but what I'm saying,
you don't have the same talent.
But that's why I can't respect. That's why I can't respect what he's saying because then that's the perfect example. Those countries ain't on the level of the NBA players, so those players are better when they play on NBA teams.
But that's why I say when he say, well, how can you say you the world champ? But
I can say I'm the world champs because I'm better than the rest of the world. Duh.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's my whole thing. Like I said, with his argument, when he say, well, how can you say the world champs? You don't play the world champs, but you are the best of the best. And when you on those NBA teams, when you have talent around you, you can perform. But when you in your countries and all you have is your countrymen, you ain't the best of the best.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying. But my point of even bringing that up is we have to stop allowing people to tell us what we see. Excuse me. Like let's be even real. When we play 2K, niggas is not going to pick the Milwaukee Bucks. Niggas ain't picking Dallas. Like, stop lying to yourself. Like,
do pick. But you don't play. You don't play online.
So what? I don't care. Some niggas just be wanting to be weird and be different. But niggas in your heart of hearts, I don't want to sit here. No, niggas want to play with LeBron James and Steph Curry.
But what I'm trying to tell you, because you in that box where you don't play you play online. Niggas play with those players. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, because some niggas be wanting to prove that they are better than everybody else. I get it. It's some niggas out here who play with the Wizards.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So you can't. That's what I'm saying. For you saying
nobody. Listen, no, Marcus, you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here. Yeah, niggas who are actually good at the game. Yes, they can play with anybody. I'm sure somebody who played with the Sacramento Kings. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm not even making it like they don't have fans. Yes, they got fans. But that's not what the point of what I'm telling you. Neither them niggas ain't better than Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, or fucking LeBron James. Like, stop lying to ourselves. I got 2 eyes, nigga. I watch these games. Do you play on better teams? Do Jason Tatum play on a better team than LeBron James and Steph Curry at this moment? Yes. But is Jason Tatum better than LeBron James not on his fucking best day? Is he better than Steph Curry? It ain't no way in hell. If I took Jason Tatum off that goddamn Boston Celtics team and I put Steph Curry or LeBron James or Kevin Durant, would they have still won the championship this year? Absolutely. Wouldn't have skipped a beat.
Yes.
So that's my point. And niggas is sitting here, him and his mother, and I mean this with all due respect, bro. This ain't AAU. This ain't no fucking Boys and Girls Club. Take that crybaby shit somewhere else. Like, I don't know, nobody don't want to hear that shit. He was crying like a bitch, him and his whole family, everybody in Boston. Y'all need to go eat a dick. I thought you niggas was tough. Like, that shit is, I could not believe that I heard, like, I was like, bro, this can't not be real. This is a grown man who literally just signed a fucking NBA contract. He got the highest paid contract. Y'all literally on here crying about this nigga not getting time like this was an AAU 10s league.
Yeah, but no.
Ain't no but nothing,
No,
nigga.
it is a but because I'm gonna give why I say it's a but because when we look at Jason Tatum, dog, we was the same person that was sitting there getting on like, dog, you doing the same shit that Kobe did. You trying to mimic Kobe. You trying to do all that. Kobe mentality would have he would have inserted himself in that game. But because you don't have that Kobe mentality, you keep looking for all this grace or whatever the case may be. You not him.
I don't even want to sit here and make it like he cheeks, but dog, that was just like, bro. And I'm reason real quick, and I'm not gonna lie, and you made me skip how I was supposed to, the order I was supposed to be going because I wanted to get right on Noah Lyles, but I want to play this clip from this boss dude nigga, and this is real quick, and I'm not gonna lie to you, just hearing the way I'm gonna play this clip, and I just want to say I don't have no respect for Pat Beverly, I don't got no respect for Gilly the Kid, Wallow, I don't care how much money this nigga paying y'all, bro. Go holler at Charlamagne, holler at Joe Budden, figure out how to get some different type of money because there's no way as a black man y'all can still be one. And I thought to myself, I'm like,
before, right?
Hell yeah, he got in trouble before a few different times. But my point of it is, niggas kind of let it slide the first time. Like niggas try to come up with an excuse for him with the Angel Reese shit, and okay, it's women's basketball, so niggas try to make it seem like okay, it's not that big of a deal and let it downplay, whatever the case may be. Because when he called her out of her name and Wallow tried to check him for that, no, if you are still in line and doing business with this nigga, you're a corny though. I can't respect you as a black man if you still see him. I'm gonna play this clip of this nigga the way he was talking about LeBron and them, like bro, that shit. And I thought about it to myself. I'm like, hold on, would I feel that way if this was one of my favorite players? No, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I told you, Angel Reese is my favorite WNBA basketball player. She don't even play on the team. I'm not wishing that the goddamn USA team lose. What the like, nigga? I'm still American first. Like, what the? Come on, dog.
As clearly, as bluntly, as straightforward as I can. I was rooting against them, and I want France to beat them by 1,000 points. I don't care that I'm American. The disrespect that Steve Kerr has shown Jason Tatum throughout this tournament makes me hate this team. Jason Tatum, look at this shirt. He brought me a world championship, an NBA championship, banner 18. I know we got a Celtics on there. In fact, I think the Celtics team, by the way, would beat the Olympic team. Different story, different day. The disrespect, Steve Kerr. He didn't play him the first time. Then he's like, oh, I'm an idiot. How did I not get him in? I'm so stupid. Won't happen again. Does it again. Blames it on math. Steve Kerr, you moron. Well, let me say this as clearly, as bluntly as.
Dog, like I said, I can't, bro. And
I just ain't got nothing to do with that. I mean, that's sports. You talking sports. I mean, nigga, if he's still paying my bills, he still get cashing them checks, nigga. I'm not.
I mean, nigga, you can go. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but you can go get all you. No, he ain't cashing no checks. He just getting you sitting here. He getting you commercials, nigga. You can go get commercials somewhere else. Charlamagne can get you commercials. Charlamagne know how to get commercials. He
but I
has
feel like they still getting the check. They still getting paid. I don't think. Because I don't know what I mean. I don't. He even like with $1 Million worth. I don't. They ain't really been.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if they still are boss too. I don't know. I don't know if they still are boss too.
I mean, I'm not for him saying that. That's on him.
Yeah, I can't align myself
because you got an opinion. I mean, because a lot of people who
niggas got opinions, but certain
when it comes to corporate, why? I mean, when you come to a corporate, what's name? Everybody got that owner or whatever. They got their opinion. But I'm not about to say, well, I'm leaving this because of what he said. I mean, that's I mean, come on. He said Boston could beat the Olympic team. How? In what country?
No,
but I'm not gonna say, well, I'm leaving you because you had that.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like I can listen to this nigga and I can hear the underlying bullshit and racism behind his shit.
As long as them checks cash, I'm good.
I mean, that's true. We two different people. But like my main point of what I really wanted to bring this up was I wanted to talk about Noah Lyles. So Noah Lyles basically came out and said Adidas invited him to Anthony Edwards, like sneaker when they was giving him his sneaker. Like it was an Anthony Edwards event party from Adidas. Adidas was throwing a party for Anthony Edwards to show off his first PE shoe, whatever the case may be. And he told them like, nah, why do I want to come there? How you giving him a shoe? He ain't even made it to an NBA Finals yet. And I just want to tell Noah Lyles. And this is the crazy thing is because, and you seen some, and of course, because some people, I think a lot of people understood why people don't like Noah Lyles, and then maybe some people was like, how y'all rooting against an American? I don't think people was trying to root against him, but it's just like, bro, you're just rubbing us the wrong way because though we grew, you can't see again when I'm talking about the Steph Currys, the LeBrons, you cannot make me detach what I grew up on. I don't grow up on track and field. Do I respect Michael Johnson? Do I know who Usain Bolt is? Yeah, but I grew up on LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry, Penny Hardaway, Shaq. Like it's certain things like I can't. That's just in my nature. That's stuff we argue about in the barbershop. Nobody's arguing about who's the fastest man in the world in no barbershops. And I've been to a lot of barbershops I worked in a barbershop in middle school. My entire 7th or 8th grade year, I've been in barbershops my whole entire black ass life. So I know for a fact, niggas ain't never arguing about track and field. Will we support and cheer for the other Olympic athletes? Yes. But after the Olympics is over, for the next 4 years, niggas is not thinking about Noah Lyles. So for you to sit here and be like, oh, why do people like Anthony Edwards? I'm going to play you this clip and just to begin because who he's around and what he is saying out his mouth is the reason why people will sit here and always like Anthony Edwards.
Oh, we got that go. 1, 2, 3, go. Go to Slick. Hey, what'd you just do? Nah, we want that go.
Hey, that nigga shot that bitch over 2 feet. I'm on the bench like, hold on. I know he hot, but hey, buddy just trucked out. You know what you should need? You should have pointed at both of them niggas. I should have. You should have pointed at both of them and said,
hey, that's what James did back in the day. You. Wow. Hey, we in the back. We about to go.
Go to Slick.
We about to
go. Go to Slick.
Come on. We got that go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Go to Slick.
And listen to what I'm telling you. And my point, play the commercial. His commercial, I can play that in a second. But only reason, listen to what I'm saying. And I think for somebody like Noah Lyles, you don't understand. And this is sometimes even when people sitting here having a conversation about Kamala and we talking about blackness, certain things hitting the black culture that don't even got to be explained. Dog, Steph Curry is the closest thing you're gonna get to a pastor. So for Anthony Edwards to say, and we all know this, we all know what type of man Steph Curry don't cuss. He don't do none of that. Like he literally didn't want to sign with Nike because they wouldn't allow him to put religious scriptures on his shoes. And Under Armour did. So that's what type of man Steph Curry is. So for Anthony Edwards to be right beside Steph Curry on Steph Curry's Instagram live and sit here and say, oh, this nigga was bugging. You shot over both of them niggas. When he said that, I said, oh, this is why we love Anthony Edwards. And it's endless moments like that of Anthony Edwards. And it's unapologetically Anthony Edwards just being himself. Even the moment that LeBron had with Anthony Edwards when they were celebrating the champagne, and LeBron was like, I know you ain't used to this yet. You ain't got to the champagne splashing level yet. And then for them to laugh it off, and Ant really didn't know how to pop the champagne bottle off. Like they are joking and looking at it like this is our little bro. We are passing the torch to him. And if you love basketball and you just love some nigga shit, that's why people love Anthony Edwards. That's why niggas will buy his shoe, dog. Like think about it. We talking about James Harden is a certified bucket. Dame Dollar is a certified bucket. And niggas do not care about neither one of them niggas Adidas. Niggas real live will buy and are buying Anthony Edwards shoes. I see endless niggas in the gym every day with them Anthony Edwards in different colors. So that's my whole point of when I'm sitting here saying, dog, I like some people like Noah Lyles just piss me off. And sometimes when we be having like, I get it. We're like, and sometimes I be understanding when black people be like, oh, everybody just skin folk ain't kin folk. And Noah Lyles is one of them type of people, dog. That shit just rub people the wrong way. Cause it's like, dog, why are you trying to discredit this is what we love, nigga. Niggas spin. And I even seen a joke with academics. When I guess Drake and his man was trying to be petty, they didn't post LeBron. They congratulated Steph and Jayda, Tatum, and Kevin Durant. And I wrote this under there. And I normally sometimes don't write up on the academics thing, but I understand academics is not a born in American black. He don't know shit about sports, nigga. Let me tell you something. I love Drake, but guess what? Guess who Drake will never in his life be a bigger impact or bigger cultural American period have anything to do with American culture than LeBron James. I promise you, if niggas had to choose LeBron James over Drake, guess what niggas is never spending $40,000 to do? See Drake do shit. Nothing in Drake's life will niggas pay $40,000 to do. Niggas paid $40,000 to see LeBron James break that fucking record.
They're not like us.
That's the difference, dog. I hate to tell you that. Like, but listen to it. I understand academics don't. He ain't really a sports dude, and he ain't from America, so you don't understand American culture, and you don't understand sports. No, he from Jamaica.
Oh shit.
So it's certain shit you just don't understand. And sometimes niggas just gotta remind you, like, cool, we all love Drake, but he ain't LeBron James. Let's be clear. If you think niggas had to pick a side, I promise, nigga, they call niggas LeBron sexuals. That's how hard niggas really be on LeBron James' body. Pause, no homo. So let's just be clear. Drake. I mean, they call niggas Drake sexuals too, but still, it's just LeBron James stance is a lot different, dog. LeBron James and Drake ain't the same. Niggas don't got Drake jerseys. Niggas got LeBron James jerseys. Niggas don't got Drake shoes. Niggas got LeBron James shoes 20 times over. Like, let's come on, dog. Like, let's be clear. Like, it's just certain things. Like, we got to stay here and start calling a spade and just having real conversation. Because some of this shit and some of these conversations and some of these niggas be getting beside themselves. No allows, nigga, you getting beside yourself. Let's be clear. And even in your sport, Sha'Carri Richardson may not even be a decorated as athlete. She might not even have as many gold medals as you. But guess what? I promise you, in the black community, motherfuckers love Sha'Carri Richardson more than they give a flying fuck about you. Hate to tell you that. Niggas, let's be clear. With certain people, niggas don't care about winning. If you just make us look good when you out doing what you do. And Sha'Carri Richardson make us look good when she out doing what she do. Niggas treat us, you want a gold, and niggas was like, all right, cool, you American, that just helped our little thing go up. Sha'Carri won a silver, and niggas treated her like she won the gold.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Usain Bolt never had no signature shoe. So what do you expect? And he was signed to Pumbaa. Pumbaa is bigger on that side than a lot of them. So for you to, I never even seen nobody with Adidas. So for you to sit here and inspect the track shoe or anything, your signature shoe.
Yeah, I think the only person, I don't even know if it was a signature shoe, like he sold it. I mean, it's Michael Johnson with the gold Jones, and I think that was just some gold Nike.
And that was Nike.
Yeah, that was Nike. But I don't. But like I said, I don't even know if they ever sold him. It was just what he wore when he was winning.
But that's what I'm saying. But even in our recent time, Usain Bolt was signed to Pumbaa. Pumbaa sponsored. Like, he ain't had no signature shoe. So for you to sit here and say, well, I'm not going because he ain't never been to the finals, why I ain't got a shoe? Like, a track and field. Why would you have a shoe? But
you don't even have the you're rubbing. Listen to him. You're rubbing the biggest. Listen to him saying,
go ahead, holler at D-Way. You can have a signature nail polish.
That's all you gonna get, dog. You ain't gonna get nothing but a nail line. You will get some nail polish from D-Wade. You ain't getting no signature shoe, dog. I hate to tell you that because you rub people the wrong way. Yeah, if you wanted to start a podcast and you rub people the wrong way, some niggas may listen to that, but you rubbing people the wrong way, think niggas want to go out and buy your shoe? No, dog. We think you are a cornball and your nickname is Jamal. Like, come on, dog. Like, it's like
shut up, Sam. Though he from the DMV, so you.
Man, I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of nigga Logic is from the DMV. We don't claim that nigga. Like, come on, dog. Like, man. Anyway, going into other women who actually win gold medals and make shit look good, dog. Nike is so disrespectful with this goddamn commercial. Oh my God, this Nike commercial is so disrespectful.
It's inspiring when we think about it. Every 4 years, teams come from around the world to compete. For second place.
Dog, that is so disrespectful because it is real though. Like, let's be clear, that France game was extremely too close, and I seen people was going crazy on Coach Reeves for the Minnesota Lynx. And I'm not gonna lie to you, of course.
Who's the coach for
the women?
Yeah.
That's who it was. I don't know her.
Dawn
Staley, not the coach. I can't remember her first name, but the lady last name is Reeves, and she is the coach for the Minnesota Lynx. And don't get twisted. I mean, because you always talk about Maya Moore. She coached Maya Moore, like all them. Because of course, and let's be honest, and I'm one of those people. I'd rather be honest. I wasn't watching the WNBA at that time. Like when they had the super big baggy shorts, I wasn't watching them. I was one of them niggas that kind of was like Gilbert Arenas, like, yeah, make the shorts a little bit shorter, and niggas is just going to watch. I was with Gilbert Arenas when he was saying a lot of that wild, crazy stuff. Like, let's be honest. So I don't know how decorated this woman is, but she's coached all of those championships for the Minnesota Lynx and all that other stuff. So yeah, she got it. But I do, let's be clear, I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering, like, damn, why she ain't put Brittany Griner back in the game? Like, dog, she's 6'9", bro. Like, how do you sit in realistically, because the women was like suffering, they wasn't crashing the boards for real, because one thing about A'ja Wilson and even Breonna Stewart, because their game is so it's so versatile. They play away from the basket a lot of times. Like with somebody like Angel Reese. Angel Reese can't hit threes and jumpers, so she always play close to the rim, and that's another reason why she's so dominant on rebounds, because she's always by the rim. Where Asia and Stewie kind of spread the floor a little bit. So if Stewie's shooting a three, and Asia by the free throw line, it's a lot harder to get boards. With somebody like Brittany Griner, she's 6'9". She don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna lie to you. Brittany Griner has a smooth ass jump shot, but she still play way closer to the rim than they do. And I still didn't understand why she didn't go, because she could realistically, that WNBA women's team was so versatile. You could have real live went full bigs, because Alyssa Thomas can run the point by herself. So you could have still had a traditional point guard in there and let Alyssa Thomas run the two. You could have still did you could have had Alyssa Thomas run the one and had Breanna Stewart, because Breanna Stewart bring the ball up. Breanna Stewart shoot more threes more fluently than Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson can hit threes. So you could have kind of let all of them, and Nafisa Collins, she played for the Minnesota Lynx. You could have allowed all of them. You could have literally went 4 bigs and maybe 1 regular guard, or you could have went 5 bigs to kind of switch it up, because that French team was just kind of like, they was long, pause, and they was just kind of just like, they was crushing them on the board. So it was just like, but it still was a good game. Like I said, the U.S. still won. Again, shout out to Steph Curry. I do realistically believe that every U.S. Olympian need to get the hell out of France, because of course I didn't know if it was music on this Steph Curry joint. I hope it's not, but I do want to play. Steph Curry wife and his mom got into it with some police officers.
J'ai pas touché Oui, mais en passant par la cage.
So I mean, because the clip's not really clear. So basically, what happened in this clip was, it was Ayesha Curry, it was Steph Curry mom, and I believe Draymond Green came a little bit later in the clip, and he was kind of trying to explain to the police like what was going on. I guess Ayesha maybe was getting into it with just like a regular person out on the street or something, because people just be super fans. Like, you don't really get, when do you honestly get a chance to see LeBron and you get to see Steph and them? So people were just sitting here running up trying to take pictures. Because you even seen like the videos of LeBron going viral.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to get on too. Because even with what was that? We didn't even talk about it, but what was that? What's the DJ from New York? Kid Capri. He was talking about Travis Scott.
I mean, we couldn't talk about it because that happened after we recorded. That happened this week.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So when he got on Travis Scott about the little boy putting his hand up and he knocked his hand up, right? LeBron did the exact same thing, but it's just like sometimes you kind of like, dog, it's a time and a place for certain stuff. I agree with what you're saying, and I think two things. I do think a lot those people, especially in other countries, they be way more aggressive, because they was even aggressive with Castanet. Shit, the fat dude got in his car and wasn't even trying to let him get out. Like, it was a bunch of kids running around like literally, and because Kai was there, and there was a bunch of kids just like literally like on him. But of course, Kai's younger. He's a little bit more. Not a little bit. He got way more energy for that type of stuff. But it was a fan out there. It was a huge. I'm talking. This dude was fat as hell, and he literally got in Kai's car, and the other fans had to pull the dude out of the car because Kai trying to get in the car and get away from the fans. It's a fat dude literally sitting in his seat. So the other kids had to pull the fat dude out the car so Kai can hurry up and get in the car, and him trying to hurry up and get out. After they pulled the fat dude out the car, he trying to get into the car and slammed his ankle in the car. So it's like a lot of that. It be just a lot going on. So and let's be clear, I'm not really. I want to shoot Travis Scott some bill, but I kind of like Travis Scott seemed like he one of the people who kind of can't control his liquor neither. So I don't know. I didn't watch the video, so I don't know what's really going on. I mean, the video that I seen, like I said, it was just the little boy had his hand in front of him and was trying to take a picture, and he moved his hand. He still took the picture with him. But you can't stop me from walking. Like, I'm walking out, trying to go to where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and he trying to touch him, man.
Yeah, like he's like, hold up, let me move. I take a picture with you, but you can't sit here going. And even like I seen the video with LeBron when he was going into the club, a dude came around or whatever. He coming out, you know what I'm saying? And of course, LeBron pays for his, he got the special agent security, and that shit wasn't happening. LeBron moved, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey. And his security also came.
And what's so crazy? Just because what you just said, LeBron James. Let's be clear for people. LeBron James is 6'9", like 260. His security guards be making LeBron look small.
Yeah, he thought. That's why I don't understand how some of y'all be getting in the situations y'all be getting in, but you gotta pay your money. You say you got the money.
That's the difference. But I think the difference between LeBron James and a lot of niggas be talking like they get money. We all know LeBron James really got money. So LeBron and the difference is, even when we talked about with the Rick Ross situation, it's a difference between like you don't see LeBron. I'm not saying that LeBron don't got nice cars, but you don't never LeBron ain't. If he do got
him a couple times in traffic.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what he drive though. That's not his thing. Like he's not showing off.
He show you see him if you're in LA. You definitely see him driving his car. But he moves a certain way.
But that's what my point of what I'm saying is I'm 100% positive LeBron James spend more money on his safety, his family safety than he spends on cars. I'm not saying that he got like he driving around in some goddamn regular cars like everybody else. Well, of course, because he too tall, so he couldn't even 9 times 10 can't even fit in just the average car that the average person would drive. But what I'm sitting here saying is he still spend more money on his health and his security than he do me trying to be flossy. Like LeBron James ain't running around with a bunch of chains. Instead of me spending millions of dollars on jewelry, guess what? I'd rather spend millions of dollars on security. So that's why you don't see certain things. Like you won't see people. If you see somebody get close to LeBron, it's because he allowed them to get close to them. It ain't because you got the opportunity to. So that's just my thing with, like I said, seeing that clip, I would just recommend, all right, cool. Y'all all celebrated. Y'all stayed for the men who stayed for the women to sit here and celebrate them and uplift them. And I appreciate that. I respect that. Even just with this, going back to the Steph Curry thing. And ladies, I promise you, I'm going to get off this, but this is the Olympics. It's over. It ain't no more sports to really even talk about for another 3 weeks anyway, until the first week of September, because I don't care about preseason. I'm not watching a bunch of niggas I'm not going to see during the regular season. So you don't have to worry about that. So just let me finish getting this a little bit off. And I promise you we'll get into all the other hot topics. But I do I just want to give Steph Curry some credit because that was 2 games in a row that this nigga showed his whole entire ass. Back-to-back games. That Serbia game, dog, and it's so crazy to have, again, and that's why I said shout outs to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is absolutely like, he is one of them people I'm proud to say he from the DMV. Because, dog, when that nigga got time to get on social media, that nigga's going to call a spade a spade. He don't care how many followers you got. If you irritate that nigga so, he is going to jump out his body on that goddamn Twitter and let you know, I heard you, nigga, and I'm going to call you out. And guess what? Every goddamn blog site is going to pick me up reading you for filth. And he did, even when we talking about the Jokic shit, like he said, he like, dog, yeah, it's cool. I get it. You Denver fans, however y'all feel about this nigga, we don't look at this nigga the same way y'all do. Like, cool, we respect him. Yes, he can hoop, but we don't think he's better than how y'all think he better than us. Like, we think he can hoop, yes, but we don't think he is who y'all think he is. So let's be clear. All that little shit, y'all supposed to be from America. You talking about, I'm a Denver Nuggets fan, so I'm rooting for the Joker. Like, nigga, where the fuck? And he tweeted to a nigga, and the hashtag started coming from, where are you from?
And then you know that's the only thing I kind of like. As America, like I get it, you are a fan of a team, but they're not representing your team right now. They're representing their country, and like when them countries, like when they rooting for their for their teams, how they go? Because even during that Serbia game, when they start doing their little chants, like you heard that shit.
Oh no, for sure, of course,
that shit was rocking, and that's why
when they played France, nigga, you heard them people booing the shit out of Joel Embiid.
Well, Joe.
But I'm saying he was supposed to play there. He had the option to play for 3 different teams. And he told them previously, like leading up to it, they thought he was gonna play for them. They was booing the shit out of Joel Embiid and Kevin Durant and LeBron and them gassing the fans up like, yeah, boo that nigga louder, boo him louder.
Yeah, no, you got it. Yeah, and that's why I said that. But that's why I kind of when I say you got to have that tough skin before just the critics, social media, and just you got to turn it off and turn it on, because a lot of that shit can't get under you. And like I said, even with Kevin, when you see him, like he got it, he gonna speak his piece or he gonna say what he got to say, because like I said, you trolling him all this year, blah blah blah. Oh, you ain't did this. Oh, now you ain't show up. You ain't boom 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 boom. You at the end of the day, you get tired of that shit. So you got it, and that's why I say it's kind of you got to take that as like it's either do I go over the edge or I just kind of keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Durant going over the edge. He going.
He'll be that.
No, I'm saying he don't call people out. He don't listen. He don't use cuss words, but he going to give you time, nigga. I'm late naming this episode 5 a.m. in Paris because I was thinking for 2 reasons. One, because I wanted to name it 5 a.m. in Clayco for Latto, but then I was like, nah, cool, because Kevin Durant went crazy at 5 a.m. on Twitter. They like literally niggas was like literally though it's 5 a.m. in Paris time right now. Y'all and this nigga made sure he was gonna give y'all all the smoke that you wanted because y'all thought this nigga was gonna be asleep. And he was like, nah, I got time today. And I respect that. And I love how Kevin Durant mom is literally always Kevin Durant mom. Like when you see Kevin Durant, Yeah, she was there.
You saw?
Hell yeah. No,
Okay,
it's a video of her and
I
him.
didn't see. That was the only person I didn't.
It's a video, and one is a video of her and him going viral because because of course the NBC shit being super strict with the videos. So like even the interviews sometimes like niggas got to go get interviews off the court. Like it can't even be like even Rachel Nichols, all her interviews, they not on the court because it's not NBC. So she got to like literally catch them in the hotel. So it was a joke where it was Kevin, him and his mom, and they sitting down and eating, and he was just talking about like he was like, "Oh, everybody on this team is going to remember that moment beating that Serbia team because they was down, dog. For people who didn't watch the game, no, the U.S. team was down by like 17. No, it was that nigga. They was going into the fourth quarter down by 13. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I was scared. My heart was beating. Like I'm like, no, dog. Y'all cannot lose to these niggas.
But that's why I kind of like I just don't be understanding like when people be getting the. I'm like, dog, that's sports. Like, why you want to see the team? You want to see them blow out every game? Like, what do you?
Because you know what it come from because it's always the comparison to because LeBron on that team, so you comparing it to Jordan and them when Jordan and them was blowing everybody out.
You got to think about the talent then when Jordan and them was playing compared to the talent now.
But Marcus, we understand that because we're older and we have actually lived that entire frame. But it's some people who just like don't get it twisted. It's some old people who be online, like even Stephon Marbury. Like niggas was, I didn't see what happened, but I think like Stephon Marbury was there and he was trying to acknowledge LeBron, and LeBron was kind of like, nah, I'm cool. Like nigga, I heard what you said. Like sometimes, and I think a lot of people be thinking because like LeBron is LeBron. Even shit we heard when Joe talked about it, he was just like, nigga, just because you feel like LeBron is LeBron, some of them clips gonna make it through his goddamn channel, and he just may not acknowledge you how you want him to acknowledge it. He heard it, but he heard it. So whatever Stephon Marbury said, Stephon Marbury was at the game, and LeBron never acknowledged that nigga. He was just like, yeah, nigga, I heard the shit you said. I'm cool on you.
But then, but now somebody like that, like Stephon, for you to even come out your mouth for even say like you was on that same team, you didn't win. You was on that same team. You didn't do shit when you was on that team. That's why they refer to D Wade and all them. You was on that exact same team that LeBron and them wasn't even the starters, and you ain't do shit then. So you, like I said, your hate or whatever you got for that, whatever, and whatever you said, slick. I can get it why LeBron was I'm not acknowledge you for.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, shout out to Steph Curry, though. Like that time I just actually got to enjoy being a Steph Curry fan. He bought them last two games. Like, let's be clear, the France game, they didn't need him as much to do what he did. He just did it because he's Steph Curry. But that Serbia game, they needed him to be Steph Curry. And that nigga black, and listen, and this is what I'm talking about, even with LeBron. Like, and that's why I think just sometimes where it's like, it's a difference because I see, and one thing I will give people shout outs, like they work at certain networks, I will give Kevin, what's his name? Kevin, I can't remember, but he worked at Fox Network, and he do a show with Nick Wright and Chris Broussard. And he tweeted, he was like, "Dog, it's so messed up because it's like we all, of course, as if you're a LeBron or you're a Steph or even if you're a KD fan, whatever the case may be, we judge all of them because of the teams that they play for. But when you get to see them where, like for LeBron, it's like because of course the Nuggets that own the Lakers. But when you got to see LeBron James on the fourth quarter say, because that's what was killing, that was what was killing the USA team because they kept doubling on Joker. So LeBron was like, no, fuck all that. Y'all niggas do what y'all supposed to do. I'm going to check this nigga for this whole fourth quarter. And LeBron shut this nigga down, and literally the Joker went missing. But LeBron don't have that luxury when he played for the Lakers because I got to score. So if I'm checking the Joker and all my energy and all my strength is going off in this fourth quarter on playing defense, Steph Curry can cook because he don't got to worry about playing defense. All I need you to do is be Steph Curry and shoot the lights out this goddamn ball. And that's what he did. And LeBron James literally was boning up the Joker for the whole entire fourth quarter. And that nigga was a disappearing act. And I seen niggas even tweeting that. They was like, damn, it's so crazy that the Joker could sit here and disappear and he end up winning fucking bronze. But if that would happen to LeBron or Steph or KD, y'all niggas would have tore these niggas a whole new asshole.
Because you got a whole team full of all-stars. I'm gonna tell you ass up.
But listen to what I'm saying.
But you would not would have heard the end of that.
Oh no, for sure. And they know that though.
Lost that. Even with the women, the sad part, even with the women, they have not lost a game or a game that even been close in over maybe 20 years.
Nigga, no, listen to Marcus. Marcus, listen. For the women, this is crazy. Out of only 4 games out of 61, they have won under 10 points.
That's what I'm saying. So, but you got to
4 games. Think about that. 61 games. They only had 4 close games.
But that's why I think a lot of people got to kind of take in consideration. It's just like
that's a lot of fucking pressure, dog.
That is a lot of pressure, and that's why I even say, well, like even with the track and field, gymnastics, and all that, you only get one shot. Even of course, yes, they playing basketball, they got a couple more games to win. But even with that game, you play Serbia 3 times. You're not going to beat a team 3 times in a row.
By 30.
So that's why Serbia
30.
got the best of them that game. And they probably could have closed it. Had they had a closer on their team, they probably could have closed that out.
No, I think that, I mean, let's be clear. They had a closer, but LeBron James took away the closer because he was.
But he's not a closer. He's not a closer on a team where he has to be the man, the scorer, the pass. You know what I'm saying? He's not a closer. I'm talking about a closer. Like if they would have had like a Gallinari, Ginobili. If they would have had Ginobili on that team, that game, they would have won that game. Because Ginobili would have took control of that game, and he would have did like that time when Argentina beat them. He would have took over that game and controlled it where Joker didn't even have to do. He just got to go post up, get him out the way, let me do my. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said they didn't.
They don't have. Oh, I mean, okay. If you're saying that, I agree with you. They didn't have somebody who can actually take the ball off the dribble and actually go get their own bucket. They needed people. And that was a good thing about LeBron taking the Joker out the game because they needed to run their offense through the Joker so people double team and leave the other dudes open for three. And that's another reason why I said you got to give LeBron credit for sitting and saying, okay, if me just checking him and I can take him out because I can physically be strong with him, I can bring him all the way out to the free throw line. So now we're not doubling. So now y'all can stay on y'all men. Like you said, they can't get their own bucket. They need a wide open three. They can hit those, to be clear. They was knocking down those wide open threes, but when you took away those wide open threes, and then even shout out to Anthony Davis, like you said, even with Anthony Davis and Devin Booker, yeah, them niggas didn't go out and score 30 and 40 points, but their defense, nigga, Anthony Davis, and listen, Joel Embiid is so fucking slow, dog. He blows the shit out of me, dog. But again, Anthony,
that's what, and even like with even Joel, it's just like, you try to keep going back. We giving it to you offensively, but you couldn't even draw. He had five. You only get, I think it's 5 fouls.
Yeah, you get 5. Yeah,
you couldn't get him that last foul. He was on you every time that you got that ball. He was on you when you scored them 7 points. He was on you.
I ain't gonna lie though. That fourth quarter, Joel Embiid gave that nigga.
He was giving him the business, but also he played off him, and that's why I say with even Joel Embiid, you make so many stupid fouls. You be in an NBA mindset. You're going to get those calls. Playing overseas, you're not going to get them calls. And instead of you just being a man and toughening up, that's why LeBron had to take over. Like, all right, no, I got him. Move, let me draw him, and he gonna take him out of his game. I'm gonna frustrate him.
Yeah. So, like I said, shout outs to the Olympics team, shout outs to the women and the men, shout outs to Sha'Carri Richardson, shout outs to
the USA because this is the first time they had 100 medals.
I sent you to John. They had actually, let's say the exact number. The actual count was 126 total for the United States. 40 gold, 44 silver, 42 bronze, 126 medals total. The next after that was China. They had 40 gold, 27 silver, 24 bronze total, 91. Japan was after them. They had 20 gold, 12 silver, 13 bronze, 45. The next team was Australia, and I ain't saying nothing after Australia. Australia had 18 gold, 19 silver, 16 and 53. I guess because we played France twice, I can sit here and say this shit. They had 16 gold, 25 silver, 22 bronze,
third most
63.
medals.
Who?
No, damn.
No, they did.
Great Britain had the third. They had 65 medals.
Yeah, they had 65 medals.
Did you see that breakdancing shit? Did they?
I ain't watch it. I ain't gonna lie to you. The only thing, to be honest, the only thing I actually watched was the basketball. Like, of course, I seen the clips of Sha'Carri, and like I said, shout out to Sha'Carri. Shout out to, oh my God, I was about to forget her. Shout out to Gabby Thompson. I mean, she already married though, but that woman is beautiful. I'm talking about from head to toe. That is a goddamn beautiful black woman, dog. That woman is goddamn gorgeous. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I almost forgot about her. Shout out to Gabby Thomas. She is a beautiful black woman.
Take your girl medal away from her.
Yeah, and man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't even look at that video, but that video, it was on the Instagram, was going viral. I didn't even know it, like, until literally I don't, because some days, like, I just be posting so much, I don't really be looking at certain Jones to see what is doing what. Then I look back and like, damn, I ain't even know this Jones had this many views on it. But yeah, shout outs to Jordan Childs. They trying to do her dirty, and realistically, and let's be clear, the U.S. is not going to allow that. They wasn't rocking. They filed whatever stuff that they needed to file so they can kind of dispute them trying to take away her bronze medal. For people who didn't know, they trying to take away Jordan Childs' bronze medal in their single elimination. I mean, their single thing when the young lady, I forgot where she was from, they won the gold, but she won. Jordan won the bronze, and Simone won the silver, and the young lady was she from Brazil? She might have been from Brazil. Yeah. I think she was. Yeah, and she won because, and of course,
she wanted to go, right?
Yeah, she wanted to go. Yeah. And that's when they was in the joint, and they was in the joint, and they did the interview, and they were saying this was, a black ass podium or whatever the case may be. So yeah, of course, we was gonna bow down to her, show her some love, because she always show us love, whatever the case may be. So they try to take her Joan away. So she realistic. She was like, bro, I'm getting off of social media. I'm cool. Y'all not about y'all. I'm not for my mental health. I'm not rocking. Her sister went crazy on Twitter. Her sister literally. I seen a girl post shit though. She's like, this girl has not tweeted in over 3 years and literally got on Twitter and tweeted like 40 times, like back to back, like went crazy. Like, so shout outs to Jordan Child. Shout outs to her sister. I think her sister name is Jasmine. So I mean, like I said, the U.S. they are appealing that for the Olympics, trying to take away her bronze. So I don't necessarily know how that's gonna play out. And the crazy, like, and to me, this shit is corny because, like, bro, you can't retake the pictures. So what? Like, why are you trying to take this girl medal from her? Like, you can't retake the pictures. You can't re-edit the videos. It happened. The moments, the gifts is already going crazy. Like, you can go on Instagram, put in her name, and you can see her all the different reactions. Her jumping and the other girl crying. Like, that shit is already memes. You can't take that away.
Tell that to Reggie Bush. They can take a trophy away from you.
Yeah, you can take it away, but that shit is still.
You can't erase the moment.
You can't erase the moment.
Because that's what I'm kind of. So who was it before her? Because they didn't click. It's like whatever her name was a technicality, right?
It was a technicality or something. So I guess it's a time
to figure out who was before her.
It was some little white girl. I don't know what country she's from.
Okay.
But the white girl was literally crying and all that shit.
Yeah,
and that's what and people.
Who was
it was some white girl. I don't know what country she was from. I don't know. I don't care. Like I said, shout outs to Jordan Childs. And if I'm screwing up your name, I apologize. But Jordan, we know when we talk about her, until we get to Marcus a little bit later, we talking about this the only Jordan that we recognize at this time and moment. So shout outs to her. Again, shout outs to the US. I hope everybody enjoyed the Olympics. Of course, in 4 years it will be in LA.
That's why Snoop Dogg was doing all this shit.
Maybe.
No, he just did the closing ceremony.
Him and Dr. Dre. But I do want to play some of these clips of some of this stuff that you sent before we get out of here.
Want to host the Olympics anymore. In 2004, 11 cities applied to host the Olympics, and 20 years later, it was just 2. Why? Because host cities lose a ton of money. Think about it. Host cities have to pay for housing, transportation, and worst of all, a bunch of new venues. Athens had to build 22 venues. Beijing built 12 venues, including a $460 million stadium. Ticket sales, TV contracts, and sponsorships don't even come close to turning the cost into a profit, and cities don't even see a rise in tourism after the Olympics. Also, those new venues that are built often go unused once the games are over. Beijing's $460 million stadium is now inactive and costs $10 million a year to maintain, and that's why cities don't want to host the Olympics.
I mean, me and you was having that conversation where I was saying I think the difference between LA and places like, let's just say like Beijing or these just random places, the difference is LA have so much stuff going there all the time. Like they're not going to have like, oh, we got it, because of course they already, for people who don't know, that's how come the Rams made their new stadium in LA, that SoFi Stadium, so that was the draw to get the Olympics to come there, but they already still have the Clippers got a new arena, the Lakers still got the Staples Center, they still got the what's the Forum that Kendrick Lamar did the pop-out show where they still got so much, and they even, we talking about college stuff, they do the Rose Bowl at the USC Jones. So it's just like they got arenas already, so they're not going to lose out on nothing. And but then
still got the LA traffic though, right?
Yeah, I mean that's anywhere though, nigga. I mean traffic gonna be horrible regardless. So I mean LA traffic is gonna be LA traffic anyway. So I mean that's one of them Jones with big money going. I mean people going to pay more to stay closer, whatever the case may be. And somebody do it during the summertime. I'm sure. I mean to me will make sense. All the college domes is gonna be empty. You're gonna house the Olympics. I mean, the Olympic athletes either at USC or at UCLA. One of them, both of them in LA. And I'm sure both of them will be close to whatever they got going on. But like I said, I just so we can kind of get on and move on to, so like let's just go into some women I do want to play this clip from Gilly the Kid, because I ain't gonna lie to you, he kind of smoked this joke.
All the young girls out here, let me give y'all some game. While you're looking like something, don't fuck off all your prime years. While you a bad motherfucker out here, all your glory years, don't fuck them over. There's a lot of old bitches out here that fucked over all their glory years. Now they want to settle down. Nobody want to settle down with no motherfucking Honda Accord with 547,000 miles on it. Bitch need spark plugs and a fucking oil change. Don't nobody want to settle down with that. Oh, now you want to settle down. You fucked off over your prime years. Now you only shit want to settle down talking about niggas ain't shit. No. When you was in your prime, bitch, you wanted to run around here and slap dicks off your face. You wanted to pistol beat yourself with a bunch of niggas' dicks. You ain't want to take one dick serious. You wanted to be around here like that. Now you talk about, don't nobody want something. Niggas ain't shit. No. Don't nobody want no fucking Mercury Zephyr with a fucking 460,000 fucking miles on it. To all the young girls out there, while you're in your prime years, build something now. Don't be no old bitch out here with a dirty license plate talking about niggas ain't shit. Don't nobody want to be no bitch. You fucked over all your fucking prime years. Get what you deserve. Right. So
So, like I said, I just wanted to switch gears a little bit. I just wanted to play that clip because I ain't gonna lie to you. I totally agree with everything that Gilly the Kid just said. I do think, and I'm not even gonna just sit here and put that on women. I think that's women and men. I think you have to be real. You know, it's so funny that he said it, and now they just kind of registered in my brain where I can kind of take this into a real conversation I was having with a homegirl of mine. And she, I don't know what, just randomly, we were just having a random conversation. I think we was talking about Janae Aiko and Big Sean or whatever the case may be. So then it kind of like had us talking about like people that we went to school with. And she was just sitting here saying like, you know, certain girls who used to have this like perfect body type and they used to look good and everybody used to be on their body. And it's kind of like, I mean, of course, I don't have Facebook no more, but you know, some of those people are the people who kind of like play Facebook a lot heavy. And she's like, bro, it'd be so many girls who then lost it and like completely like blew up like a fucking whale, like on their Free Willy shit. And you just kind of be like, damn, and you realistically, like now you in your 40s and niggas ain't really beating down your door no more like the way they were when you were who you was, because you didn't let yourself go. And the sad thing is, and I do think this is, I guess, because she was showing me another girl and it was like, the messed up thing is a woman could probably put on 30, 40 pounds. And if she is like a cool person and people really like them, people going to still gas you up in the comment section. It's still gonna be a homegirls like, ooh, girl, you look good. You eating them shorts up and this, that, and the third. And if you looking at it from the outside looking in and you kind of like, I don't know this person, and you just ask me, hey, what you think about this person? I'm like, oh, she big as shit. Like, nigga, that shit don't look good to me. Like, yeah, you got them small, and I see it, and I'm looking at the comment section like, oh yeah, she going crazy in the comments, and I'm like, but nah, dog, you's a big jump. And I'm sure niggas ain't really just geeking to be like on your body no more because it's like you're a big jump now. And I think if you got real friends, like I will always like, I'd rather my friends keep it a buck. Like, yeah, you probably need to like do a little bit more cardio. You probably need to tone it down. And sometimes you got to be honest with yourself. And that was the one thing I was telling her. I was like, that's the only thing sometimes I like about being shallow, because I can keep it a buck with myself. I can look in the mirror and tell like, all right, this shirt ain't fitting the way I wanted to fit, or these jeans ain't as comfortable as they used to be when I originally got them. Like, you got to kind of be honest with some of those things to not allow yourself to just completely go, especially if you're single. Like if you married or you in a long-term relationship, then cool, do whatever you want, because your person, you already found your person, y'all like each other. I would recommend waiting till you probably get married and allow yourself to slip and slide together, then let yourself go. And you still trying to, if you're still single and you in your late 30s and your 40s, early, mid, whatever, you gotta be a little bit better on yourself. I ain't gonna lie to you, because your dating pool is gonna get smaller and smaller. And you're gonna be able, and y'all like to say, oh, the dating pool got piss in it. You're gonna be able to smell the piss from that dating pool if you don't really take care of yourself. Because it's like, I don't know what to tell you. And real quick, because while we talking about dating, this was so funny because this happened to me on social media, right? And I talked about this girl before. I went to New York. I think me and Floyd literally recorded like right after this happened. I told you, I think I went out to New York. I was with this girl from LA, the case may be.
Talked about it on here too.
I talked about it on him too. Yeah, so I talked about it multiple times. So the crazy thing is, so after that situation, this girl then went and had a kid, like literally like right after she got in a relationship, had a kid. And then her and that nigga fell out. She got in a relationship with another nigga. But I guess her and the nigga must be beefing. So she, her captions is a little bit more like basically telling niggas like she beefing with her nigga, whatever the case may be. I've been dropping fire emojis under her shit because I'm like, all right, cool. She still like, look, I don't have no real animal. I don't have no real reason to beef with you. Like, all right, cool. You didn't want to deal with me. I don't have no problem. But the nigga, then he added me and he was like, oh, this you a pick me nigga. And but I caught myself and I said, hold on. I swear to God, it was burning my soul up not to respond to this nigga. But because I like this girl, like she's cool. She did nothing wrong to me. I didn't want to violate her, because for me to violate him, I had to violate her. And I didn't want to violate her and disrespect her because her followers don't even know where I know this girl from. She lives in LA. Nigga, I live in the DMV. So for you to write me, that means that you and this girl had to some random day. I don't know why she told you about me, because she literally had a kid after me and her talk. So I should never even came in the equation. You should never even know who I am, because there's other people up under the comment section. I'm wondering like, damn, nigga, why you adding me? I ain't said nothing. I'm just literally putting fire emojis and you calling me a pick me. But nigga, you play stepdaddy to this girl kids. Nigga, I just fucked her. What's the definition of a pick me? I met her at a fucking hotel in New York City. We neither one of us live in a hotel she paid for. Nigga, I fucked and left. How the fuck am I pick me for putting fire emojis? I was so lost, and I swear to God, I wanted to violate this nigga in the comment section, but I was like, bro, I respect this girl too much. I'm going to let you live. You literally play stepdaddy to a brand new kid, and you talking about a pick me, nigga? Are you stupid? Like, are you serious? That's the definition of a pick-me, nigga. You're playing stepdad to a fucking... This baby wasn't even 1 year old and you was in here playing daddy. Are you fucking shitting me?
So, my question is...
And so the question to me, you can ask me that question, but what I'm telling you is, I'm reading this one, nigga, y'all have to understand, I am a ego high smoking nigga. So my ego was like, oh, this bitch told you about me. Because there's no other reason for you to write me, nigga. Everybody, this girl is popular, so it's endless people in this comment section. So for you to pick me for putting fire emojis, nigga, and fire emojis is, to me, is the most generic ass shit, because I put fire emojis under nigga shit if I like the music, it's a song, it's some shoes. Fire emoji is a universal shit. I ain't put no gifts or nothing. I ain't say, oh yes, girl, da, da, da. I put a fire emoji, and you called me a pick me. Nigga, how? What is the definition of pick me strange in LA? Do y'all use pick me for a different term? Because, nigga, I was lost. And like I said, I didn't violate this nigga in the comment section because I respect this girl. But I'm not gonna lie, it kind of boosts my ego because I'm like, nigga, for you to pick me out of all people in this comment section, I know that means that you had a conversation, so you know who I am. So you kind of snitched on her. A conversation that shouldn't have been had.
Okay, so this is my question, right? Because even when when we recorded, I didn't talk about him. When I went to my reunion, and I was just, I got there, and it was a shorty that came up, and she was like, oh yeah, hey, boom, 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 and she was like, oh yeah, everything good. She's like, oh yeah, this is my husband or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I heard so much about you, and like to me, just looking, I was like, oh, what did you hear about me? Because I didn't even for real, like I know faces, but I don't recognize names. So I didn't even like, well, damn, what the hell? And even like, who was around me, it was like, oh damn, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, you don't know what people, I guess, can say behind closed doors or what they might say to the others. And I'm just like, how do you feel like, is that a kind of like, oh well, damn, she did talk about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know for you, I'm pretty sure that's an ego boost, but I'm just like, but damn, like, what do you say?
It's an ego booster, but it is still kind of weird. To me, it is. And the reason why I say it's weird, because it's just like, I don't understand.
What will even be the conversation?
What will even be the conversation? Because even let's be perfect for me, let me stay on what I'm talking about. Even for that girl, nigga, she got a podcast. When me and her went the same way I talked about it on my podcast, guess what? She talked about it on hers, but she still just said, oh, it was this dude I was dealing with in Maryland. It ain't like she fucking singled me out or even described who I am. Nobody don't know who the fuck she was talking about. See, so for this nigga to find me in the comment section, it's like, dog, why are you finding me?
Yeah, I was. She had.
And the reason why I know who you are, because guess what, nigga, she was posting you. She never posted me, so you should not know who I am. What is you talking about? But I'm a pick me, nigga. No, I'm a sniper. I keep it moving, Jack. I'm not even about to. But listen, what I'm saying, and that's why women should. Oh, that's what I mean. I'm not even gonna say that's why women should respect me. That is why women allow me to be me, because I'm not gonna even be messy in your joke. Because guess what? That would be too much for her followers. Her followers don't know me, so I should not be on her page being the wild nigga who really just about to black out on this nigga just because I can. Because he left the door wide open for me to do it, and I was just like. No, I got too much respect for her.
Can we clip this?
You can clip it. I don't give a fuck. I didn't. When you clipped the Joe last week, I couldn't do nothing with it just because.
Oh no, I mean, I didn't think you.
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing with that. And the crazy thing is, I think one of the girls probably listened, but I just still was like, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing with that.
That's why I ain't put I just put my picture.
Yeah, I couldn't do no smoke with that one. What else was going on? Oh yeah, we got to get into the City Girls. JT, I mean, not JT, I was about to say JT, Young Miami. Of course, Young Miami brought back Carisha Please, and she basically felt like she was airing out her laundry, but I felt like she was kind of like beating around the bush. And I do real quick before I play this clip, of course she ran her views up, but I do think Young Miami somebody needs to tell her. She did. You attached your brand to Diddy. And I heard what she was saying, and I do kind of agree with her. She was like, bro, I was championing him when y'all was championing him. Y'all act like I might have been standing out like a sore thumb because I was actually in the building, but these was for awards that the people were giving him. The culture was giving him these awards. Yes, I was there with the Hey Go Poppy sign, but you built your brand. You attached your brand so much to Diddy. So when people cancel Diddy, it was a dub for you, dog.
Right.
And she trying to play clueless and kind of try to bring out the tears and cry about it. Like, Nah, my nigga, this is on you. You brought this smoke to yourself. Like, ain't nobody else.
You watched the whole thing?
Hell no.
Oh yeah.
Hell no, I wasn't watching the whole thing of that shit. Hell no.
She definitely smoked it with that clip. Like the way she had it set up, she definitely baited people in.
I mean, I ain't mad at you. Watched the whole thing?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, I'm not mad at her for the way she baited people in, or the way she was trying to get the audience in the conversation back talking. But
it comes to
we could hash.
So when it comes to, City Girls and JT, y'all was having an argument on Twitter. You felt like, she was making songs about you. She felt like you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. Where do y'all stand at today as City Girls and just as sisters, as friends?
She ain't all good and it's not all bad. Like, we don't talk every day, but it's no beef on my end. I still look at her as family, but it's not like we on the phone, we chatting every day, or we checking in like, hey, she posting my shit, I'm posting her shit. It's not, I won't say we beefing, but it's not.
Do you feel like taking it to the internet, or do you feel like things that happen behind the scenes have went too far that it'll never be the same motherfucker the old days?
I feel like once we go to the internet, that's kind of like I'm the type of person, like, if we feel some type of...
So when it comes to...
we can hash this shit out behind closed doors. You could call my phone, we could text each other, we could cuss each other out. But like, once it goes to the internet, I feel like you trying to get people to pick a side. Mm-hmm. Like, you putting people in our business to pick a side, and I don't fuck with that. Because I feel like we've been friends for so long that if we gonna go to the internet, we gotta air each other dirty laundry. Like, I'm gonna have to say some shit about you, you're gonna have to say some shit about me, and people gonna have to pick a side. Mm. And if we real friends, we ain't going to the internet. I'm not going to the internet. And I felt like, I'm always the one that's gonna let the narrative run and let people think what they want to think and not clear nothing up. Cause it's just, it'll never be that serious to me. Like, I'm cool. I ain't gotta clear nothing up.
So how long behind the scenes have
the issues didn't hit?
So do you feel like distance? You living in Miami, she living in LA. Did that play a part in the wedge of y'all two?
I don't know.
Did y'all go to the studio together? How was recording? Because y'all last album didn't do well. And I feel like even in interviews, y'all weren't in sync. Mm-hmm. And it didn't look like something that just happened. It looked like something that's been occurring.
Yeah. I just felt like when we got together, it just wasn't hitting. I just felt like we was just in two different headspaces. Like, the way we dressed was different. Like, I'm more of, I wear a leotard, JT want to wear something covered. So I just felt like whenever we tried to get together, it just didn't connect. Like, we'll be on tour. She got her own dressing room. I got my own dressing room. She riding with her own glam team. I'm riding with my own glam team. When we get on the stage and we do our routine, that was probably like the only interaction we had at the time when we was on tour together. So I don't really know, like, the issues didn't hit. Like, what was the moment that separated us? But I just felt like it became a time where, like, when we was getting together, it just wasn't connecting. And I was just like, ain't no money in the group. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to the studio together. I'm doing a feature. People calling for the City Girls. It's either me or it's you. It just wasn't connecting no more. And I just felt like that's what really made me, like, start my own brand. Like, I got to do something because I'm in this group. The group ain't making no money. We not working. So it just became a point where we was just...
So real quick, and I do want to play this clip from JT. Let me play this clip from JT, and then I'll get into my thoughts on this.
Like, what's on the schedule? What's on the schedule? What's on the schedule? What's on the schedule? And I'm like, oh, baby, go back to LA and do hair. Mm-hmm. It's no schedule. It's no more shows. Like, our project had just did so bad. It was like October, and it was nothing. The calendar was empty. Mm-hmm. I never seen no shit like it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God. Like, if I don't figure out something, it's like, what's on the schedule?
So I guess my thing would be, even with them, is I don't necessarily know how you know when the album did bad because I feel like you really didn't work it. Like you allowed the numbers and you allowed people like academics to joke on the numbers where it's like, to me, I think it was still a decent project. I think it was a City Girls project. Do I think they had songs on it? Yeah, they had songs on it that I like. They had songs on it that I added to my gym playlist. But do I sit here and think that they just sit here and quit on each other and just quit on the project and then try to work the project? Because even the same way JT went on these small venue tours and she was working this project, she was building up, she was creating with her fans. The City Girls could have did that same thing as a group. So it's kind of just like you can't really just be like, I'm gonna give up on the group. And again, I think that was more of, and I think I even seen what Joe Budden was saying, like you can just tell the difference between Young Miami was smelling herself because, hey, I got Diddy, I can go do all these things with him, I don't need the group. And that was kind of her attitude, like I don't need the group, I don't sit here and need to work this record, I don't care if the album doing bad, it don't make a difference because I'm doing numbers on this Risha Roulette or Carisha Please is doing numbers. So you kind of didn't care. And you left JT to the point where she had to defend herself, where it was like, I gotta make this work. I don't have nothing else at the time. And I really want to be a rapper. So I do think realistically for JT, I kind of get where she was at. And that's why you seen the outcome you seen for her to sit here and be like, hey, I'm gonna go to these small venues and I'm gonna work these small venues. I'm gonna reconnect with my fans and allow them to build their own connection with just me. But the City Girls could have did the same exact thing. And I think sometimes with these newer artists, and even when we was talking about with Latto, where it's like, you can't just chase the numbers. You can't just chase a TikTok or Instagram reel sound. You have to go back to when it was just mixtapes. Like, let's be clear, live mixtapes and that Piff showed a number, but Gucci and Jeezy and 50 Cent and them niggas wasn't living and dying on how many downloads these projects got. Like, even when you listen, and that's one thing I can give Joe Budden credit about, even when you listen to him and he talk about his heyday or when he was putting out mixtapes and how confident he speaks on when he was dropping mixtapes and how he felt about his projects, he never allowed, because Lil Wayne was doing 1 million downloads in a day, that never stopped Joe Budden from sitting here still doing mixtapes. That never stopped Fabulous from doing mixtapes. Because let's be clear, if when we talking about just on that Piff and downloads on mixtapes, it was only 3 niggas that I remember ever doing 1 million downloads in a day. It was Lil Wayne, it was Meek Mill's, one I think was the first Dreams and Nightmares or the second one, and then it was Lil Durk, one of them Lil Durk projects when Lil Durk was like smoking hot. Like, but those 3 niggas, the only niggas I remember ever got 1 million downloads in a day on that Piff. But that didn't stop other niggas from dropping their mixtape. So that's my point. When they keep just relying, just all of them are sitting here saying, oh, that project did bad. What's the definition of bad if you didn't really work the project? Like, you just sitting here saying, oh, it got however many downloads in the first week. So what? Did that mean that people not gonna listen to it? Because there's certain projects, there's some niggas that nobody don't even talk about their numbers. Like, nobody sit here and be like, oh, that Boss Man D-Lo project, that Too Slippery, Joe, it went wood in the hood. Nobody even knew who Boss Man D-Lo was at the time. But guess what? When Boss Man D-Lo got hot, his biggest song right now is that Twerks. That shit came out in 2023. He got hot in 2024. So, but just imagine if he would have stopped rapping because that project didn't get hot in 2023. When he was even catching his buzz, them songs still wasn't the hottest songs. That song was still on the same project as Get In With Me and all that other stuff, or Creed or Chick-fil-A, all them other, or Phil Jackson, all those other songs that people originally liked from him. That song was still on that project, and niggas just wasn't checking for that song until that song had its moment. But that didn't stop him from keep dropping music, working whatever songs was working for him. That's my point. Sometimes, like, and even when I'm listening to the City Girls, and I understand it may cost a lot of money for them to move around because you got to do hair and makeup and all this other stuff. But sometimes you just got to thug it out. You got to still get on the road, beat the road down, and get people familiar with your music. Hey, did you hear this song? The price that you used to charge for hostings and shows, sometimes you got to take a pay cut, and there be certain promoters where you can reach out to. I mean, of course, like, if you're not doing your own bookings, you may not have those relationships with promoters, but I'm just speaking as somebody who managed a band and somebody who's been a promoter before, and you get friendly prices. Like, I'm got relationships with this band so they can give me a price that they won't give nobody else. And guess what you would tell? And what we already got a conversation that's already that price that I'm giving you. Don't re-quote this price for nobody else. Don't book me for nobody else, because this is your price, because me and you got a working relationship. And if you are an artist, your manager should have that working relationship with people. And maybe the City Girls got too big at one point in time where they didn't have that relationship. But obviously they got it because JT went back and did it. I'm sure whatever the City Girls was getting, JT is no way in hell she could charge what she was getting when they was the City Girls and they was doing the festivals for what she getting to go into these small venues. Because realistically, there's no way that the promoter can make no money, or she can even do it. If she was even doing it herself, she couldn't even charge herself that because it realistically is not financially, it wouldn't happen. And I'm sure them ticket prices wasn't more than $40 because ain't nobody paying more than $40 going to no goddamn hole in the wall. But it don't matter because it's still, you still got to check off all the boxes you needed to check off. You still got to be able to rebuild yourself, rebrand yourself. So like I said, the same thing that JT did for her solo self, the City Girls could have did that as a group. But at that time, Young Miami was so up Diddy ass and she was feeling herself. I'm going around. We did our City Girl shit. That shit failed. It don't matter. I'm going right back to the Breakfast Club and I'm right beside Diddy promoting his Love album. That's the problem. And that is why when he got canceled, she got canceled. And that's why she tried. And the sad thing is, like I said, that's the difference. And that is the luxury that some female artists or female Instagram influencers have. Some people are just likable. People just like the City Girls. People like that ratchet, raunchy shit. So people going to always kind of like, some people going to support that shit. Some people not. So she can get on there crying and be like, oh, the domestic violence, and I didn't see that side of him, and this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, them tears work for some people. But then there's some people who was like, nah, you was high throwing that shit in our face. Oh, daddy, he buying me all this other shit. Some people not want to because it's almost literally like nobody feels sorry for the drug dealer when his whole family get locked up on a RICO case. Because you got to reap the benefits of it. Like niggas wasn't feeling, I mean, of course I'm talking too far in advance, but nigga, I'm sure people in Detroit wasn't feeling sorry for Big Meech and his mom, his dad and his sister when they got locked up. You know why? Because all of them reaped the benefit of it. Like I said, I'm skipping super far in advance because that's not where the BMF story is. But even though we can tie it into fucking
but then what's that catch? She did catch some heat with her and Uzi, right?
Who? JT?
Yeah, that whole BET situation too. Was that the same awards?
Yeah, I mean, but that was, I mean, no, but I mean, that was,
When she threw the phone
but I mean, that was her.
over.
She put that on herself. That wasn't Uzi's fault. Uzi ain't had shit to do with that. That was just her wilding out on him.
But what I'm saying is just like both of them went through their whole little, I guess, spill. But I think Diddy's spill is more bigger.
But you know,
because we never seen any altercation or anything with Young Miami and Diddy. We never.
No, but you're missing my point though. Is if we canceling, when they canceling Diddy, they canceling the whole family. Niggas ain't sitting here running around.
No,
every time they post his son, I be seeing people in the comment section like, "Why are you still posting this nigga?"
No, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying with the whole spill, it's just like even with the whole JT and Uzi little situation, whatever happened at that awards that time with the whole throwing the phone, we made a comment about it, but we also were still talking about. Carisha, you was still standing holding the sign.
Oh no, that was two different. No, those was two different awards. Those were two different awards. Wait.
No, I'm saying, but we still talk about what more look more embarrassing is you holding that sign. Who he wasn't your man. He just had a baby. All that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said with her saying, "Oh, I didn't know," or "I didn't see that side of."
You
made it more of a like you was making it look more bad on your situation than it is on JT's situation.
Yeah, I think the difference is, two things, the difference between the JT and Lil Uzi relationship compared to Diddy and Young Miami, where the JT and Lil Uzi shit look more real. And it looked like, or it looks a little bit more believable for people because it's just like, even when Uzi be with her, he looked like the irritated boyfriend. Like that shit don't look like it's all fun and games. It don't look like it's all sunshine all the time. Like you can tell, like Lil Uzi be like, I'm here because I don't want to hear my girlfriend mouth. Even for his own birthday. Like if you go watch some of the videos and the pictures of this nigga, like he looked like the kid to be like, bro, when the fuck can I go play Fortnite? Like he looked like one of them kids. He looked like, if you go look at any picture of Jay, but that's how most niggas are. Like we do shit because your girl tell you to do something. You're not doing it because that's like really what you want to do. Like I'm just doing it because I'm tired of hearing my girl mouth. I don't want to hear her complain about, oh, I didn't allow her to show up for me on my birthday because blase blah, or whatever else the case may be. So I'm allowing her to do whatever because, all right, it's her, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But it's just, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, my only thing for Young Miami is you just got to realize, like, bruh, like, you attach yourself to somebody who got canceled. Sorry, that's what happened. Same way if I attach myself to a crime family, the same, like, nigga, look at Gunna. Like, nigga, he got locked up in that RICO too. You know why? Because he was affiliated. His brand was YSL. He got picked up in there. He had to sit in that goddamn jail cell until he had to figure out what plea deal he was going to take. So Young Miami got to figure it out. And before we get off the Young Miami thing, I do want to play this clip of, so QC basically told Young Miami they don't want to allow her to put out no music because they don't feel no growth in her, which I do think is kind of crazy. Like, damn, allow me to put out music to figure out where I can grow or how I can grow my audience. Don't sit here and tell me I just can't put it out because you feel like my music is still childish. That's kind of crazy to me.
For who? Well,
At least music right now is because it's like when I try to turn my music in, it's just like we don't see no growth in your music, or you're not elevating it. Like the fans that y'all had 6 years ago, they grown now. Not able to release music right now is because it's like when I try to turn my music in, it's just like we don't see no growth in your music, or you're not elevating it. Like the.
I do think that is a thing. I do think realistically. And that's why I'm not mad at people like Drake when he consistently just keep dropping music, because he allowed himself to grow with the audience. I don't take a break too much where I'm disconnected with my audience, because I do feel, and let's be clear, I do think we live in a time now where, and we talk about this every week, where it's a lot of women who may be lost in identity with age. So I'm not sitting here saying it is the City Girls like the group who was like diehard City Girls fans 6 years ago. I'm not necessarily saying that all of them have outgrown that stage of life, because I do feel like we live in a time where a lot of people can't break away from that shit either, because they still trying to figure out how can I, get me a ball, or how can I get the attention that I'm looking for on social media. So I don't necessarily think that everybody has detached themselves from the City Girls or that type of music that they was putting out. But I do think you have to have some type of growth. Like, you can't still be like this, like it's like you kind of stuck at the I hope that you would grow. Like you kind of still competing with Sexy Red. And that's why when I was talking about Latto or even Meg, like you can see them making a distinguished separation from themselves from the rest of the pack. Like I have to sit here and make, like when I sit here and talk about Latto, I got to make this album sound completely more grown and more put together than a Sexy Red or Ice Spice project, or you gonna continuously put me in that group. And sometimes if I'm mentally in a different place as an artist, or I'm mentally somewhere as an adult, I can't compete with them. That would be just like me sitting here trying to mentally compete with Cass and that. No, I know for a fact that's not my audience. There's no way in hell I could cater to 13 and 15-year-olds. It's my brain won't go there.
No, and that's why I was kind of shocked when you even said like the whole JT project was better. I mean, the Ice Spice was better than the JT project, because I felt like, well, the JT project, it didn't sound like a City Girls project. It sounded like her, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no. Okay, so I guess even for JT, and let's be clear, I think JT got some songs on there. Like I see, we talked about it. I said it last week. Every time I get on social media, let's be clear, that JT Coming song, people like it. But my thing is,
even that song. That's what I'm saying. That because I was kind of, like I said, I was more thrown off. Like I said, when you said, "Well, I listened to the Ice Spice song more than I listened to JT," I'm like, "Well, damn, what did he really listen to?" I'm like, JT had some joints on there.
So, but I think okay. So to defend my point on that one is, yeah, did she have some songs on it? Yeah, cool. But they're not better than City Girl songs, and she's not a good enough rapper to make a project like a Latto. So that's my point. You can't. It's like for her, she's in the between. Like I can agree with what you're saying. Like, is she trying to make more adult contemporary City Girls music for her audience? Is she trying to separate? So like that little pot with Young Miami saying, is she trying to show some growth in her music? Yeah, of course. Did that I like that song that she said, the Uncle Al song or whatever. Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. Still, it's not better than a City Girl song. Like if I'm comparing that JT project to that project that they keep saying was horrible, like it didn't do good for them, yeah, numbers wise, but still song wise, I still don't think that JT project was better than that last City Girls project.
Nothing on that City Girl last project. Nothing.
I do, because I like that project. Like I like that wig song, like the wig on wigs. The wig, like that. To me, that's just like, I don't think JT's a good enough rapper for what she tried to do. Like she was trying to like make, like even when I'm listening to her on Joe Jones, and she trying to explain like, oh yeah, I listened to her on Ebro Jones, and she was explaining like, yeah, I was making album cuts and I was trying to do this. She's not a good enough rapper to do it. I'm not mad at her for trying to, but she's not a good enough rapper to do what she was trying to do.
But that's what I'm saying. But even when you say like the whole pussy rap is gone out, is getting old. So I'm just like, when do you get that whole, all right, I want to try something new. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to, and that's why I said, I get it why maybe what's naming them said, because it's like, all right, we let JT do her thing. But it's like, what else can you really rap about besides pussy rap type of?
I mean, I guess she got to prove herself. I mean, but to me, I think you got to be able to put out music to prove yourself.
But what can she really rap
I mean, nigga, listen, she can rap about shit. She done been through some, nigga, her baby father got killed. Like, she got shit to rap about. She can rap about her baby father got killed. She then went and messed with Southside. That didn't, whatever, I don't even know if it didn't work or it worked or whatever case may be. Then she ran to Diddy and Diddy got canceled. Like, this shit is, I don't know if, like, again, skill level wise, can she rap about the shit that she been through? Probably not. But has she been through enough stuff to actually be able to rap about something? Yes. Like, even when I'm listening to Latto Project, like I can hear Latto, like even when I'm listening to her rap about her relationship, it's like more on a braggadocious because I still got to remember Latto ain't number 20 something. So you kind of still rapping like a kid in their first relationship, like you got a nigga who's spoiling you. So it's the highs is very like childish. It's not no real depth into the music yet. Like you ain't really had your heart broke. Like when I talk about like listening to Drake, when Drake go through a heartbreak, and for people who haven't downloaded that 100 gigs or you haven't watched none of them clips, even when he telling his mom about him making them songs about Serena, and his mom's like, yeah, I got 2 ears. Yeah, I can tell this is about Serena Williams. But because he is one, he's older than Latto, but he's more in detail with his emotions. So you can hear his real hurt. Like when niggas listen to Drake, you can be like, oh, this nigga really got his heart broke before. This girl really did him dirty and he feels some type of way because you can hear it the way he's pinning these songs together. So even for Latto right now, when I'm listening to Latto, it's like, oh, you just like, you happy right now. And of course, I'm not wishing a bad relationship or a bad breakup on her, but I can just tell the highs is just super high in this relationship with her, and she's young. Because everything is just, oh, how that, like my nigga did this, we spoiling each other, we this, that, and the third. And it's just so young and it's rich. So like, I don't even, and that's why I kind of don't know how it may be relatable to some women. I don't know. Like I said, the homegirls I had conversations with, they liked it. But I'm just sitting here saying, for them real deep feelings when people talking about relationships, for the stuff that I may be looking for, she ain't there yet. And God willing, she may not never get there because she may not never get her heart broke. But when that shit, like when you listening to Drake or you listening to Giveon, like Giveon is young, but you can tell that woman, when he put that album together with that Heartbreak Anniversary, listen to that fucking words on that Heartbreak Anniversary. That girl hit that nigga heart with the goddamn Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin music. You can hear that shit in the words of this nigga music. Like when Future's be rapping about Sierra, that's why we can all make the joke like, oh no, Future really loves Sierra, because we can tell like, nigga, let the Russell Wilson shit go. He won this game, nigga, it's over. But he won't let it go. You know why? Because he really loves Sierra. So all he know, this is my biggest up, is fucking Russell Wilson. He shouldn't be. As a grown man, a nigga playing stepdaddy shouldn't be your up, but he is. But that's an emotion. That's something that is something that's triggering him. So for some of these artists, when we talking about, like, I think some of it come with age because Future is older. Like I said, that's why to me, comparing it to Giveon, because he's younger than Future, he's younger than Drake. So for him to pin some of them emotions and those feelings together, and why people be like, damn, that's a little bit more fire. Or shit, even look for Mary. Like Mary old now, but that woman, what's that? What's her biggest song? What's the 411 or whatever them songs, them albums that people really love from Mary J. Blige? Mary J. Blige was in her 20s because you talking about them albums was 20 years ago. What, Mary might be like 50 now, so maybe she might be in her late 20s. So she was kind of young. So I think some of those things just go with emotions and feelings on actually where you've been. And I don't think sometimes when I'm listening to, I don't know if the city girls know how to pin that type of music yet. And that's why I say, like, that's why I told you, even when I talked about JT Jones, I didn't really want to bash her. I just had to give my honest opinion. I didn't want to sit here and say, oh, don't go support her or don't, because I was the first person who was bigging her up for doing the small venue. So I don't never want to make it seem like I'm trashing her, but I know, like, if I'm being honest about like where somebody pen can go, what's their rapping ability, I don't want it to get confused, because it will be crazy if I come on here and sit here 1 week and say, oh, JT Project was fire, and then I sit here and tell y'all the Latto shit. Niggas wouldn't even believe me with the Latto shit. So you got to sit here and say, no, nigga, this shit was just trash. Like I heard, which I was listening to, like I heard the beats. Yeah, the beats sound like some Jeezy shit, but it didn't sound like Jeezy. Stop being disrespectful.
But I want to say, even with the JT Project, I just feel like even with hers, I feel like it was more so of, I think she probably should have let this out when she first got out of jail type of, because that's what more was giving me, like, I'm out of jail. Like I did go do time, and this is my, you know what I'm saying, I'm putting it down. I think that probably, if she would have put that project out when she first got out, it probably would have got a better, you know what I'm saying?
But I think
that's why I said even with you, like I said, because it was when you even throw it back to like that City Girl project, I'm like, I don't remember shit from that City Girl project. But even listen to this JT, I'm like, well, damn, like if she would put this out first, without even putting out that freestyle first day out shit.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I totally agree with what you said, but just to even kind of just to give you some pushback on that, because And what was the messed up thing for them is they put out a better project that was better than the last one was the what was that joint called? Hold on. The City on Lock? I believe that's what it was called. And they had Flued Out on it. That album was fire. And I remember recording by myself and literally did like a 45-minute episode by myself about the City on Lock. It came out in 2020. The world was shut down. Nigga, they had hits on it. They had the joint Broke Niggas Don't Deserve No Pussy. They had Pussy Talk with Doja Cat, Lil Wayne out on the remix. They had the Broke Niggas Don't Deserve No Pussy. Yo Gotti was on that. Flued Out with Lil Baby. Like, nigga, they had some hits on it. But the difference was the world was shut down. So like she said, at that time, they couldn't even go out and really promote that music. They couldn't go out and perform that music. So they kind of let it go to waste.
I know, but that's why even with the listen to that Jay-Z product, I'm like, damn, had she had bigger features on her project, it probably would have been better. Because it was like a lot of songs I was just listening. I'm like, damn, if what's name would have been on this, this drum would have took it. Because even like that Uncle Al shit, if that was a City Girl feature or Megan Thee Stallion feature, that shit would be a summer hit.
But that's again that's the problem with and that was Young Miami's. And that's why I didn't agree with Joe when he said, "Oh, I can't believe that she went out there and sit here and threw her under the bus," saying like, "I didn't get into that argument because that was a Nicki Minaj feature and I'm not on that song." I agree with Young Miami because nigga, me and Nicki Minaj ain't cool. I didn't want to jump in that bed, and that's what, like you said, I guarantee you, JT could have got a feature if she didn't jump in that Nicki Minaj bed and start beefing with Cardi and start beefing with who else she was beefing with. She was beefing with Cardi, and like you can't get them features now because they got their own group. They got their Meg, Cardi, and Latto and Glorilla, and now they bringing Sexy Red back into that circle. Like they got their own group. So yeah, we not doing no features with you. So you kind of eliminate yourself. With Young Miami, still like she's still cool with all them girls. Go look up under Go look up under Latto. Go look up under
at the Atlanta joint.
She
the skate ring joint.
But she,
Lotto.
So that's my point. But that's my point. So she still be under all these girls' comment section. She's still cool with all them. So she didn't agree with what JT did. Like I'm not about to sit here and go jump in bed with Nicki, and Nicki only gonna give you this one fucking feature, and what she did, and never sit here and came back, and you leave all them girls for fucking dead. And they got to fend for themselves, and now they kind of looking at it like, oh, that shit really wasn't worth it. So, like I said, I'm not mad at them. Like I said, Carisha is back for people who did love Carisha. And let's be clear, if it wasn't one of those weeks, like me and Top talk about it all the time when he be sending me stuff to listen to. I've told y'all this before, and that's why I understood even when people got mad about when we wasn't uploading on the podcast app. I am a routine person. I got my routine listens. Like it'd be hard for me to really just like break what I'm listening to on the regular already to go listen to a miscellaneous joint. Like a miscellaneous joint that I gotta go listen to, gotta be somebody I really care about. Like I went to go listen to the Joe and Yachty joint, but I'm not running to go listen to. I like the joint. Because I think Lil Yachty and Joe kind of got their own little weird relationship already, so it was kind of just like cool for them to kind of like hash out their little back and forth that they had back in the day. So that joint was straight. What else was going on in the world? I talked about Ayesha Curry. Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross was, I'm sure, for most people, especially if you follow any of the blogs, maybe if you don't even if you follow her, she had a picture that was going viral. And I seen a girl on Twitter. I think it was the girl that Cardi B was going back and forth with recently. I believe her name is I can't even remember her name, but I think I almost 100% positive that's how this girl came on my Twitter algorithm is because of that Cardi B situation. But she was basically like, I don't want y'all to drag me, but I really want to have a real conversation about this. And so people don't know what I'm talking about. Tracee Ellis Ross has a picture with, let's be clear, her body looked banging, but Tracee Ellis Ross is like 60 years old. She took a picture, some nice pants, and she was damn titties out. He got her, Yeah, that picture right there. Yeah, she got her hands over her. She got her hands covering up her nipples, but you can see her bottom of her boob. You can see her side boob, and it was kind of just like, why are you posting this picture at 60? And the young lady and her thing was, I know what y'all gonna sit here and say. Oh, y'all gonna say. And I guess what she was saying is, why do when women get older and they want to live free, why do they have to? First thing they run to is getting naked. And I kind of thought the same thing, and that's why when I seen the girl jump, I kind of almost want to go pull up her tweets and kind of read what she was saying, because I honestly kind of agree with what she was saying.
But is it because it's Tracee? Because Holly Berry did the same thing.
I think people. If I'm keeping it a buck, I don't think people.
J-Lo did the same thing.
I don't think people I don't think people even. I'm not even gonna say people. I even for myself
because
I don't know. I don't look at Tracee Ellis Ross
as a sex appeal.
No, not as a sex. Yeah, Aaliyah, I don't. I don't look at her the same way I look at J-Lo and them. I feel like I hold her to a higher. I put a little bit more respect on her, the way she carry herself and who she is and why she is popular.
No,
like I think people look at fucking Halle Berry like she kind of like a freak junk. Like people look at J-Lo like a freak junk. Like niggas look like both of them have had endless failed relationships. So it's like I don't think niggas really be looking at them like, oh man, yeah, like nah. Like niggas look at Tracee Ellis Ross and kind of be like, damn, why is she still single? Like she's such a beautiful woman. She carry herself with so much class and so much dignity. And then it's like, all right, boom, why she randomly just half naked on my timeline? Like what's the point of that? Like what are you searching for? What's the attention that you looking for? Yeah, I don't necessarily know. I don't have the answers for it. I don't even necessarily know how to judge it. Oh man, I gotta play this clip of this girl when she was talking about the red balloons. Oh man, she smoked this, Joe.
That balloon dating show really ain't that far off from reality. Let me explain to you. People have a lot of intuitive thoughts that go through their mind when they meet you. On that show, people are actually voicing it out loud, what it is about the person that turned them off or why they wouldn't date them. But people go on dates every day with people, and those people don't tell them what it is about them that's turning them off or reasons why they would never pursue anything serious with them, but those thoughts are going through their head. You got people who they'll be like, oh my God, the date was going so good. I don't know what happened, or everything was going so great. And then I stopped hearing from this person. That's because there was something about you that they eliminated you from being an option, whether or not they voiced it out loud to you or not. There may have not been a physical balloon being popped, but in their mind, they popped the balloon, right? Whether it was your conversation, the way you showed up looking, your hygiene. It was something about you that they couldn't get with. It was something about you that eliminated you from being an option for them. But they may have not voiced it and told you what it was. There may have not been an actual balloon being popped. But when it came to them seeing you as a real option, them wanting to date you, them being attracted to you, it wasn't there. That balloon dating show.
So I agree with everything she said. That's why I say she smoked it. I was like, as soon as I heard it, it's like, oh, I gotta play this clip on the podcast. But I do. So my question was, and even question to the audience, would you rather people? I mean, of course, like it probably would be wild for somebody actually to pop a balloon while you on the date. But would you kind of like rather have that, to be honest, so you can kind of know why and have that dialogue on why somebody really don't bang with you for real? Or like why instead of somebody just completely ghosting you, like on that show, they pop that balloon and they realistically be just like, oh, this is why I don't bang with you. Like this is not why, this is the reason why I stopped dating you.
What was that Jim Carrey movie? Liar? We Can Lie, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of, that's what it is kind of like. You gotta, say what
no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't necessarily.
Because you ain't going, I mean, you're not.
But
you're not going to ask those questions.
No, I will. No, let's be clear. I can be on I could be on this microphone and I can seem like out of nonchalant, don't care about nothing. But for my own peace of mind sometimes, because I do think if you can accept people's critique, even just like when I talked about it when the girl said and said, oh, why would you send it? It was catfish and you were sending all these jokes. And I've been losing endless weight since she said that. And I've been going super hard on the cardio. I've been judging the way the shirts fit me. I like certain shirts that used to be tighter. They way more baggier now. So I know, okay, now I can go back down another size. So I can take critique and take criticism well. I don't necessarily know if everybody can. And even speaking on that, in a minute, we can play this. I can literally, after we finish this conversation, I can play the clip of Scarlett where the dude basically sit here and told her boyfriend kind of called her like you kind of ugly sometimes. But even the way she took it, but real quick, I don't want to skip to that, but I do sit here and say, if you can take people's criticism and allow it to help you work on the better, sometimes you may not. Like somebody may say, oh, I don't like this about you, and you may be strong on it. Like somebody may be like, I don't like that you wear bright colors. I like my men to be in all black. Then that girl may just not be for me because I just like bright colors. So, but I can still take what she said and be like, all right, cool, I can respect it. And cut that realistically allow me subconsciously maybe to tone down the colors in different parts of the season. Yeah, because let's be clear. I think I can bust out in a olive green and a brown just as much as I can in a pink and blue, but I think it's certain times for it. Because sometimes I may not be in the mood to sit here and put on a pink hat and a pink or blue shirt or whatever the case may be. I may be in a mood where, all right, I really don't even feel like putting nothing on. Let me just put on this olive green or put on this brown because it's just a safer color. It's easier to put on. And realistically, and that's why I always never have really been a fan of dark colors, because I do think that is the safer way. It's just safe. It's safer for me to throw on an olive green and a brown because it don't make no statement when you wear it. It's lazy. When people wear all black, niggas feel like, think about when we see people in all black. Most of the time we always feel like, oh, this nigga about to be on the move. He dirty. He look bummy. He about to rob people. Think about how people clown all black Air Force Ones because there's no effort into that. It's like it just looked like some dirty shit that a nigga who might about to pull you a move. But a nigga who put on some all whites and he got to actually put on an outfit to pull these all whites on to make it make sense for why he got them on, you can tell that person put more time and effort into what they got on. So that could be easily my dialogue for somebody who not into niggas wearing bright colors or flamboyant shit because it may be too flamboyant for you. Or maybe some women, I've heard girls here and indirectly probably could have been talking to me. I may feel like, oh, she don't pay attention to my Insta story no much, but I remember Top was with a bra before that I used to talk to back in the day, and she was talking shit, and he was recording her. She's like, I ain't scared of Mikey. I don't care. This nigga take too many goddamn selfies in the gym. Me and her already we used to fuck with each other for years, so I didn't take it no way. But I know another girl recently, maybe like a year or some change ago, she was just like, I don't like niggas that take too many selfies. And then she put like a laughing emoji, and then she put the upside down emoji. So she could have been literally indirectly talking to me at the same time, and I could have sat here and say, damn, if I'm really on this girl body, all right, well, nigga, you may need to cut down on some of the selfies. Is that girl worth enough? So if she had that red balloon and that was why she was about to pop it, I might be like, hold on, I ain't gonna take no more selfies because I think you that bad. But it didn't make, or if I thought she was weak, I'm like, cool, pop that balloon. I don't care. So do I think, like, would it be a little bit more fire? Yeah, like I said, the red balloon may be a little bit more for the dramatics of course, entertaining people, and that's their signature thing. Excuse me, to separate their show from the 20v1s or whatever the case may be. But I do think people do need to be that honest with people, because I'm not a fan of just ghosting people. Like, because it don't matter, even if you really don't care about the person, it still leave that little doubt in your brain on like, damn, why this person ghost me? Like, what did I do wrong? Especially for men, let's keep it a buck. If you felt like you went to pound town on this joint, and I don't mean pound town like you just rabbited them. I'm talking about you put out some of your best sex, and then she still just kind of like, all right, maybe I had sex like 2 more times, and then she ghosted you. But I know some girls, like, I look at it and I laugh. Like, let's say if I just had sex with a girl 2 weeks ago and then she ghosts me, and then 2 weeks later I see her with a nigga, that at least helped me sleep a little bit better. Like, okay, cool. That don't mean the sex was trash. It means she just wanted to fuck a nigga in her process while she was getting to know another nigga. And women do that, and you don't realize it until she put it on the timeline when you can see it and be like, oh, I can eat that. But I'm a little bit more better, and I'm okay with knowing that, oh, you ghosted one. And let's be clear, I think a lot of times, and I only can speak for myself, a lot of women feel more comfortable ghosting me because the way I talk on the podcast. I was arguing with this girl today, and she was just like, man, I just had a different perception of you because the way you talk on this podcast. And I'm like, bro, it's entertainment, but cool, I get it. I can't, it's hard for me to explain it because it sounds like I am speaking from real places, but I'm speaking the way I speak is because it has to be entertaining. People don't watch. We talk about TV shows, like people don't appreciate The Chi, because The Chi is like it's a happier version of like Power and shit. Like, but people, we all love Power. We love everything 50 Cent do. Why? Because it's negative, it's super aggressive, it's loud, wow, it's voices, it's in your face. People, it's easier for people to digest that type of shit than it is for people to digest like the happy, loving of a bullshit. So I mean, it is what it is. I do, like I said, me personally, would I appreciate people popping a red balloon or in that form of telling you why things didn't work out or why they kind of just don't find you their cup of tea and they probably won't respond to you anymore. I would like it. I'm cool with that. I would not be mad at it at all. I would appreciate it. And like I said, let's get into Scarlett, because damn, I ain't gonna lie to you, I felt bad for her. I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for her. And it is because you can tell that she deals with a lot of self-esteem issues anyway, because it's just the way like she talk about certain things or when she having different conversations. So this clip, I ain't gonna lie to you, I felt bad for her.
You think I'm pretty, baby?
You're beautiful, man. Sometimes.
What that mean?
I mean, sometimes.
Am I pretty right now?
No, not right now. Definitely not right now. Every now and then, looking a little.
I'll get out of here, y'all. I don't feel like being on. So your dad don't think I look pretty right now?
Not like right now, but like sometimes. You feel me?
So again,
damn, that is crazy. I never saw the video. I heard the video, but I never saw who it was. And when you told me it was Scarlett, it's like because what's name? Erica sent me the I never looked at the what's name. I just heard it, and I just said, well, he's not wrong for saying that. I'm like, if I tell you you're beautiful every day, I'm always compliment you. But if you ask me, do I look pretty? No, you don't look pretty today.
Yeah, but
So
but we had this conversation. We had, I want to say it was last week or the week before, when I asked you why is it okay for women. When we, matter of fact, we had the conversation, and it was like 2 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago, and I asked y'all, why is it okay for a woman to sit here and say you need to get a haircut, but she won't offer to pay for your haircut. But if a nigga says something about a woman, he has to be willing to sit here and fix whatever he's about to complain about. So my question of it is, I think it's even going literally. That's why I say you can tie it in literally to the red balloon thing. Is because why would she realistically? Maybe because she was on live, it's a difference. But it's like, and he said it, so it hurt a lot more because you sat in front of her fans.
Why would you ask me that question then?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I think because let's be clear. To me personally, especially if you know she on live, then lie, dog. Like, you don't have to be a dickhead. That's you just being a dickhead. You trying to sit here and embarrass this girl because why do you have to sit here and be brutally that honest with her?
But with the way he sound, I don't think he was being brutal. Like he was just being like, right now, no, you don't look cute. It's sometimes like
that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hear
like,
what you saying.
What you said, like, nah, that shit you got on right now ain't looking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I listen to what I'm saying. You're missing the point. As men, yes, we can take that critique and be honest. Like, I know for a fact I need a haircut. I look in the mirror every day and be like, nigga, you need a haircut. But am I making a choice of like, no, I'm cool. I've already explained on this show a million times why I ain't getting one. But I can still, I know for a fact there's certain things you cannot say to a woman. Now, her friends should be able to hold her that accountable. Her friends should be able to be that brutally honest. But as a man that she talking about, she laying up in bed with, she's saying that she loved them or whatever the case may be, he cannot be that brutally honest, and you definitely cannot be that brutally honest if y'all or she's on her Instagram live and this girl is a celebrity or somebody's trying to build a celebrity status for herself. That's ridiculous and out of pocket. You can say, and realistically, to me, no, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying. It depends on the relationship y'all have. Would you, in the ideal world, in the perfect world, yes, you would hope you and your partner can even play around and be that honest with each other. That to me would be the perfect relationship, because if you can be that honest with, if the woman, man, whatever, vice versa, if y'all can be that honest with each other, guess what y'all always will do? Y'all always will be on y'all P's and Q's, and you will never allow yourself to completely fall off in that relationship. It won't be no such thing as no happy weight, because y'all holding each other accountable. Like, boo, oh, you came in this relationship maybe 10 pounds lighter. We both need to get it together. We need to lay off on the carbs. We need to add some extra cardio onto our junk. You can have that honest conversation. But most people, let's be clear, let's be honest, most women don't want you to be that honest. And that is why, guess what, quote unquote, the happy weight. First thing, soon as women get out of that relationship, the first thing they do is be like, oh, I'm glad I got out of that relationship because look at all this. I let myself go. I'm never going to let myself go again like that. So now you don't want to let yourself go again like that because you didn't allow that nigga to be honest and be like, boo, you can't, like, we probably both need to lay off the Friday night, the hamburgers or whatever, the pizza, the extra, whatever we laying up watching Netflix and chill. Let's change it from heavy comfort food and let's start to put it into some fruit. While the weather's still nice and it's still a little bit of day, let's start walking together a little bit. But most people do not do that, and most women won't allow their man to be that honest with them. So guess what happened? When you do, and if y'all haven't built that rapport, like y'all don't even play around with each other like that,
you can still play around that shit still.
But it depends. But listen, it depends on the relationship, because are you and her actually friends? If y'all build a friendship before the relationship shit, you probably
they still gonna feel sweat.
But you can probably still get it off though.
You can get it off, but they still gonna feel some type of way. That's my question to the ladies. What is a question or anything that a man can say to you that you don't take offense to? That's my question. What can I sit here and say to is I can tell you a perfect example where even when me and my kids' mother was together, and it was an incident. We went out, whatever the case may be. She was drunk, whatever, blah blah blah. We get home and we blah blah, and I was like, well, come on, let's go get in the shower. And she's like, what you mean? I'm like, come on, let's get in the shower. Like she was kind of a little musty. But I didn't say that. I was just like, let's get in the shower. And she was like, that just threw her all off. And she just got mad. I'm like, what you saying? Oh, I stink. Oh, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just had a whole fit. But I was just like, if I could sit here and smell it, like I noticed it. And I'm just trying to like, all right, like, let's, like, that's what I'm saying. What can I say to you even that you won't get offended or even have them, feel the type of way?
I mean,
I don't think
I know.
there's no way. Because that's even like when I'm at work, when females be like, oh, do I stink? You know what I'm saying? Do I smell? Can you smell me? I can't be like, yeah, you do stink. You do smell a little fish. You can't say that. What question what anything I can sit here and say and admit to you and be like, yeah, all right, you're a little ugly, you're a little stinky.
No.
What can I say?
I'm listening to what I'm with you. I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. And that to me is, which even that little that conversation you brought up, that made me even just think, well, I respect women who just off the rip just gonna get in the shower as soon as they come in the house. Like I don't care where they've been or how they been going. That's the first thing they're gonna do. Because some people, and let's be clear, some people may be just subconscious to their self that they kind of just like. I know a girl. I'm talking about literally every time I came over her house, like she would literally damn near wait until I got there just to get in the shower. So she kind of like, nigga, like you can see me. Hey, I'm gonna get in the shower, and that for me as a man made me be like, okay, nigga. Every time I come over here, I know she about to get in the shower. As soon as she get in, I gotta get right in after her. So it's just like kind of like you just I don't the sad thing is
it's anything. I don't think it's anything you can say.
But I think people should be able to me, the adult thing should be follow the leader when it comes to the shower thing, especially if y'all about to have sex or whatever the case may be. To me, the common courtesy, like if I see this person just got in the shower, dog, you should match their energy.
No, you're absolutely right about it. But I'm just like, when it comes,
I don't know how you're supposed to say it. I don't know. I don't necessarily know. Like somebody in the chat said for Scarlett, nigga, he should have just gave her the side eye and shouldn't have said nothing. I do agree with him.
That would have might been worse.
No, because the fans could never see it, so she could see it.
On the camera.
No, he wasn't on camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So nobody don't know what this nigga looked like. They only know what he's saying.
Yeah,
he wasn't on camera. No, he wasn't on camera.
That's what I said. I didn't see the video. I just
he wasn't on camera. He wasn't on camera. So he should have realistically just skipped out on it. So it's just like. Yeah, and I'm with you with the shower thing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Just to me personally, I do appreciate a woman who literally, and that just naturally to me, just like that to me, just seemed like what you should do.
But
I know a bra who literally every time she used to come to she literally would get in the shower every time. I don't care, and I kind of respect that more. And as a man, to me, when you and let's be clear, we got nigga brains. So when you see a girl take a shower, that just turn you on more. One, and it's gonna make you be conscious of just like I don't care. I'm gonna eat the box a little more. I might suck a toe a little bit more because you feel like everything clean. And that's just our dumb man brain. Our dumb man brain think a shower makes this bra clean. So all you got to do is clean. If you got some good soap, you got some Dove in your junk, she take a shower, she gonna get out smelling good, then that's gonna make me sit here and think everything is good money to eat from head to toe. So you're not gonna think twice about it. So any woman listening and hearing my voice right now, whenever you hear this, you should realistically get in the shower because men brain, and I am a man, and and I can speak for most men, though our brain is just that stupid. You get in the shower, we gonna think it's good money to eat everything. Especially if you just really a horny nigga, or if you're a horny nigga and you ain't trying to like tap out real fast. Most niggas know, especially the older you get, and you ain't trying to embarrass yourself, to save yourself some time. You're gonna eat, suck some toes, suck some titties, kiss a little butt cheek a little bit more. So the shower gonna help you, make you feel a lot more comfortable. So I do agree with that situation.
And that's why my question is, when females say, I want you to be honest, but how honest can I be with you?
I mean, I think everybody's case by case scenarios. You can kind of tie it into sports. I mean, every coach can't coach his team the same way. The same way people on Twitter was mad that Jason Tatum wasn't getting playing time, and we can all argue. Most people who watch enough basketball be like, "Nigga, he just didn't deserve to play on that in that moment." So I think it's just different. Like you got to know how to kind of like you can't talk to every woman the same way every coach can't coach every player the same way. I'm sure Steve Kerr don't talk to Draymond Green the same way he talked to Steph Curry. You can't. They two different. Them niggas got totally two different personalities, and that's men.
So let me ask you: would you be okay with like if a woman said, "Oh damn, you little, your breath a little, you'll be okay. You like, oh, all right, my bad. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Take care.
Yeah, but
you know, type of way.
No, I wouldn't feel no type of way. I would brush my teeth, and I think realistically, if most people, if this is the difference, if you actually brush your teeth or take a shower a lot, or you put on cologne, or you put on enough deodorant, you can smell yourself and know when you're musty. Even when you talk about the breath part, I know for a fact if I'm fasting and I'm doing my fasting cardio early in the morning, as soon as I get up and get out, by the time I'm in, especially if I'm staying out until like 2 hours and like 30 minutes, bro, when the time I get to 2:10, I can taste it in the back of my teeth that I need some fucking water. Like my mouth is so goddamn dry, I can taste it in my teeth. Like it just, like my fucking mouth tastes disgusting when you need to drink some water. So it's like you can, like, you know your body, dog. You know for a fact how your body responds. Like, you know, even when you eating certain foods, like that's why, even let's be clear, if you eat healthy for, let's say if you eat healthy for a month, and then you start to eat bad again. That's why like people like, what's good carbs, what's bad carbs? You can tell the difference between when you start, like, just eat clean for a month and then try to wean yourself back on certain foods and just pay attention to the way your body responds. So I feel like if you brush your teeth enough, if you wash up enough, you know when you smell musty, you know when, like, damn, I've been outside for long enough, I've been sweating like crazy. Bro, you know 9 times out of 10, if you've been outside all day during the summertime, even if you got the AC on, and if you just drive, like, let's say for most people, if men, if you working in a truck or whatever the case may be, even if you got the air on, realistically, if you ain't got no tents on your windows, your arm's still sweating because the sun's still beaming down from the sun. So your arm's still sweating a little bit. So you still know realistically, yeah, I've been in the AC all day, but I have still been sweating. I still need to go in the house and get in the shower. Like, it's just certain stuff that's just common sense. Like, you are a certain age, you're not like you. I get it. If you're in your 20s, some of those hygiene mistakes can happen. But if you're someone, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, like, bro, some of them mistakes shouldn't still be happening. Like, it's damn near almost like you just being, you're not even being responsible as an adult if you still running around with funky breath and like stinky underarms. And I'm somebody, let's be clear, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know if I'm not about to be around people from Monday to fucking Friday, I told y'all a million times on here, nigga, I thug it out and skip showers a couple of days. And because I sweat a lot, but I drink a lot of water and I eat a lot of fruit. So I'm still give myself the arm test, and I still may be like, oh, all right, cool. I don't need to sit here and take a shower another day. My arms ain't boofing. I can hit a little deodorant on and keep it moving. Or some days, if I'm really like, if you get them new deodorants in like 72 hours, nigga, I'm gonna let that deodorant rock from Monday to fucking Thursday before I put some more deodorant on, because people be telling you about all the cancers in the deodorant and all that shit. Nigga, I ain't about to sit here and put on a bunch of deodorant every goddamn day. It's just not gonna happen, dog. But that's me just knowing I ain't about to be around a bunch of people all the time. But if you sit here and know the way I behave when I'm not interacting with women on a day-to-day basis ain't the same way I'm going to interact. Even when I'm talking about a haircut, I know right now I'm not dating. I'm not geeking to sit here and interact with women right now because I'm trying to lock in on what I got going on. Yeah, I'm going to behave a little bit different, but it's a difference between here saying, oh, I'm trying to sit here and date. I want to go out. I'm doing this and the third. Yeah, you're going to get haircuts every week. You're going to sit here and maintain your hygiene completely different when, oh, I got these different women coming in and out of the house throughout the week. Like, it's completely different. So, I mean, I think sometimes we just got to be honest with ourselves when it comes to being adults.
Kicking it with this one guy. In his apartment complex, I'm familiar with the area. So he sends me his address. I call him, we kicking it, we having a good old time. A week or two later, another guy hits me up. He wants to kick it and chill. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's kick it and chill. He sends me his address. So I'm like, that kind of look familiar. I'm driving. I get there. Turns out he lives in the same community as the guy that I hung out with 2 weeks prior to. But it's different buildings, so it's okay. Like, everything should be fine. A couple weeks later, the first guy asked me to come through. Again, like, come chill again. So I'm like, all right, bet. I get to the door. I start knocking on the door. We texted, he said, here I come. Still doesn't come. So he texted me, he was like, where are you? I was like, bro, I'm at your door. And he was like, no, you're not. I'm at my door and I don't see you. Bro, next thing you know, the door opens. And it's the second guy. I was mortified. He was like, why are you here? And I was like, I had a bottle of wine in my hand. I said, yeah, why am I here? He was like, I'm not trying to have no company tonight. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. So I just walk away and go back to my car. I was kicking it with this one.
So, real quick, I don't know if y'all can really hear the story because her voice was a little bit low, bro. This girl was the ultimate jump off. So just real quick to recap it, if y'all couldn't hear what she said. This girl basically was talking to 2 different dudes who stayed in the same complex. The first dude she met lived in one building. The second dude she went and seen another week. He lived in another building. So when the first dude wrote her back and was like, hey, we should link up again, come through, whatever case may be. She was going to link up with the first dude and end up going to the second dude's house, knocking on his door, texting the other dude saying, I'm outside. And he like, no, you're not outside of my building. What are you talking about? She like, yes, I am. I'm at your door. She was not at this nigga door. This girl is a goddamn jump off, and the crazy thing is she's not an ugly girl. So when she knocking on the second nigga door and him the kind of like she at the door with a bottle of wine and he turned her down, I was just like, oh yeah. Whatever niggas you was dealing with, you would jump off, and two, they didn't value the way I'm looking at you. Like, damn, you a decent looking jump, or her box may just be garbage.
I ain't gonna say she'd jump off, just but you ain't paying attention to your surroundings.
Nigga, no. Listen to what I'm saying. She's still a jump off. Because for a nigga to sit here, you think about a broad knocking on your door, unless you got another girl in your house, you gonna tell her to roll? Like, nah, I don't want company tonight.
No. That part when he even said that, oh no, not tonight. Yes, it's somebody else there. Whatever the situation is, that's cool. But what I'm just saying, even with her, you talking about those two different cases? Because I think it was a span when she met the other dude.
Yeah, it was two different occasions, but it's still
you ain't never had dealt with no females that lived in the same neighborhood.
Hell no.
For real?
No. Oh. Hell no. Like this, maybe
the same complex. None of that.
Nah.
Oh, nigga, what? Hold up, you
no,
never. Oh, okay. Like I said, I get it, but I would never make that mistake. But I get, but like I said, but that's with females because you don't pay attention to your surroundings. You don't pay attention to that shit. I've had that situation where chicks living in the same complex, but I definitely wouldn't park let it be like apartment complex. Oh no, I'm parking on the street. Oh, I could, you know what I'm saying? I'm not parking in the neighborhood because I don't know. You might be riding around, you see my car, just you leaving out. So I wouldn't even want to take that chance, me leaving out at the same, you know what I'm saying? I don't know your schedule. So that's why I said, but that's more of a female not paying attention to her surroundings.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that. Like I said, real quick, I'm going to stay on these relationship topics for a little bit because we did start off so heavy on the sports and other like music topics. So real quick, I do got a couple more dating topics that we're rocking.
Client, she would bring in her boyfriend, wonderful man. Like he wanted to lead. They're young. And I said, because she was stuck in this generational mindset where she was like, I want more and more and more and more and more. And I was like, you have a really great man you can grow with, and I told them, I think you're going to break up. And I think when you break up, you're going to appreciate him after you lose him. Because it'll take that. And guess what happened? Valentine's Day came around. She wanted more and more and more because that's what she sees on social media. And then they broke up and he finally got burnt out and said, I had enough. And what us women will do, though, is when it gets to that point with the guy where they're like, you know what? You're never satisfied with me. I'm never enough. Because you're in a relationship where it's just all about you. Men can be the prize too. You know what I mean? And that's humbling.
Don't nobody want to hear that.
I'm gonna say it. It can be.
My man is the prize.
My man is the prize.
But I also know I'm the prize.
Yeah, both of us are the prize.
You know what I mean?
Actively show each other that you're both the prize.
Mm-hmm.
I let my husband know I appreciate you so much. The woman I am today and the way I speak and stuff is a lot of it has to do with you. And thank you for that, And you have to say that. You have to, humble yourself. And he humbles himself, Men usually know, like a lot of men are in America are not really doing this anymore. But a lot of men, you don't hear men saying like, oh, I'm independent without no woman. Like they're not saying that. Like they know that women can be the prize too. And we should be showing that same care to each other. So I'll just say though, girl who's a client, she would bring it.
So real quick, and the crazy thing is when she said that, and I'm listening to that clip, and I'm just like, it's so funny that, and she seemed like she young. She seemed like she may be like in her 20s, maybe like late 20s. Unless she got like a super baby face, maybe she might be a little bit early. But the way she was speaking, and I'm just thinking of like the sad thing is that experience that she's saying that she had with the client, and she telling them like, y'all gonna break up because you probably just keep using this dude and you really don't appreciate what he got going on. I'm listening to that and be like, damn, there's so many women realistically, even in their 30s right now, who still have that mindset and that behavior because of social media. Because like she said, you're still looking for the more. I'm looking for the fun nigga. I'm looking for the nigga who gonna sit here and take me on these trips, and I'm gonna this, that, and the third. And that's why I remember I said it maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, think about those women who consistently always want more. Or they use the word I don't want to settle, and those be the ones who realistically continuously go from relationship to relationship. And it's just like, because niggas gonna tap out. And just like she said, that dude did eventually. Valentine's Day, he probably felt like to his capacity, he went all out for this girl, but it wasn't enough for her. So now he just like, bro, I ain't got it no more. Like I can't do no more. I don't play in the NBA. I'm not selling dope. I'm not doing whatever. I'm working this regular fucking job, and I'm tired of working this job for real. So me doing this for you, you don't even appreciate what I'm really doing, knowing the fact that I hate my job. Because it's easier. Yeah, if I was a rapper and I got way crazy income, or I'm scamming, or I'm selling dope, I'm doing whatever, or I'm playing a sport, yeah, I love what I'm doing. But if I'm working a regular job and my boss be pissing me off and I'm working extra hours to be able to provide you to at least a level where you feel like, man, my man show up for me like no other. I may not show up for like Moneybag, yo, show up for Ari, but you, nigga, you don't have a bad birthday. You still go on your trips. We may not be able to get a private villa, but you still not staying in the Motel 6 when we going out of town. But you're not appreciative because you ain't in a villa like Ari. So in that shit, eventually a nigga just gonna be like, bro, I'm cool. I ain't got it, dog. Whatever, you got it. Knock yourself out. I don't have nothing else for you. I don't want no more bump. I don't got nothing for you. I'm going to call it quits. And the crazy thing is, if you still thinking like that in your 30s, bro, you're going to be pushing 40. And guess what? 9 times. Now, let's be clear. I don't want to say all women, because I know some of my female friends who they work out religiously because they know they don't want to settle. I can respect the motherfucker who still be like, I'm going to look good in my 40s because I know I'm still trying to hold out a little bit, or I want to sit here and see which one of these niggas' pockets I could continuously tap. If you want to keep tapping niggas' pockets and seeing how you gonna make these niggas crash out behind the bag, I promise you, you bet to motherfucking be keeping yourself together and looking like you gotta be looking like one of them ones. But if you know for a fact when you look in that mirror, you don't feel like one of them ones, stop playing crazy. Because a lot of motherfuckers is really out here playing crazy, and you know for a fact you do not have the leg to stand on to be out here playing crazy. So, I mean, just with that being said, and I do want y'all to play, if you're going to sit here and if you're going to take care of yourself, or you feel like you want to crash out behind some weight, I do recommend y'all to kind of be careful, because I'm going to play this clip of this Ozempic situation, because it do get scary. I'm not going to lie. I did not know that Ozempic had this type of side effects to it. A homegirl of mine sent me this shit, and I was like, ain't no way in hell, dog. Did I send you the joke? I did.
Ozempic. 50% of people have nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. The other side effects that aren't talked about enough is gastroparesis, which is a paralysis of the stomach, where your stomach doesn't empty anymore. Also pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas, but this also leads to diabetes. And you got to remember, the whole purpose of the drug initially was for what? Diabetes. So now you're getting pancreatitis that's affecting your diabetes, but that pancreatitis can also be fatal. There's a cost to pay. People don't know that you have to take this drug. You can't stop taking it. Once you stop taking it, the weight comes back.
Hold up. You trying to tell me if I'm spending $16,000 a year for a whole year, I lose 60 pounds, I go through some of that side effects that you just said, I'm going to go through something. I'm going to get the weight back after wasting that money. Some of the effects stay with you though, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
permanent.
Man.
Drug Ozempic.
So yeah, I do want to play that clip. I know, like I said, I don't joke when I'm talking about losing weight and I'm talking about keeping yourself together, because I do want everybody, even listening to the sound of my voice, to be able to live as long as you possibly can and keep yourself up, so you don't have to sit here and settle or feel like I didn't gain too much weight and now I got to smell the dating pool and I can smell the piss a mile away. I don't want you to, but I do want you to do it the right way. I do want you to sit here and say, hey, let me change my eating habits. Let me actually work out, because it ain't no real quick. Whatever quick is, quick gonna sit here and come back later on, and it ain't gonna be in your favor. So that was just him playing that Ozempic. When I heard that, I was like, I have to play this on the podcast. I'm not saying I don't necessarily personally know anybody who has done it, but I know how impactful social media is. I know how impactful celebrity culture is. So when we look at a lot of people just losing weight super fast, it's easy for people to sit here and be like, oh, let me try it. And then, like I said, we talked about it last week, and I was like, damn, are y'all getting the ads for Ozempic on Instagram? And I know if I'm getting them, you said you got them, Erica said she was getting them, so I know other people are getting them too. I don't want somebody to, especially for some of y'all who work good jobs and you got the good health insurance, oh, let me try to get me some Ozempic, then whatever the case may be, you better be careful. I promise you, you will listen to what I'm saying. And I know a lot of people, especially when you get into the gym and it's easy to get like in so many, and I've done it before. I talked about it. Sometimes you be like, damn, I just want to lose weight. I'm a cardio freak. I love doing cardio because I just love the way I feel when you be sweating super crazy. I love the way I feel when you get into the sauna. Like, those things are super beneficial to you. But I do understand how sometimes it'd be like, especially for men, you don't want to get too skinny. You still kind of want to have some size to you. You still want to have muscles. So you kind of got to try to figure out the balance or whatever the case may be to be able to pull off of all of that. But you got to do it the right way. And just believe it's hard work. It's a lot of science to it. None of it is going to be easy. You got to figure it out, but you got to figure it out. I do real quick want to stay on dating because Jayda had and people who don't know who Jayda is, I'm sure you should know who she is. That is little baby's baby moms. And she had a clip that was going OD viral because she sit here and said that body shouldn't count. Body shouldn't count. I'm going to play the clip.
2 years celibacy for 3 minutes. It don't count. It don't count, girl. 3 minutes. Anything under 3 minutes don't count. And if you use a condom, it really don't count. You good. You can still say you celibate. I messed up my.
So let's keep it a buck. Let's have honest conversation real quick because I do. If niggas was in there in a like, oh, women, I can't believe women think like that. No woman should be like, I'm just me as a man. And I think if we having real conversation, if you literally go sit here, I'm going to link up with a bra and you go out like a one pump chump. So how do you count that? Why are you trying to count a body that you realistically ain't putting no work into? Like I'm talking about, when she said literally under 3 minutes. 3 minutes is one song now. We ain't talking about back in the day when a song is like 5, 6, 7 minutes. You talking about 3 minutes is a goddamn 2 Ice Spice songs. So you sit here saying that you can't last for 2 Ice Spice songs and you want to count that body or brag about it? Are you crazy? To me as
but what if I made her come in 3 minutes?
Nigga ain't no way in fucking hell, dog. What? Especially, listen to one thing. You saying what? In 2024, the way these women be fucking burning their clits off with the rabbit, it ain't no way in hell you can see. I mean, not the rabbit, but the rose. It ain't no way in hell you can sit here and make somebody come in 3 minutes who is a goddamn roseaholic.
All right.
I promise you not, because she didn't destroy her clit the way it worked. But like I said, I'm just nowhere in hell you can sit here and be a goddamn 2 pump chump and you sitting here trying to count a body. I agree with her because I wouldn't want, realistically, as a man, I don't even want to have conversations about something when I showed up as a 2 pump chump. Not saying that I haven't, because I have. I'm sure most men have.
So what are you saying is a standard time for you to count it?
At least 7 to 10. 7 minutes, you talking about you like 4 songs in. And I feel like 7 minutes is like you still kind of really ain't got no self-control. I'm sure, like, let's be clear. If you come in 7 minutes and if you are a nigga and you really was geeking to fuck this girl and you try, and guess what? Out of that 7 minutes, you probably changed positions like 3 or 4 times because you not trying. Because that one position realistically was going to have you tap out like a 1 pump chump. But you didn't switch positions because you trying to slow it down real quick and take some of the pressure off. So you trying to just keep rotating. And I'm sure everybody, if you, like I said, if you are in your 30s, shit, even if you're not in your 30s and you in your 20s and you done had sex with enough people, you done done this happened to you before. You literally trying to sit here and slow it down because you are, nigga, you was ready to go out like a 1 pump chump. So you sit here trying to change 5 positions in 5 minutes, dog. Everybody done been there and done it. So I'm not mad at her. Because if I sit here and if I'm sitting here telling y'all, if I was just a mad, when me and Bella was having that bet, and I sit here and I was really like, let me just skip out on this bet real quick. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to crash out in 1 minute, bro. You think I was going to get on this mic and be like, here, Bella, I'm going to give you the $50 for some shit that I literally went out in 1 minute for? Fuck no, that don't count. That bro, I went out like a clown. What the hell are we talking about? I'm not bragging about it. I'm not telling nobody. And I'm going to pray to God that this girl don't tell nobody and fuck my reputation up because I went out like a 1 pump chump. Nobody's doubling back on some 1 minute dick. What are we talking about? Pause, no homo. Like, what are we saying? Like, let's have real conversations. Like, niggas got to stop being stupid.
So we all have a real conversation, but even with you, how you say you masturbate a lot. So then how how would you even go out as a 1 pump chump if you're masturbate? You know what I'm saying?
That's now. We talking about I'm in my older, no, I've been in my 20s. And literally, I know for a fact I done had some, especially some car sex. Nigga, I done went out like a 1 pump chump before. Or it been some bras that I'm like, this bitch is too bad. It's no way. How did I even secure this? Now, let's be clear. I might have been cool enough that she might have let on me to go again. But I done been with a bride when like this bitch so bad. It's like, damn, she about to let me fuck for real? I've been gigging for this girl. Like, nigga, this bitch might got like 60,000 followers on the gram. Everybody in there mother on her body. She about to let me hit for nothing just off of some conversation. Or we might have went out on a date. Nigga, I done went out like Sad Sammy. Just off the strength that maybe the date was fire enough that she let me double back the second time, and the second time I redeemed myself. And that's why I get on here and I talk about going to the gas station and getting a goddamn rhino. It was a girl in my comment section and she said it. Nigga, I agree with you, Mikey. These niggas better stop at the gas station and get a rhino. Listen to what I'm saying. As a man, hold on real quick before you say anything. For all the niggas, if you felt like you went out like LeBron and them in 04 and you want to come back as the redeem team, nigga, go to the gas station, ask for the rhinos, and some of them got the double peel. Go get you 2 of them fucking rhinos and double up on that shit. And I promise you, nigga, you gonna come out like goddamn Kobe in that Olympics. You gonna be the strongest goddamn soldier that this hoe never had. And guess what? You can wake up in the next morning and you gonna have a goddamn morning Woody that she can get up on and ride it. My pony. Nigga, stop playing out here. Like, y'all niggas gotta stop. Sometimes you got to be honest with yourself. When you just ask me, when can a man be honest with a woman? No, nigga, when can you be honest with your fucking self? If you went out like a one pump chump and you want to redeem yourself, you want to be able to talk and brag, walk it like you talk it in my Quavo voice, nigga, stop at that gas station, go to get a rhino, and when you're looking at that wall, then they're gonna have the joint up there. It's gonna probably be like 100,000 K. It's gonna say like 100K on it. And ask that nigga for the 2 joints. It's gonna be the same price as the 1. So I'm even giving y'all niggas more free game. Ask for the jumps with the 2. Take both of them pills, and you hopefully the drive is like 30 minutes. By the time you get there in 30 minutes, that motherfucker gonna kick in, dog. And thank me later. Can't want to be honest with a bitch, you can't be honest with yourself. What else we got going on in America?
They work better than the ginseng joints?
Hell yeah. Nigga, listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you, it worked better than anything. Because I used to fuck with the Jones at 7-Eleven. They used to have some Jones called Swaggy or whatever the case may be. Even GNC, let's be clear, for older niggas, like when the old men be in GNC playing the game with the testosterone shit, nigga, they be trying to sell you like on some of them testosterone pills. GNC is supposed to be for like health. I mean, well, it's health and wealth, so I guess it is what it is. But some of them bottles where they be trying, you need to rev up your testosterone, like they be having some of them Jones in GNC to be like horny, whatever the case may be. Fuck all that. I'm not sitting here telling you to take the so you're gonna have to space it out how you take them rhinos. I'm not recommending for niggas to try to take them shits every week. So if this is just like once a month thing or once every other month, knock yourself out. But I promise you, that shit worked better than anything else. And I have bought some bad. Listen, I've been on trips and I regret, like, damn, why wasn't I hip to the rhino when I was on this trip? Because I took some other shit and it didn't work. Or I drunk too much. I'm not a drinker. And then I got whiskey dick and that shit was no good. I couldn't even fucking get hard.
So that's what I'm saying. So is it more so with, I guess, to each you know what I'm saying, to everybody.
I mean, everybody body type is everybody body type is different.
Even when you and Pretty D had the conversation about the whole rhino pills, and I tried them, I'm like, but the rhino pills, they didn't do shit for me. Like it didn't work. Like I'm like, damn, these niggas the way they hyped it up. I'm like, no, that shit didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see no difference. But I mean, but this is what I'm saying. Like with the honey pack, I did kind of feel like, all right, damn. But that's what I'm saying. Like to everybody might take it a little, you know what I'm saying, or might kick in later. But then I heard when you said, like, I think you had to eat or drink.
Yeah, so some of them just so because most of them are diet pill substances or mentally, whatever they say, it's diet substances, whatever they call it on the back of the junk. I'm screwing up my words, but it say it on the junk. So some of them will tell you got to take it on an empty stomach or take it 45 minutes after you ate. So like sometimes if you take it and you just finish eating, or sometimes, like, let's be clear, I've took it before and trying to hurry up and speed to a girl house. You get to her house in 15 minutes, nigga, the pill ain't kicked in yet. And if she was trying to get right to it as soon as you got there, nigga, you going off of what God already gave you. Because it tell you on the joint, it take 35 to 45 minutes to kick in. So if you sit here, take it 10 minutes right before you get to her house, then yeah, it didn't kick in. But if you sit here saying, and that's why I would recommend ladies, like, stop springing up on, if you know you want to give a nigga some pussy, you got it in the back of your mind in the middle of the day, tell me in the middle of the day so I can plan. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes even in my mind, I'd be like, damn, I always brag and talk about the pandemic. I'd be wishing sometimes in the pandemic, I just would have had a fucking drawer full of rhinos. Because it's just like shit. Let's be clear. I mean, the difference is, of course, I can work out a little bit more. You can sleep a little bit better, so your body work a little bit differently. But I'm just still them nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Rhinos was out here looking for some type of promotion, I know Bulture be doing this shit with podcasts. I ain't never had a Bulture before, but I'd rather get me a deal with Rhino. I can stand by that project. That's some shit that I would take my stamp. I stamp that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
About it, I'm like, I'm thinking this shit like.
But let's be clear, I don't necessarily. But to be honest, I don't necessarily. If you took it and you was drinking, I don't necessarily know. I don't know, because like I said, for me it's different. You drink on a regular, so liquor may do your body different. Like for me, me and liquor just don't go hand in hand. Like I just would rather not. Like I wouldn't want a woman to look at me crazy because I don't want to drink, because I just know the side effects for me with liquor ain't the same as they do work for everybody else. Like that shit don't do for me. Like I don't have no super crazy stories about getting drunk. Like I even talked about perks. Like when niggas used to brag about how they go along for perks, nigga, again, for new people who may be just listening for the first time, I literally was snowed in with her. I'm talking about this bitch got 130,000 followers still today on her Instagram. Snowed in with her. Whatever the last bad snowstorm that we had in the DMV area, what did like maybe 2016, 17, one of them times, nigga, we were snowed in for a weekend and I kept popping perks and nigga, and I was giving out some of the weak dick is in the world. I would trade them fucking perks in and niggas keep rappers brag about. Fuck that and give me them rhinos. I will put rhinos up against whatever the fuck else niggas is talking about. I'm sorry. I'm just my beliefs. That's just the only thing I can speak of from my real experiences. That's just what I'm going.
Yo, CEO Mike.
I do want to play this clip of this lady real quick. She went on, and I ain't gonna lie, because she started this shit off and it was funny and shit to me because she went crazy. I'm gonna play this clip though.
My honest review of the famous Noah's Ark in Turks and Caicos. To be fair, this is a small open air bar in the middle of the water and was never designed to hold this many people. Thank you, Drake. So I really can't blame them for how they got here. However, now that they are here, they're charging $30 a person. Drinks are $25 each, which means each Sunday they're easily making $100K. This place needs to go under some heavy expansion because at some point, this many people in this small of a space becomes a hazard. You can either be squished like sardines for hours, stand in the water for hours, or rent a boat. If you choose the last two, be prepared to hardly hear the music because the sound from the speakers doesn't go that far. To be quite honest, you can keep this place. It's way too crowded and overrated in my honest opinion. Don't wear anything you actually care about. My friend lost her earrings and 2 other friends dropped their phones and Louis bag in the ocean. So get yourself a cheap water case. There's nowhere to put your shoes unless you pile them with 10,000 other people, so get some cheap flip-flops. Altogether, I give this place 2 stars. Follow me for more.
I fuck with it. She smoked that review. I never been to that place. I never been to Turks and Caicos, but she had me sold when she started to joan off with "Thank You, Drake." Like I'm not gonna lie, she kind of smoked that. And real quick, just so we can let's give the relationship stuff a little bit of break for 2 seconds, because I do want to play a couple of these clips from this Drake situation real quick. I do really want to just play this clip when he was talking to Yachty about making Poland, and niggas was trying to give him shit for this, but I mean, if you ever seen. The crazy thing is why social media is so mind-boggling to me and it's so misleading and it's kind of just like weird, because when Yachty went out to when he was in Poland and he performed that song, that's a meme now. Like people have literally took, like I seen when people then took Joe Budden body and put him on Lil Yachty body. I done seen people put Shannon Sharp body. I done seen them put everybody body on Lil Uzi body when he came out. So how can we seen how crazy that crowd went to that song? How can you shit on what Drake's opinion on how fire he thought that song was and how most niggas probably wish they had a Poland song? This is from a nigga who got a catalog that can literally go 100 songs deep, and y'all mad at this nigga for giving Lil Yachty some credit on a song that everybody don't got a catalog like Drake or Future or old Gucci mixtape catalog. It's a lot of niggas who don't got the wish that they had a Lil Yachty Poland, and that's the reason why Lil Yachty be in the rooms that he be in, and niggas be mind boggled like, damn, how Lil Yachty in this room, because he can make songs like Poland.
Yeah, so Lil Wayne. Poland is such an incredibly frustrating song for any other artist because nobody's that free of a thinker. So ultimately you end up being like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Or whatever it is, why didn't I like get that high? Why aren't I that artistically free? Whatever it was, you start convincing yourself that he must have been high as fuck when he made that. Maybe not though.
Yeah, that's some people say.
Yeah, he must have been twisted when he made that. But I'm around him every night. I've never seen him like out of body type shit. So, well, yes, I have. You've done like acid and shit.
But he's not just doing it.
No, but yeah, it's just like I think he's just broken through something where he's just trying shit and none of it's bad.
Yeah,
that's the best. That's the best like way I could describe it. It's just like, it's the exact moment that Wayne did I Feel Like Dying. Yeah. Do you know what song that is?
Before the song.
So real quick, a reason why I wanted to play that, because we kind of glanced over when we talked about it, because I said I really didn't dive into the 100 gigs thing, but I did. Of course, I caught the clips, and of course, Academics is gonna be Academics. He gonna go crazy for Drake, so he posted damn near every clip from the whole goddamn 100 gigs. But I did the clips that I did see, like I said, with him talking to his mom about the Joan or him posting up Rihanna things. And I seen people were like, stop posting these videos of Rihanna, like nigga, get over it. She in a relationship, but this still is a part of his history. They still have dated. He still has wrote songs for this girl. He has still done all these things. You trying to discredit him or tell him he can't put it out? Like, I already had this footage. I'm not putting it out because I'm sitting here trying to mess up her happy home or nothing. Nigga, I'm just showing music that I made. I'm not showing no intimate details of me and her kissing or going out on a date. I'm just showing that I made a song for her, and I'm showing us at rehearsal, because even a lot of people sit here, even when he put out that them 3 songs, people were sitting here saying, oh, look at him running back to Atlanta. I listen to what I'm saying, and this is why I hate the internet, and I hate a lot of people's opinion, especially if you're just gonna be on some dick ride shit. Yeah, okay, cool. It was fire when Kendrick said it in the song, but dog, Latto, Young Thug, or 21 Savage, I'm 100% positive. Niggas, you listen to that 21 Savage verse on that song, it sounded like he was shooting at Kendrick on that verse. So obviously he don't feel however y'all feel when Drake run to Atlanta to get shit, whatever the case may be. I promise you, guess what, for Latto, that's her biggest feature to today. Of her career, that's her biggest feature. She ain't.
Why did it go out?
Because he wanted to put it out. He wanted to feel the temperature of how people really felt about it. He wanted to see.
It's on Apple Music now.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm saying, but why did it? If that would have been on her album, like I feel like that would have been a.
But she didn't need it on her album, and the reason why, and I like that she didn't have big features on her album, so nobody can't sit here, because you know niggas do that for all the time. Oh, you got a Drake feature, that's why your shit did blah say blah. So I'm kind of glad it wasn't on it. And realistically, when we talking about, when I say here, when I was giving her credit from you talking about on the sync on how her album sound from beginning to end, it didn't fit. The same reason why she put it on the floor in Sunday Services bonus songs, because that song wouldn't have fit in the flow of her album. So it kind of realistically wouldn't make sense, but it's still a good look for her. So guess what? It's still gonna help. It's still gonna help her Spotify monthly subscribers go up, because people still gonna listen to it if you like that song, which I see a lot of people have. So they're gonna add it. They're gonna add it to whatever playlist you listen to, however you listen to music, because most people don't listen to albums consecutively anyway. So it came out the same week as her album. So yeah, if you talking about, but again, when I was talking about the City Girls, stop chase. Who cares about what your album that first week number? That shit don't mean nothing. Is the project good, or is this song good? And for Latto, this is her biggest feature. I mean, of course, she got a song with Mariah Carey. She got a song with J-Lo, but come on, they ain't Drake, dog. And that's not no disrespect to J-Lo or Mariah Carey, but they just not Drake. That Drake cosign is going to do something extremely different for her, because guess who don't got a Drake feature yet? Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion. Cardi ain't got a Beyonce. She ain't got a Drake. She ain't got a Nicki. She ain't got none of that shit. And you kind of got to give Cardi some credit for that, because she kind of like stood on her own and don't got them super crazy features. So it's still some room for her to go up. And even for Latto, it's still room for her to go up, because I'm sure eventually her and Nicki will kind of figure out however they going. I'm sure, to me, in the future, I can see Nicki kind of squashing her beef with all the girls. Because eventually I think she gonna kind of like, if she be honest with herself, if she look in the mirror and be honest, that shit, what she thought was the door she thought she was gonna close by not co-signing some of these girls, it didn't benefit her to her favor. These girls still
got. What you think will happen first? Her doing a feature with Cardi or Meg?
Nicki? Probably, to me, she probably do a song with Latto before she do one with either one of them. But I think her,
but her and Latto ain't got no smoke, right?
Her and Latto don't got no smoke, but Latto probably gave her her work. But Latto probably gave her her worst L that niggas just don't want to talk about, because they don't want to get on the wrong side of the bobs. Nigga, put it on the floor. It's like, I'm gonna keep telling y'all that. That's a Nicki Minaj diss song.
I get that, but it was no like back and forth. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, their back and forth was just on Twitter. It wasn't nothing physical like her and Cardi shit. It wasn't as disrespectful. I mean, the shit, Meg shit really wasn't that disrespectful. Like, she got more disrespectful on Meg than Meg actually got on her. So I feel like all of them is just like, even with her and Cardi, that shit was so many years ago. To me personally, I don't know who's gonna be the bigger person or who can be the middleman, but I think somebody has to middleman and kind of figure out how to close that bridge so they can kind of all figure it out and get over it and move on. But anyway, just still standing with the Drake thing. I think what he did, even him dropping that 100 gigs, I think it was tight, because it was still allowing other artists to see you don't have to sit here and play in the matrix that they got y'all playing in. He made his own website. Like, and I seen people trying to troll him, like, oh, hi, Universal made you take it down off your Instagram. Universal they flag anybody's stuff on Instagram. If you use Instagram, if it's certain songs that you upload on there, they'll flag your joint. It don't matter. They flagged it and they unflagged it. Okay, then they probably realistically, they was probably telling him, like, nigga, you ain't even selling this shit. Like, you just uploading it for free. We can still, like, you can keep your website, cool, but let's put it on Apple Music. Let's put it on Spotify so we can at least make some money off of it. And he probably got the feedback. He's seen that people was geeking for a new Drake. And realistically, the song that all the blogs was picking up originally was him and Latto. Why? Because it's a big deal for Latto. And she was ready. Like, I didn't even know he put out 100 gigs. The first time I saw it, I thought that song was gonna be on her album because I seen it on her joint. Like, she had the whole little video. She doing the cowgirl joint on the horse and all that. I'm like, oh damn, she got Drake on her album. And the whole time it was just a leak that Drake put out, but I think it was tight because he still got to really see how, yeah, people be on the internet just trolling and shit, but when he drops shit, niggas, it still matter. People still gonna go run and listen to it, and people did. And it wasn't even like you couldn't run and go listen to it on YouTube. It was on this nigga Instagram page, on a fake Instagram page, on a Finsta account. And niggas still went and listened, and he made a website, and niggas went to the website. So for all them videos is downloaded, floating around on social media, you had to go to a website and download that shit. So niggas downloaded 100 gigs to know what to scroll through and what to post and what not to post, how to dialogue. So Drake is still Drake. Yeah, he took an L in that battle. Yes, he did. You can't redo history. You can't deny he took an L, but that don't mean nothing. He still dropped music, and niggas is still gonna go listen. And they did. So I mean, it is what it is. I do want to play this clip of Nipsey Hussle, brother. He sat down and did an interview with Big Boy, and he was talking about how they couldn't find no pastors. No pastors was trying to allow them to figure out like no church that they can do the funeral at or whatever the case may be. So Karen Civil and LeBron James stepped up. So I do want to play this clip and allow him to say it.
Funeral handled the right way, and we're trying to hit churches and black churches, black preachers, and nope.
They were afraid to touch you.
So we couldn't find a venue. So that we just like, this is crazy, man. And I think Karen Civil came and was like, we gonna figure this out. And she reached out and ended up like, man, we got the Staples Center on deck. And I think, LeBron and Live Nation, Roc Nation, everybody pulled their resources together and made phone calls. And, after weeks and weeks of like, we can't get a venue. Like, look, this is, we got the Staples for bro. And so.
And I'm going to play another clip from that interview in a second. But that to me is just, it's so crazy on how God time is a little bit different. Because think about listen to what he said. He was saying he was reaching out to churches, and you've seen, I mean, I'm sure most people, we all watched or seen clips or watched the service because the service was on BET. I mean, you can follow it, you can see it on YouTube. It was thousands of people that came out. So I can't even imagine them.
I'm about to say, what church?
Yeah, especially not in California. I don't know any big mega churches in California.
Church that can hold that.
Oh, TD, no, trust me. If this was in Texas, TD Jakes' church could hold that, and fucking Joel Osteen, because Joel Osteen in the old Houston Rockets stadium. So yeah, let's be clear. If this was in Texas, Joe Osteen or TD Jakes, both of them niggas' churches is big enough that they could have held it. But it's in LA. I don't know no real big pastors in LA. Like, to me, the biggest pastor in LA is Sir Jake's husband, and he in like a kind of like a small church. I don't know how big it is, but it's like more like celebrity. So I know it can't be too big because you can kind of like see people in the crowd. Like I see when like Common used to go to their church all the time. Like you can actually see him in the crowd. So I'm sure that church ain't that big that could hold as many people who came out there for Nipsey Hussle. So that's why I said I think God works in mysterious ways. So like, yeah, all those churches kind of was like, nah, we couldn't do it. Was a blessing in disguise. And then you got to kind of give somebody like LeBron credit, because a lot of people give LeBron a lot of backlash on, oh, he a fake hip hop, whatever. But he stepped up. One, he ain't from LA, but he has embraced LA culture so much. And even hearing this story, even make it a lot more sense of why he even went to the Kendrick Lamar concert, bro, because I'm not from here. I'm in LA though. My kids still need to be able to move around safely. I still want people to see me and be like, oh, that's LeBron. He played for the Lakers, like, and show me love the same way they did Kobe. Because let's be clear, LeBron is still coming in behind Kobe. Real diehard Lakers, we talk about this shit a million times. Diehard Laker fans don't bang with LeBron James because they are Kobe fans. And Kobe fans are Kobe fans. So, I mean, I get it. So for him to even still engage and indulge himself to even use his muscle, the same way people, you giving him shit about using his muscle to get his son to play on the Lakers, give him some credit for using his muscle to be able to get the Staples Center so they can bury Nipsey. So Nipsey Hussle can have a funeral that can actually hold all the people who actually love him and want to come out and celebrate him. Think about how, let's be clear. Let's have just a real honest moment. Nipsey Hussle became more famous after he passed away. Nipsey Hussle and I mean this in a respectful way, nobody would have thought realistically and they probably didn't think of that. And look what he said, he was trying to get churches to allow them to do the funeral. So they didn't think he was as big enough to have a funeral in the fucking Staples Center and the junk actually be jam-packed. And it was so packed to the point where they was like, only LA people could come. And it still was packed from top to bottom. And it still was endless people outside. So that's my whole point of, you got to give somebody, one shout out to Karen Civil, because Karen Civil is one of those people who can make a lot of low end connections to high corporate connections. Like, she just so plugged in with, especially with corporate connections. Like, Karen Civil know how to plug in a lot of different connections. So again, shout out to Karen Civil, shout out to LeBron James, shout out to both of them for showing up for Nipsey Hussle and his family, especially for somebody like LeBron, because he ain't from LA. For him to still like, hey, I want to make myself feel like one of the people. I want the people to feel like me, that like to help one of their own and one of the people that they cherish, help him have a proper, I'm sure, like, for him to come out and say it, one, because his brother don't talk, this is the first time anybody ever even heard this, that's tight. And it's tight the fact that he did it on Big Boy Jones. So again, shout out to Karen Civil, shout out to LeBron James, and rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. This next clip I'm going to play real quick. Matter of fact, before I play this one, well, I'm gonna play this next clip, and then I'm gonna come back with a little bit of my man, what's my man name? They played for Saints. What's his name? Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston gonna make it he gonna lift the room up.
Funeral handled the right way. And
oh, I thought it was two different clips. Now it's the same one, so it's cool. I'm gonna just play the Jameis Winston. Then I thought I had.
Message is simple. Be obsessed with your opportunity. Yeah. All of us that came from wherever we from. Yeah. Right here, we got right now. So be obsessed with your opportunity. I got one thing for y'all, man. I just want y'all to help me out because I know we're a team, all right? I have this in my dream, all right? All right, when I say where my dogs at, y'all say we ready, all right? Where my dogs at? When I say where my dogs at, y'all say we ready, all right? Where my dogs at? Now I'm about to spell the Browns out. I know we one team, man, okay? I'm going to spell the Browns out. B-R-O-W-N. Come on, and you're going to say that's getting it. All right, with my B-R-O-W-N.
Hey, listen to what I'm saying. I know that.
Where's he at now?
He in Cleveland. I'm not gonna lie to you. Niggas should be happy.
So that's recently.
Yeah, that was recently. That was this weekend.
Okay, because he did that what's name challenge too. That With My Money.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, With My Money. He did that. That's why I was wondering
no. Thank you for reminding me, because I almost forgot about that. Listen to him say, I know y'all by now, y'all hate it, so I'm glad it's kind of late in the episode. I have to play that clip. I know how annoying that shit is, but I still watch it every time I see one of them shits, and I still laugh every time I watch one. I know how it's going to end, and I still laugh every time. Like, I seen people like, and this is what some people just, bro, having a sense of humor. Because I see people, oh, when the fuck y'all gonna stop running this shit? Y'all run everything to the ground, and I don't care. Every time I see this shit, I still laugh. But real quick, before I get to the give me my money jump, I do realistically, I want to sit here and say, though, if Jameis Winston was actually didn't throw as many interceptions, though, I would never want this nigga to be my backup quarterback, because I'm watching that shit and I'm getting chills like, oh my God, this nigga didn't throw so many fucking interceptions. Nigga, I would never want this nigga to be my backup quarterback, because everybody in every team he played for, nigga, the way people interact with him, and they just like nigga, the whole team was right there. And they was word for word ad-libbing with this nigga. They was hyped up. Like, you had to look at the niggas' faces in that video. Like, them niggas looked like they was ready to run to a fucking wall for Jameis Winston. Like, if that nigga could stop throwing as many interceptions as he throw touchdowns, I promise you, nigga, everybody in their mother want to play on this nigga team, dog. Because that shit just had me hyped. I seen this shit at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and this nigga had me jump out of bed. Like, this nigga, like, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga will get you hyped, but I'm glad you reminded me about that give me my money shit. I gotta play that clip. Oh, my God. Oh, matter of fact, let me play this clip, and I do, because I do want to play.
It's just being ruined. Closing early hurt it for sure. A lot of sections, not a dance floor.
They're playing music in the background, so I can't even play this shit. But they was talking about. I'm gonna play this. I want to talk about Atlanta club got closed. But I can talk about it real quick while I'm looking for the give me my money shit. Atlanta club got closed, and an Atlanta beauty supply store got closed. Both got closed on the same day, and people was sitting here. They let the nightclub go bad, but the police at the beauty supply joint, they came there early and was like, nah, y'all can't sit here and take these people's stuff. They're gonna take it to the, like, whatever, I guess the not the stores, no, the trash. They was putting it out for trash, but people were like, nigga, it was beauty supply store shit. So it's like, nigga, you talking about hair? I mean, you cut your hair, weave out there, comb, like niggas was out there with like trash bags, book bags, like trying to fill their shit. So don't get it twisted. Some people who got there early before the police right there, they got some stuff. But then, you know, of course, the police seeing a bunch of people hitting this parking lot. So then the police came and stopped them. But the lounge, when they got their stuff put out in Atlanta, nigga, the fucking shit, that niggas was in that joint taking the hookah joints, taking the liquor, taking the liquor bottles, taking the shit to be outside, the heating lamps. They was taking all of that shit. Like literally, both of them joints was in Atlanta, and them joints be hot as shit too. Where to give me my money, Joe? Oh my god, I swear that shit is the funniest challenge ever. I don't care what nobody say though. I literally laugh at that joke every time. Oh, I did find that other Nipsey Hussle joke. I gotta play this. Give me my money first. Give me my money.
So what you picking? You pick who?
So what they try to do is pick. So they explain what they doing, and then they try to every time it seems like they pick somebody who realistically don't know what's going on. So like I even seen like different sets of parents do it, and it'll be like, all right, let's say if you get the mom first, then the mom be like, nah, fuck that, we gotta get the dad. Or like, if you get the dad first, and then they be like, nah, we gotta get the mom. Like they even did it to Will Smith. Like here go Will Smith.
Money! Yeah! Give me my money! Yeah! Give me my money! Yeah! Give me my money! Give me my money! All right, y'all got me.
So hold on, when do Bella come back out this week? I know it come out in August. Is either this week or next week. I can't.
Was it August?
I know
it can't be this. It will probably be.
Yeah, it's probably because now all the what's the name shit over. Damn, I thought you sent me this joint. Oh, here you go, ball alert. Yep. I just want to play a couple of these joints.
Give me my money.
Just give me my money. Just give me my money. Just give me my money. Just give me my money.
Nigga, it's worse when it's like 5 people. Cause you watch them 4 people, they go crazy for the 4 other people. And then
I'm about to say, how would you even like? Because I done seen some reactions. Like, how would you react to it?
It's only funnier when the older the people are, because the older the people are, they be like, you got me fucked up. Like, why you playing with me like that? Like, the older the people is, like, it's a little bit different. Like, when because like I watched the Joe Ball Alert put like a compilation of it jumps out, so it's a little bit different. Like when it's younger people, I feel like the younger people kind of know what's going to happen, and then when it's the older people, it's kind of like one of them old people don't know nothing was going on at all.
Don't know what to say out their mouth,
and don't know what to say. Yeah, and they ain't rocking for that.
You
shit.
seen the joints with the kids, like.
I done seen it with the kids, and I seen. Hold on,
motherfuckers hit their ass.
Just give me my money. Just give me my money.
I lost my voice. Oh my God! Then my cap fell off. Damn, hair ain't even gone. I'm sick of this. Just give me my money.
And she think they not laughing because her voice went gone and because her fucking bonnet fell off her head.
Just give me my money.
So that's my point. So now she want to get the father because they ain't already got her.
Just give me my money. Just give me my money.
No, I don't give a fuck. This shit never get old to me, though.
Okay, okay, yeah. Get in the video. I think we need
Get in the video, Mom.
This a young mother thinking she hip to some shit. Don't
Give
know
me
what's
my
going
money.
on.
Just give me my money. Just give me my money.
Just give me my money. Why y'all didn't clap? Okay,
This shit
just give me my money.
I swear to God I can watch this shit all day.
Just give me my money. Yay! Just give me my money. Yay! Just give me my money. Yay!
Just give me my money. Damn, so y'all ain't gonna clap for me? Like, what the fuck? This supposed to be a team effort.
All right, so I believe it at that one. Oh man, that was it. Who? Oh yeah, okay. I did say I found the other Nipsey Hussle brother clip because I did want to. Because that one, he had another joint that kind of was like, yikes. Where's that one? Real quick. Damn, I know I just seen it, John. Hold up. Slick. Damn, I keep messing up. Every time I keep saying I found the jump.
I'm gonna do a group joint.
What you mean?
Keep just a so you can put all of them on Instagram.
Oh, what all the clips that I be saying? Yeah, I be having like it be different people be sending me certain jumps. Oh, here you go right here.
Without going into too many details. Somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to, transition into some legitimate just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, no boy walked up. For me, with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot, and had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hustle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left. They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley. And went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off. Or the Bloods did it. Or the Inglewood families did it. Or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it.
One that story is just crazy for him to know all that. I mean, of course, people gonna tell it, but then though the way he sound just like Nipsey Hussle. Like, I mean, of course, this is his brother, but it's like, nigga, me and you don't sound nothing alike. Like him and dog, they sound just alike. Like his mannerisms and everything was just like, that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just exactly how he just literally sound just like this nigga. That to me was just like, wow. That was like almost, I ain't gonna say a lie to you. It's almost amazing. I was like, damn, it's crazy how he literally sound just like Nipsey Hussle, and just how his mannerisms is literally just like Nipsey Hussle. Real quick, because I forgot to talk about this, and I think I talked about this one part on here, because Angel Reese did, Reebok did release, to at least show, not release where you can buy it. I think it's like later on this month you can be able to purchase it, but they released their first collaboration with Angel Reese. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the release, the shit was mid. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna play this dude I fuck with. He do these Jones. What is his name? Dude. Yeah, how you know exactly who what's his name on his? Oh, you sent it to me?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you.
What's it? It's Beamer, right? I just want to play his Jones because he smoked that shit. Like,
I sent it to you or sent it in the family group chat. I think I sent it to you.
But anyway, while I explain it, if you can find it, just send it to me real quick so I can play it. Yeah, but anyway, so he did a jump. I mean, she did a jump with Reebok, and it was like I said, the jump was just mid, but it was just my whole thing that was just kind of like blew me, because it was like, and I told him, I even wrote in his jump, he pinned it, and I was like, dog, I kind of hope Reebok keep messing with her, so eventually she'll just roll out and she'll go just like, all right, I'm just gonna go with Nike, because I feel like right now she's not even at her she ain't at her peak. She's not at her peak of how big of a celebrity she gonna be. She's not at a peak of how well her game is gonna be. So her throwing out little collabs now, I'm like, it's cool. Like, do whatever you're gonna do with Reebok. I'm sure. I mean, like her and Shaq, whatever friendship or relationship, like they got a big uncle, whatever the case may be, and he be looking out for her. Cool, but it just ain't like.
Oh, you know what? I probably didn't send it to you. I think I sent you in the comments.
Oh yeah. You found it?
No, I'm looking for it because it wasn't in there.
If in Atlanta,
but yeah, so I just don't, like I said, with just him, I'm trying to see if I can go through my Jones and my Jones, I'm tagged and it should pop up. Yeah, I just didn't like it. Like the only thing I liked out of that whole thing was the t-shirt. The t-shirt was cool, but the shoes and just like the little I ain't like it. I didn't like nothing about it besides the shirt. The shirt was cool. Like I like the little slogan on the shirt. I even like the insoles on the shoes. The insole on the shoe was cool, but it was just like the shoes was just mid as shit. I'm like, bro, these not even basketball shoes. Like she played basketball and y'all got her like,
yeah, they're probably not going
like on some leisure wear shit. Like I can't even. It ain't even coming up. I can't even.
So which probably would be the smart thing for Reebok. Like the princesses, those are the
yeah. I mean, they put the princesses out, but they even I think they redid like some like the Jones that it almost looked like some Asics or something like. Damn, I can't even find it. I'm mad as shit. I hate when I can't find something when I'm looking for it. Yeah, me personally, I didn't like it. I wish I could have found this Jones because I did want to play it, but I can't find it. But it was just I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan at all. It was weak. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do, like I said, I hope they keep fumbling because I just like Nike. I like even just that Nike commercial. I already wish that she was a Nike athlete, but just even after hearing that commercial, how they just smoked that commercial in that ad.
I wish, if anything, I'd say Puma.
Any of those though, I feel like any of them are better than Reebok. I feel like, to be honest, like Reebok is the worst out of all of them. Reebok, Fila, like that shit is mid. Like, but I'm talking about just
because I don't think they have nobody. With Shaq and them taking over, I think that was more of a, you know what I'm saying?
But even still, just think about it. Let's just be honest. Like, if you just comparing just to how big of a star Allen Iverson, like we like the Iverson commercial because he was actually doing the dribbling in there. And at that time, like nobody got to see that. Like most people watched them Iverson commercials to try to learn how to do the actual crossover that he was doing in the commercial. It wasn't because of the commercials was fire. Like, what's the real live Reebok commercial from even back in the day that was like, damn, this Reebok commercial was fire. Like Nike got iconic commercials. Like even Adidas, what they doing with Anthony Edwards right now, they are smoking that advertisement with Anthony Edwards. Like them commercials are elite. What they doing with Anthony Edwards. So for even at least Adidas is showing you like, all right, if we get the right athlete, we kind of and allow them some type of creative freedom as well. We kind of can show you what we can do. But right now for Reebok, it's like, dog.
But even when you say that with Adidas, it's like, all right, look how many Adidas athletes we done had, and none of them had a commercial or even that much marketing. Even Yeezys, even with the Yeezys, he didn't have that.
Yeah, I mean, because he's Kanye, so he kind of
I'm saying. So I think it's just more so like I get what you're trying to say. You want Nike to kind of give her a little bit more push, but then Adidas might look at it. I mean, Reebok might look at her like, all right, you are her, so we just going off of you. Not necessarily, we're not trying to put the market behind you. We're just going off of your image, which is not right. But I feel like that's probably what their mindset is. Because it's not too many. Like I said, when you look at all these other brands, nobody really have no, like even with Puma. LaMelo don't have no commercials, but his shoes sell. You see everybody with his shoes on. He don't have no commercial, but they just go off, I guess, how they look.
Yeah, I mean, maybe his shoe just so fire.
Life in Atlanta.
Because I've never seen a Melo commercial, but like I said, my kids and me, we both got plenty of pairs of his shoes.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right.
Because you got to think about it. James Harden, none of them had no.
Here you go. I found it.
Dropped the ball with Angel Reese's collection. Last night, Reebok revealed its debut footwear and apparel capsule with the Chicago Sky Forward. And yikes. Let's just say Reebok is missing more shots than Shaq at the free throw line with this collab. But enough of all that. I'm Bima, and you're in the Collab Lab. Today, let's talk about why this Reebok and Angel Reese collab just isn't hitting. First off, who announces a fashion collection during the Olympics? Talk about bad timing. Second, those sneakers look like Asics knockoffs. Reebok, baby, you need to try some new things. We said innovate, not imitate. And where's the storytelling? A quick video on Angel Reese's fashion passion, it wouldn't hurt here. Even the images are meh. I mean, Ravy B could have killed this campaign for y'all. Angel, ditch them and go sign with Salehi and Puma. Please. But maybe y'all feel a little different on this. Did Reebok nail it, or should Angel bounce to Puma? Reebok dropped the ball with Angel.
So, I mean, he said the same thing. You said Puma, but me personally, I'm just going off of commercials right now. The people who got to me the best commercials, and like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you with the Puma. I mean, he said it. And he do all these collab lab jumps all the time.
But that's why you say, because even like if we just going off the Olympics, like we didn't see none of those Adidas, Under Armour, none of that, because like I said, Nike owns the
FIBA thing. So I'm sure they probably trying to even water
Olympic
that
shit you know, right. as a whole. So that's why I say you kind of your pushback, or damn, do I really want to? And she's not playing in the Olympics, so it's just like, all right, we can't really go that.
Yeah, you can't go that hard. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about just me personally, even after. Like just I mean, of course y'all know I hate bringing the girl in, but just even the spunk of like, think about the W and people say like, even our younger brother try to be like doing like, oh, see, that's why they should have had Shorty on the team. But let's be real, let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna say her name just for this one part. No, nobody ain't talked about Caitlin Clark in like the last month since the Olympics been going. Ain't nobody thinking about that fucking girl.
Yeah, but no. But I do agree with what he was saying. Just the viewership. If Caitlin Clark was playing in those games, or even on that team, we would have seen those games. We didn't see them games. Did you watch?
I watched every last one of them.
Yeah,
no, but I watched them on the same app that I watch all the shit on.
So you watched them, but what I think what he was saying was just because it was on NBC.
But listen to what I'm saying though. I don't watch nothing. Only thing I watch on the actual apps that they come on is NBA. I'm on the WNBA because I paid for that, and the Amazon shit because my homegirl let me use her shit. Any other thing, nigga, I'm going on that app to watch. I don't watch no NBA games on NBA TV. So what the like that to me? All the reason why, because I think, and this is the shit that pissed me off. Even with him, I'm like, dog, I don't watch no sporting events on whatever the fucking shit that they sell it for. Niggas, I'm not paying for that shit. I'm going to watch it on because I want to support the WNBA. So I pay for, and that shit was cheap. It's fucking $34 for a year. It's cool, but I'm not paying $200 for the that NFL joint. They said to watch every NFL game is damn near $700 for the year. But guess what? I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pay it. So I'm going to use the goddamn app that everybody
uses. But that's what I'm saying. What he was saying, like, why are they not being That's why I think what he was trying to tell you was like, why they not on NBC? You know what I'm saying? Like their games wasn't on the NBC like how the men's game were.
Yeah, but let's be come on, dog. Let's have real conversation real quick. Dog, who on nobody on that women's team is as popular as the niggas on the men's team. Like LeBron James and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant on the same team. Like, come on, dog. Like, stop. We can't compare that. Like who she don't have, listen to what I'm telling y'all. And this is shit that's to blow me. Yes, we already had this conversation a million times. White people support each other way more than black people do. Black people, we got the most hatred towards each other. But we just going off of what everybody on how we judge each other off of what's popular on social media. Nigga, she don't have nowhere near as big of a following on social media as Angel Reese. And that's why people still been talking about Angel Reese, and she ain't played on an Olympic. They both had played their last game at the same time at the All-Star game. One person is still continuously being talked about and the other person is not.
But that's what I'm saying. But even with how even the WNBA opened their season up, how they gave the
they hold her out. We talked about it. They pimped her out.
I think that's what he was just saying is if you want more viewership for your league or you want to bring people more attention to it, why wouldn't you put her on there to broadcast?
Yeah, because this, guess what? The two things, guess what it ain't? This ain't my league. We don't get no money off of it. So what the fuck do I care about putting her on this team for? We don't get no money out of this. They don't get no real money. So people sitting here saying, oh, just use her for marketing. Nigga, we talking about it. Nigga, they getting $37,000. They won a gold medal. Who the fuck cares? What we just gonna get that same amount of money?
Them, that's a lot. For them, yeah.
For who?
For the WNBA?
No, it's not. Because y'all niggas keep thinking about the rookie contract. Nigga, it's people on that team that get $240,000 a year. Drew Lloyd contract is $240,000 a year.
Nigga, no, you getting paid $30,000 for 6 games. $37,000 for 6 games.
Okay, so what do you mean? That's still not a lot to somebody who get paid $240,000 a year to play 40 games.
Nigga,
it's the same thing.
No, it's not. Nigga, contract wise, nigga. No, you be getting paid 37 for 15 days. For 15 days, you're getting paid 37,000. That's a lot.
And nigga, listen to, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. There's people on that team who got their contracts is $240,000. Google is your friend.
$37,000 for 15 days. You're getting paid $37,000.
Marcus, can you do the math real quick? Stop talking and listen to what I'm telling you.
No, I'm not.
What's the do the math, nigga?
It's not no money. It's $37,000. If you got $37,000 right now for just 15 days for you just to go talk for 15 days, you're going to take that money.
Marcus, listen to what I'm saying though. I hear what you're saying, but it's $37,000 a lot to somebody who gets paid $240,000 for 40 games.
But listen, okay, you get paid 240. Listen, what you just said. I'm getting paid 240,000, which is getting paid out for whatever their contract, how they spend it. Because even like when Anthony Davis broke it down, he said how some people take their contracts, either you get paid your 12 months or you get paid 6 months for the NBA. How they are. So I'm pretty sure for the WNBA, how their contract is set up, or how they
fix your mic real quick, because you ain't talking
how they got for their contract. I'm pretty sure, like you said, you keep saying it's no money. It is money to them.
But
For
listen,
the
what I'm saying, they
NBA
still
player,
gonna get
yes,
paid
it's no money.
regardless. They still
Yes,
gonna
for-
get paid the same thing regardless. They won the gold medal. They still gonna get the same amount. It don't matter how many people watch the game. They still gonna get paid the same thing. It's not gonna go up. What's the point? That's my point. There's
But
no.
you still get more money. You might get more viewership. That's what I'm saying. That's what you said.
But listen to what I'm saying. Why do I care? I don't get paid off the viewership.
No, right. Yes, as a WNBA player, you don't get played. That's what I'm saying. Why the WNBA didn't force her to get on the team, because you want more viewership for you to get more money. That's what.
How are you gonna get more money from that though?
Who, the WNBA?
Yes.
What do you mean? Because it's global.
What? But no, listen to what I'm saying. How do they get more money? The NBA gets nothing from that game. So let's say that game, that last game, did the NBA men played it? 19 million people watched it. The NBA don't get shit from that.
The NBA don't, but the WNBA, who don't have a crowd, who don't have a fan base, can attract more people to watch it. That's what I'm saying. For you to sit here and say this is the largest platform sports wise, for you, I would want to broadcast my best players. So for you to sit here and say, all right, well, I want people to watch it more, I'm gonna put her on there to get more attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, well, we showcasing her.
All right, well, cool. For people who feel like Marcus and think like Marcus, the WNBA NBA All-Star Game got 2 mil. What was I think it peaked out at? It peaked out at 3 million. Her highest game people watch, all her highest games, anybody watching the WNBA, we all know who she played, Angel Reese. All of her highest games she ever played in is an Angel Reese game. And so her highest game, even after that, in the All-Star game, still didn't reach the highest as the fucking Olympics thing. The Olympics still peaked out at 3 million. She hasn't played in the 3 million, nothing higher than 3 million, so it don't matter if she played what she did. She played in the All-Star game, only 3 million people watched. They played in the Olympics game without her, 3 million people still watch that shit. So it just, to me, it don't matter. If you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it. If you're not, you're not. So that's just my whole point of the conversation is, like I said, Nike hoard her out. She ain't had a Nike shoe yet. They fucking sluttered out, told y'all she had a deal. They ain't done shit with her. Fucking the WNBA had her playing all these games. She was getting her fucking boots smoked in so they could promote Ayesha Wilson. She ain't got a fucking Nike commercial. Ayesha Wilson got every goddamn Nike commercial. I'm telling y'all what a pimp look like. Nike, Gatorade, and all of them pimp that girl out. Guess what? Gatorade ain't gonna run no commercials for that girl now that the football season about to come in. So everything that y'all thought she was gonna get, hey, wow, we just trick bagged you. We hoard this girl out. It happened. I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at the companies for hoarding her out. So we seen a sweet lick. We gonna use her.
So that's why he was saying, why wouldn't you have her there to whore her?
So we don't have to deal with the Jason Tatum shit.
That's what I was just saying. Like,
so we don't got to deal with the Jason Tatum shit. That was the crazy thing is the shit that people didn't want to deal with Caitlin Clark. They the men had to deal with it with Jason Tatum. But anyway, I don't want to talk about WNBA shit. I do want to play this clip of T-Pain real quick.
First deal, that whole first joint was 18. Oh no, it was 15.85.
And the label favor.
15.85. And they gave me crazy money. So I didn't
never even thought about it.
Didn't even think about it. I didn't even care. Like, bro, they like straight up was like, all right, deal's done. Here you go.
Have you gotten a royalty check before?
Oh yeah, a lot. I still get a lot of royalty. I'm probably never gonna not get royalty checks. And I had to go look at my deal. I was like, oh, I'm about to get paid. And it was like, no, the fuck you're not. And I was like, bro, there's no way. And they were like, there's all the way. Because here's your signature, you stupid piece of shit. And that was just from greed. And a bunch of people were like, bro, this is a lot of money. You need to take this. It was a huge advance. It's 40 million. But then 40 M's to complete zero. 40 M's to like negative.
Damn.
Like straight up, bro. 40 M's to negative.
Like, of course, because you were 18.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. 40 M's,
Fuck you think I'm doing with this money?
Right.
First deal.
So real quick, for people who don't know what that was T-Pain. He was on, I guess, Lil Russell doing something on YouTube or something. So it was him. It was T-Pain and Lil Russell. And of course, Lil Russell is one of those people, if you may not be familiar with his story, he do a lot of independent stuff. Like he do the same thing like Nipsey, pay your own price. So he drop music and allow people to just donate or buy music for whatever price. He don't set no price. He allow people to just buy it for whatever they want to buy it for. He be having concerts in his backyard, literally in his backyard of his home with him and his parents stay at, and they literally be having like backyard concerts and allow people to pay whatever they want to get into the concert. So I mean, and of course he showed the different prices so people kind of know not to be disrespectful. So like most people probably pay nothing less than like $50. But the concert, and I even told Lo, me and Lo was talking about this the other day, and I was like, I'm not a huge fan of his music. Like, it's cool, I can respect it, so I will listen to it just to, you know, like I can see like if he come out with a bop, cool. But if he don't, I still think he should document everything he's doing, because I will watch his process on YouTube, because everybody like a good hustle story. And his story is a great hustle story for somebody who may not be, don't have a super big mainstream viral interview, or don't got big mainstream songs or super popular songs, but for him to still have a core audience that spend cash with him, so it ain't no middleman for people to buy his music, so he don't gotta wait for whatever Apple Music or whatever to pay him out. Like, he got his own websites and stuff. Like, I think that's tight. Like, even if you're in Netflix or YouTube, anybody pick that stuff up, I would watch the Russell story. So watching that, T-Pain was basically telling his story and was saying like, hey, when I was 18 years old, I got a label deal, but it was in favor. It was, what was it? It was 15%. So basically, T-Pain got to keep 50% of his music, and the label took 85%. So that basically means, for people who not super familiar with the music business, basically sit here saying that the label took 85% of the profit, and T-Pain only got 15%. So realistically, you still, whatever your budget was they gave you for that project, you don't even get that 15% back until after you recoup. But let's be clear, T-Pain music was so fucking huge. Of course he was recouping, but still his advance was $40 million. And I think even when people were saying, damn, they took that much percentage, bro, let's be honest. It's a lot of people who may got all of the percentages of their music and never going to see $40 million. So kind of like, it sound crazy, like, oh, damn, they took 85%. You could take 85%. You gave me $40 million up front. You know what the fucked up thing about it is, and that's why he made sure he said it, I blew that $40 million. I don't still have that $40 million today. And that's why, and even to tie that into another part of the story, T-Pain was like, bro, I don't want to go on tour because I'm making $50,000 a day on Twitch. I don't know if he gassing it or not, but shit, you don't see T-Pain out here geeking and running to do features that he don't give a fuck about. You don't see T-Pain whoring himself out here doing a bunch of tours or going small venue. You don't see him doing none of that. So I kind of can't, like, I kind of got to believe him. Like, T-Pain kind of like, he's staying on the heat, but guess what you will do? You'll steadily see him on his goddamn social media pages uploading clips of him doing his Twitch stuff. So he might not be lying, but still, even just like, I'm like, oh, that $40 million advance, I can't imagine, even all the information that people know today, I can't see somebody turning down $40 million as an advance just because the label want to take 85%. Like, $40 million is a lot of bread, dog. Like, that's a ridiculous amount. And real quick, while we talking about just hypotheticals, and while we was talking about the Olympics, I wish I would have brought this up because I should have brought it up earlier. It's a rumor going around that they were saying that Snoop Dogg was getting $500,000.
That's true.
It's a fact?
Yeah, that was a fact. They overheard the, I think it was NBC, what's name talking over the dinner. Yeah, no, it's true.
So okay, so the story is true then. So Snoop Dogg was getting $500,000 a day for while he was out in the Olympics.
7.5 million.
God. One, I guess it seemed like it was way more money than that when you hear 5,000. Still 7.5 is a lot of bread, dog.
Yeah, because it's 15 days. That's about right.
Nigga, that's a lot of money to do. Like, he literally was doing nothing. He got paid.
He was not doing nothing.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. He was everywhere, but he was everywhere to be a fan. Like, he wasn't talking like fucking D Wade and that dude was like literally like they doing their job,
costumes and all that shit. And no,
man,
he
nigga
was doing a lot of work. So you got to think about it. He was getting paid for who is more iconic than him?
Nobody.
And you saw Simone's Biles. You saw people fanning out for
him. Of course.
So that money, you caught that revenue.
No, listen to what I'm saying. For NBC, because the way they strong arm that nobody can clip, like, you can't do nothing with NBC stuff besides use pictures. So the way they did it, even for, you're absolutely right. Every time Snoop Dogg was when he was next to Ayesha Wilson, courtside, that shit went viral. You took pictures with Simone Biles. That, like, everything Snoop Dogg did, that entire Olympic process went viral. But just to still think about, like, damn, this nigga got $500,000 a day is crazy.
And so, okay, but just thinking, that's kind of thinking ahead of time because it's coming to LA. So who else will we not want to have?
Not even just that, because I mean, let's be clear. Snoop Dogg got shows coming to NBC over the fall. So Snoop Dogg will be the host of The Voice.
Not the host, he a judge.
Well, a judge or whatever the case may be. It's still Snoop Dogg. When they promoting it as Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he's the news.
It's him and Martha Stewart, right?
No.
I thought I saw her in the jump.
No, I don't know.
I swear I thought I saw her in the
That's why I
jump.
said I don't know. No, he ain't a host. He a judge, just like Pharrell and all them that was on there, sitting in the seat when they turned around for the little music thing.
So what's the difference? They ain't what's the difference between the host and them? Like that's what Simon did, right? He was in the chair.
No, Simon wasn't in the chair. Simon was hosting the show. You talking about? Hold up, you was Simon? You talking about
Simon Cowhart?
Yeah, no, he was on.
No, he was on.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? That's what I'm saying.
They're picking their team on The Voice. You pick your person.
I say I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I never watched it before.
You pick your person. Like they turn around their seats. Well, it was like Gwen Stefani and all them. They you hand a voice or whatever. Everybody got you pick your team, who you want on your team, and you represent them. You coach them up, make the music or whatever the case may be. That's what he doing.
Oh yes, like I said, I never seen the episode before, so I'm literally
it. It's not him hosting it.
I'm literally just asking because I don't know.
I can understand. Like if this is a contract, we got you. All right, we endorsed it, and then we going to LA. So yeah, that's the right person to have and to pay that money.
Real quick, because I want to, I guess, like we can kind of end out on relationships. So I do want to talk about Blueface and Krishan. I know I'm sure most people, we feel like, damn, we didn't got rid of them. We haven't heard their voice in a long time, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This story kind of messed up. I kind of feel bad for the kid. I mean, of course, it's the first birthday, but it's still the principle of it. Realistically, both of the parents look like they will be locked up for their baby's first birthday. Blueface has got sentenced for 4 years, and Krishan still got to go to got court dates ahead of her, but she facing 8 years. So both of them can literally damn near be locked up for this little boy for at least first 3 birthdays. He can be parentless for his first 3 birthdays, bro. Do you know how crazy that sounds? And you talking about for 2 people who ain't even committed like no crazy real crimes. Like it's literally just stupid shit that you could have avoided. Like we ain't talking about 2 people who was like some big time drug dealers and they just got caught up in a life of crime. Like no, these are just 2 people who made stupid ass decisions and brought a child into this world. And now you're gonna realistically, I mean, I don't know how Krishan stuff gonna go out, but she literally facing 8 years. She still got to go to court, so that don't necessarily mean she gonna get him. But shit, they ain't think Blueface was gonna get 4 years, and he got him.
Oh, I can't say I feel bad.
No, I ain't saying I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for the kid because that's just crazy, and it's just so crazy how people bring kids into this world, and it's just like, dog, look how you bringing this kid into this world. Like you starting them off the rip already, like behind the 8 ball.
But. I mean, you got to think that's the first birthday, second birthday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
not something you're gonna remember. So I mean,
for sure, listen, of course you're not. I don't remember the first birthday I remember was when you in the first grade, 6. That's the only birthday I remember. Like the most, like out of all my kids, and that was probably because that was like the first time I kissed a girl. At a birthday party, we ran off and hid somewhere in the house and was kissing. That's the only reason why I even remember that one. So you're absolutely right. I'm not saying that the kid gonna remember him, but still, just like, bro, I wouldn't want that on my jacket. Like that's weird. Like I don't even want that to be an argument at a fucking Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner and be like, oh yeah, remember when y'all missed the baby first 3 birthdays?
Yeah, but who will argue that?
Nigga, we talking about Blueface. You didn't seen his mother.
Oh.
You'd have heard his mother on that fucking podcast.
So, but okay,
out of all people, his mother will be the mother to bring that shit up.
That's my question. But that's what I'm saying. But even with them, like how they find family, like, because who was they doing that show with her family?
What you mean when they was used to do whatever?
Whenever the father or whatever when they got into it, that was only her family. I don't think it was Blueface family. I think it was just her family.
I think it was just her family at that time.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they family dynamic. I feel like even with the both of them, I mean, now that might be the kind of issue. Like who get the kid? Who get?
Well, I mean, from what I'm hearing right now, is still I want to say it might be Blueface side of the family.
Oh, it's with the kid.
I think so. I seen his father. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just reporting the story just because of this part. Because if it wasn't this part, the kid attached to it with the birthday party, I wouldn't even talk about it. Because I seen the video of Whack 100 talking about. I seen the video of his father, and I actually ain't even clicked none of them. I kind of skipped them. I'm literally only talking about it just because I'm thinking about for the kid birthday. It was kind of messed up. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know, like I'm the real reporter for the Blueface and Krishan stuff. But I do want to play this clip of this woman because they kind of go hand in hand when we're talking about kids and when to stop having them or when to have them.
Some disclaimers for some of the viewers. The way I think now, I have 2 kids, and the way I think as an adult now about people that keep continuously having children that they can't take care of and don't want, I can't fuck with that. We're all adults. We all know when you have sex with somebody raw, what could possibly come out of that. So I'll put a pin there. But for her, At first, I was feeling bad for her. I was like, dang, because I've been there. I have two. And there's days where I'll be like, Lord, I just can't do this no more. This is hard. And I raise them solely by myself. My help is limited. I'm not going to say I don't have any, but my help is very limited. I'm a single mother. I don't have a man in the house. I have a 14-year-old and a 6-year-old. Like I told you earlier, I accept a lot of accountability. I've had 2 kids out of wedlock. I've never been married. And I decided after the second one, I'm so traumatized, I took my ability away to conceive kids. So I got my tubes removed by choice. I'm so glad I decided to do it because I'm head ass when I'm in love. Yeah. So I knew I was going to end up meeting another guy and I probably was going to have another kid, but I'm so terrified of getting left again. I don't even want to roll the dice. Yeah. I'm going to give some disclaimers for some of the viewers.
First off,
she gotta be old.
Yeah, I don't know how old she is. She might be like in her 30 something.
I'm about to say, yeah, because they definitely don't, they ain't gonna remove your tubes.
Oh, what if you gotta be over like a certain age?
Yeah.
But just
they definitely, that's why I said for you to say you only had 2 kids.
But she said one of them was 16, so yeah, she probably got it. She got to at least be in her 30 something. Yeah. She looked older though. I'm just not saying I don't know how old she was. I don't want to sit here and say she 40 something and she only 30 something. But still, but I do. But I respect what she just said because she just kept it a buck. Like when we was talking about earlier, like when can I be honest with my partner, or how do you keep stuff accountable? Like for her to keep herself accountable, where she's sitting here saying like, even when I tell you like I know like a relationship can be very distracting. So even for her to sit here and say, I know how I get when I get in relationships. Like she basically telling you, like, nigga, I fall in love quick and I like to have raw sex, and I be she basically keeping the buck. Like I'm another nigga nut me and like shoot the club up. So to stop all of that, let me sit here because I know I can't stop how I love. Let me just sit here and get my tubes tied because I don't like the way it feel to get left stuck with a kid.
But then but don't they have birth control? You take birth control.
But you hear a lot of women complain about that. So for some of them, that shit don't be no good. So I mean, and the side effects to your body.
It's the side effects to your body. But then that's okay. I'm gonna take the side effects to my body then having to deal with this baby for 18 years.
Yeah, or you can just do what you just did. You can pay to get your tubes tied.
But you can't. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't just get that reluctant. Like you can't just go in and say, "Hey, I want my tubes tied." You got to be married, or you know what I'm saying. Like certain, like a lot of doctors do not allow you just to. Hey, we gonna cut you.
I mean, she got hers done. That's what I'm saying. I'm only speaking on what she talking about. I can't speak for everybody. I know a homegirl of mine who got 3 kids, and she older though. She in her 40s or close to her 40s. So she got hers tied.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you at a certain age like that, yes, you can. That's what I'm saying. But somebody who was younger and they got 4 or 5 kids, no, you can't do it. Especially if you're not married, because they saying, well, what if you find love? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, like I said, I respect her for doing it, and I respect for her reasons of doing it, and I respect her being honest with herself.
Because that's like you being a doctor, like you get paid off of delivering kids. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, hey, yeah, let me take your tubes out so you don't have more kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that money.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, like I said, I respect her. I hear what you're saying, but I respect her opinion and her being honest with herself, knowing like, hey, I don't like that feeling. I've been left with 2 kids by myself, and she said, like, nigga, I'm a single mom. I'm not saying I don't have help, but my help is limited, and nigga, I'm not sitting here about to play with myself and keep bringing kids from out of wedlock. Like, I don't like. I hear what you're saying, but I can respect and I prefer more people to be honest, like she is with herself and with her circumstances, than sitting here trying to lie and dress it up and be like, oh, I can figure it out another time, or somebody else might change. No, fuck no. I don't have to worry about nobody changing. I don't got to change my behavior. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to hold myself accountable for my mistakes that I've made. And to keep myself from making more mistakes, I'm going to nip this in the bud. I respect her for it.
It's my son's first day of preschool. And he picked up.
Okay, real quick. Let me give a paint a picture before this next clip I'm about to play before we get out of here. This lady I'm about to play a clip of, her I guess this first video that she made went viral because she allowed her son, I believe he is, I think 3 years old. I think that's what she's about to say. But she allowed him to go to school in a pink book bag. I don't know the cartoon characters because I don't have no nieces and nephews that's that young to watch this cartoon. So I don't know what this, but it's just pink. This like a fucking like shit, probably brighter than the pink hat that I got on my head. Literally, this little boy, and it's like a bunch of little girl characters, like one little boy character on here, and the rest is like little girls. So people was killing her, smoking her out in the comment section. Of course, it was on TikTok, and I ain't gonna lie to you. If you get a video to go viral on TikTok, nigga, you thoughts and prayers for you, because that shit can go left or it can go right.
So I love that for him. I'm packing up some snacks. And my family was like mad because he has a pink backpack. He's 3 years old. Really? Like, he's seen JJ on this, and you think he cares about pink or whatever color this is? No, he's 3. And then the packing with juice. This is overwhelming. Like, I've literally been a mom for 3 years. I'm packing somebody's snack bag. This bag do eat though. This is the last comment I'm responding to because clearly I see that you guys are stuck in the 1950s. If a pink backpack can turn my son gay, maybe he was already gay. Okay? I'm more worried about my son being a boyfriend pimp, a sex trafficker, a molester, a rapist, a murderer, a terrible husband. I don't care about him having a pink backpack. It's Coco Melon. He's far from a sissy. Bless your heart.
All right, so real quick, this you got thoughts on it? You got kids. I mean, you got younger kids.
You don't have to put everything on social media.
One, I mean, I'm with you on that. You don't have to put everything on social media, and then one, you don't have to be lazy. Like, bro, I get what you're saying. I don't think a pink book bag is going to turn a little kid gay, but I don't necessarily think that you should be giving. I don't care how until that little boy old enough to pick out whatever colors he want to wear and whatever he can wear. I'm not putting my 3-year-old son, my 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7, 8, 9, or 10-year-old son. And by the time he turned 10, he can kind of make choices for his own or what he like and what he don't like. Bro, I'm not sitting here putting no fucking 6-year-old kid in that feminine ass pink book bag. It's not even about the colors pink. It's about what's on the goddamn pink book bag. It's on a baby pink book bag, and it's a bunch of fucking little girls with one little boy on it. And now that she said what it is, I know Coco Melon, that shit is for some like little girl shit. Like they're little boy cartoon.
See, that's what I'm saying. That forget all that. My only thing is, if you don't want people judging you or even criticizing what you don't have to put it on social media.
I mean, of course.
That's my only thing.
But listen,
regardless of how you, whatever your kids wear or whatever color or whatever they into, I'm not going to, because there's a lot of people out here who think different or who appear different or like different things. I'm not going to downplay it. And because like I said, a lot of people who kids are like that. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, because you do that, you're going to be gay. No, you put it on there so you cannot get mad at what people are going to comment on.
Oh no, of course. But listen, what I'm saying, two things I can agree with. I can agree with everything you said, but we still live in the real world. Me and you didn't talk about it on here before. Like nigga, we was grown wearing bright colors and people still give you hell, and you still gotta sit here and have some form of masculinity or some type of swag to pull it off where people kind of just have no choice to respect it. But to put of course the kid is 3 years old. He not gonna know no fucking better, so it don't even matter. But it's still, like you said, putting it on social media, people are gonna give their opinion. If you post it on social media, people are going to say something. And for the average person wouldn't do it. I'm sure it's people who will watch my videos and see me with a bright colors. I'm like, oh, this nigga, why you wearing them bright ass colors? I get it. That shit ain't for everybody. And I feel like forcing the pink on a kid at an early age where he don't have his own confidence and swag or even how to be, he don't even know no better. He's 3 years old. So putting that on him and then putting it on social media, yeah, you asking for a lot of people to be very mature and responsible with their responses, and that's not gonna happen, especially on social media.
Thing when I say when you said I wouldn't I put him up, but if he did pick that out, I'm not going to say no, don't. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that. You need to get a black book bag. You need a blue book bag. No, because he don't know no different. He don't know no better. He don't know what that might symbolize or anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to terrorize my kid. If that's what he like, then fine. Let him, oh yeah, that's the Superman book bag. That's the best book bag you can have.
Mm-hmm.
But my only thing is just like you putting it on social media and you expect adults who we say.
But okay, but can I ask you a question? You don't feel like as a parent, let's say if you was letting your kid and they was like 5, picking out their own book bag, and it was like, okay, they was about to pick up this same exact pink book bag, but right beside it, it was like some cool Marvel or wrestling man book bag. You don't feel like you could sit here as a parent, be like, you can kind of deter and talk. You can, as a parent, you should be able to gas up to your kid why this other book bag is more cooler. So you can still, as a parent, make the decision for your kid to have them pick a different book bag. So you don't have to you're right. like you don't feel like having that conversation with your kid why they shouldn't wear a pink book bag. Cool, you don't have to have it, but still, me as the parent, I can still see this book bag that I'm sure was right beside it, and it might have been. Let's just use a Marvel character for example. Let's say if it was a Deadpool Wolverine book bag right beside this pink Coco Melon, I would have sit here and could have lied to my kid and gassed him up, but like, nah, if you get this Deadpool Wolverine book bag, it'll give you more strength and energy while you at school. It'll keep all the bad kids. Like I can sell my kid a cool story to make him want the Wolverine and fucking Deadpool instead of this goddamn pink Coco Melon book bag.
You can, but I can say, even when we take it to tennis shoes, I can say you, hey, buy these Steph Curry's or Jordans or whatever, woo. But then you got these Walmart light up shoes with PJ Masks on it that you would rather wear because they light up and it's more attractive. I can sell you whatever I want, but if that's what you like, that's what you like. I can't see, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. It's just like if that's what they pick, that's what I want. If you don't buy it yourself, and you allow your kids to pick out, then you can't sit here and be like, nah, you should go with this. That's more, No,
I'm with you. I mean, you could, to be honest, you could have just left it with that argument right there was the best one. The one with the shoes, and I'm sure most parents have had. I done seen a lot of parents get fucking frustrated because their kids win that argument when it comes to the shoes. Because you absolutely said, you'll buy your kids these cool LeBrons or Steph's or whoever shoes, but they'll rather put on whatever cartoon character with the light up shoes from Walmart. You win that argument right there. That win. That's it. I don't have no real, I cannot, because I've seen people that I actually know lose that fight with their kids all the time, and you kind of can't be, because you happy that your kid is still being a kid. So with that being said, each and every Tuesday, y'all know exactly where to find me. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell another friend to listen to Bulture Podcast. We are here each and every Tuesday, and if you're on YouTube, we are recording Sundays like 1:30 in the morning, and my eyes are burning like hell, so I'll holler at y'all next week.